water. Tonic actually in trouble
here.
All
right. We're here. We made it.
The momentum that they were looking for.
We've been working, but we made it.
To cost them this
we already heard. I tried. Hold on a second. Gosu, give us a game 3. Give us a game 3.
From the Lord.
Yikes.
Zia gets taken down. Anna follows closely behind.
Wait a second. It's a brawl. It's a brawl.
Is going to have to get out of here.
3 for 3.
Find a kill of
4 for 4. 4 for 3.
Well,
4 for 3.
Down for both sides.
Guapsi.
Actually 4 down for the side of Ackerman.
Guapsi popped off.
Alone, but look at these minions already on the core.
Big play from Gosu right there. The amount of map position, pressure,
popped off.
game momentum, everything just resting on that team fight. And
Guapsi popped off.
stands strong, does all the damage. It's so big for them. Now Ackerman has to relegate Link to split push, and they have to give him pressure in other ways because now the team fight 5v5 is so much in the Gosu's favor. They found their footing in this game.
Yeah, and that's the interesting thing for me. I feel like Zia maybe overstepped what he thought was his survivability.
Here's the deal, guys.
Into the fray of there, and even
I meant
to
not watch, to not go onto the internet at all night until I got back from work. I failed. I know that BTK lost. I don't know how exactly, but I know they lost. I got home a lot earlier than I thought. I thought I was going to be able to watch the whole thing from beginning to end, but I'm not.
No, they are not down and out just yet.
Ooh, Bush tech into Kufra. I don't think it'll mean much. The rest of the team isn't here, but Ackerman gaining this river control and vision, pushing them out of the jungle, and it's going to be up to Gosu to walk back into this.
Oh, nice, beautiful frighten there, followed into an I'm offended there, but
Come on.
Milo is going to go ahead and find
Gosu, give us a game 3.
But a safety Zia.
Give us a game 3.
Caught here is going to have to go ahead and dash out of the way there, followed up by Uzi, who's doing a great job of kind of scouting out these bushes and finding the
BTK out. No, this is a league, bro.
I've got to give so much credit to this high booster for hanging on.
They've got 15 more. They've got 13 more games to play, and then playoffs if they make it.
His moments, and that shows a true.
That's just one series. They still have to play every other team.
Game where normally Haya wouldn't be as effective, finding the picks, finding the damage to push Ackerman completely out of the fight.
Yeah, and right now we are at
We're just getting started.
Game. Whatever advantage. Oh, speaking of which, Kush actually does get a shadow kill onto him.
Bro, that's a lot of damage. Anna? Oh.
It's
a lot of damage, though.
Sitting there minding his own business, catches a shadow kill, latched onto him as Kush tries to run away. We're going to go ahead and start onto this next Lord. Uzi trying to get in a good position.
I think, honestly,
right now from Ackerman trying to find
I think Gosu could pull this off.
Yeah, we do see Poppy trying to. Nicolette gets taken down, followed shortly behind by Promise. This is the advantage that Gosu was looking for. This is, I mean, you're gonna this now or never to go ahead and latch on to this Luminous Lord. 3 members now trying to vie for some type of advantage here from Ackerman. Are they gonna?
What a find, bro!
On the damage.
What a
Milo
find!
Standing in wait, trying to find an opportunity to come in with this Tyrant's Revenge. Tunic and Zia in the back, trying to, I mean, at least try to provide a little bit of a distraction, and a great job by Kush, making sure that he's still
30 seconds
on the map, making sure that he's still providing that pressure, split pushing. You see him perched up high above everybody else, making sure he has vision on this Lord. Milo comes in with a Tyrant's
Watch for Zia.
Oh, we do see that Shadow's kill. He
finds Zia. Immortality pops, toinks.
Tunic in a little bit of trouble here. Uzi coming in with that big
toinks
of his, and then Immortality has been activated by
Why General not playing? I don't know.
About 10% here. Anna and Uzi trying to put on the finishing touch.
Oh!
Uzi comes in to zone out the rest.
We're going to game 3. We're going to game 3, boys.
Followed by Anna picking up this Lord. It's all Gosu from here right now. It is their game to lose. What a turnaround from game 1.
Holy shit.
Gosu comes back with the mental fortitude that no one else would have. They go down bad with the lag, with the disconnects, and they come back strong in this game too. Such good plays coming out of Gosu to wait until their time, to play to their win conditions, and now they're here.
Yeah, and it's a 20-minute
Washing machine just went crazy. LeChonk? What's up, bro? I like your name, LeChonk. LeChonk. I am LeChonk. Oh, flicker. Thank you for being a big fan, though. I appreciate it.
Comes the bravest fighter from Promise. Does get knocked up there, but we have a Lord at bottom to contend with.
Private sounds good. Private sounds good.
The assault there. Uzi does come in with some damage of their own. Milo in a little bit of trouble here. Nicolette still trying to put on the damage onto this Lord.
Come on, guys.
Comes in.
Come on, guys. Uh-oh. Give us a game 3. Give us a game 3. Finish it. Give us a game 3. Give us a game 3.
To Ackerman. This is a 1-1 series.
What a comeback. What a series we have on our hands, Private. Gosu goes down the gauntlet, down almost 6,000.
Give us a game 3.
Turns it around with a couple of really smart and patient picks. Gosu standing strong in the first day of the season, Private. This is a good look for Gosu.
Ooh, and honestly, this looks like
I called Gosu 2-1. All I'm saying is my prediction was Gosu 2-1.
Losing a stat they had,
I called the BTK game wrong, but maybe I'll get this game right.
17-minute mark. It was basically all accurate.
Maybe I'll get this one right. Ken, what's up, bro? How you feeling?
You have that early game advantage. You need to be able to close it up, but Gosu this time able to hold the line, make sure they got to this power spikes of that late.
Bro, they're playing the same music as last season.
Finding the picks on these characters, and I want to say that
they're playing the same music as last season.
Of that is just a lot less mistakes made by Gosu toward that late game.
Give me the reverse sweep.
Got to look at Ackerman the side of it. What do they do differently? They played much.
Give me the reverse sweep, Gosu.
Objective. They were diving 2 turrets deep, right? And to get the
make
kills,
things interesting.
The started meaning less and less, and you gave up more map state, and finally Gosu.
Bro, they're gonna be going all night long.
Looking at Guapsi here.
This is only second series.
The legend,
still 2 more.
It on at minute like 17.
We're just getting to 9 o'clock, bro.
Runs the game down. This man is 10, 4, and 6, 22K gold. Mountain head and shoulders above the gold of the rest of the team.
Usually, I would have something to say about marksmans like that in the games.
Private for M5, okay.
You know what I'm talking about.
Okay.
If you've ever been in rank,
Private tracks? Question mark.
Just like, yo, all I need is like 17 minutes and about 6 items, then I'll be able to join the fight. Unfortunately for Guapsi here, Gosu able to hold the line until he could kind of get those items and get to that point where that Blazing Duet was actually doing a decent amount of damage. We can see here this replay, Kush kind of this is the big thing. I'm not sure if we're going to see what we're going to see here right now. Honestly, Anna goes ahead and picks up the purple buff and then coming into the mid lane. Azia does catch a lot of damage onto here, but the shadow kill able to kind of negate most of that, especially Tunic trying to come in
should be
there
taking this
as
part.
well. Not too much damage put onto either of them as Poppy does find safety away from Kush. We do see that the Tempest of Blades does come down onto Anna, and then more damage from the bravest fighter. So, and this was basically the part before the turning point for the side of Gosu, who were just having a heck of a time.
Greetings from PH. Sorry if I was on the NAC, bro. I literally just started the stream. I just got off work.
That's the thing here is that the story about the early game. It's about as you move into the late game, how Ackerman
I cast tomorrow, guys. I cast tomorrow.
Zia diving in a little too deep on some of these fights, whether it was actually, I think it was Zia actually got caught, I want to say 3 times there. Once by Anna on that Hayabusa, which is what basically started the domino effect. Gets caught, shadow kill comes onto him, and he gets taken out. I do know one of them. It was on Kush, who did what he was supposed to and tried to get away from the shadow kill that was latched onto him. Unfortunately, he flew over Zia.
TOB cheated for real, bro. Ken, stop, stop, bro.
She wrote for Zia,
you can't say things like that, bro.
Yeah, I think we have to give our hats off to Ana here. Didn't get the early lead on Hayabusa that we would traditionally say he needed. He found his legs in that late game, that 13-minute mark on, where he started to make picks, and the damage coming out from that high that wasn't fed, but just started to stack on these really squishy members, and Zia getting caught a little bit. But I really have to take my hat off to the Ana. Finding picks, finding so much pressure, and sometimes he didn't get the kill, but he got so much damage onto members they had to push off, go back to base and heal, and that gave Gosu just 30 seconds to breathe, a minute more to breathe. And it was that story of buying 30 seconds in a minute, and then Claude's ready.
Yeah, and right now, I mean, we're 1-1 apiece here. Gosu taking on Ackerman. Different stories for both matches here. First one, very dominant for the side of Ackerman. Second game almost looked like it was going to go there too, but it did feel like as the game kind of progressed into that real late, Ackerman was kind of struggling with what they needed
Private's
to
gotta
do
work on his
to
lighting.
close it up. Not just there, but the players, I felt like started getting complacent with a little bit of their with their movement and their
Ben's staring at that camera sometimes. He's staring into your soul, bro. He's staring into your soul right now.
Anna was able to capitalize on. Even if you're in the late game, you're still facing a Hayabusa, and you're still talking about characters that are very squishy.
No way, BTK lost, bro.
So many kills and
they lost hard
in the early game, but then something clicked with Gosu. And it was
the boys.
On the line. It was Anna making picks, but really the Kufra. The Kufra changed something around, stopped getting caught out of position, and started to counter engage when Ackerman relentlessly kept diving. And because they didn't take those objectives, those turrets in the mid game, Gosu still had some turrets to play under, and that catch right there where Ackerman.
How long have breaks been between games, yo?
Gets caught by Kufra with the counter.
How long have breaks been between
really
games?
Breaks the momentum Ackerman has, and they start to step back out of the river, letting Gosu walk into the river, and that's when you can really tell the
about
momentum.
10 minutes, 5 minutes,
where teams are at by that river control. Who's standing in the bushes and who's walking around in the river with their shoulders up.
Yeah, but man, what an impressive game by Gosu here. Definitely showing and definitely having a little bit, I guess, getting
my prediction on this game was 2-1 Gosu.
The awkwardness from a lot of the issues that we were having at the beginning of this series, whether it's Wi-Fi or whatever. They do seem like they have shaken it out, and this next game is it's basically going to be it's the decider here, the best of 3 here to see who is going to come out here on top.
Ooh. Spicy picks to start this off.
We got the old school draft,
Gosu, which is a very strong team fight, and taking the YZ away from the side of Ackerman gives Farsa a little bit more space to work. But then answered Eve, Glue, Fanny. This is like huge. First 5 heroes picked in. This is a lot of power for both.
Fanny?
Yeah, they gave up, and this were a lot of bans.
Oh man!
In the early game for Gosu, so
I'm
assuming that they have a plan in mind. I mean,
they do.
Giving Kush Fanny.
There you go.
Kush, I
bring in the Cho Rome.
2 games
Moskov
from the qualifiers of the 4
Cho Rome and Moskov
were on a Fanny.
It's looking like what was it? Who played Onyx
right now? So you definitely need to have a plan. I do like the Moskov though. I've seen it before, especially against the Fanny. You get latched on.
What was it? MPL or M4? Where I think it was Blacklist versus Onyx, maybe.
Micro and the technical ability of these guys to be.
I can't remember what team it was. They literally picked Moskov, they picked Moskov, Cho. They picked like 4 or 5 heroes, all to deal with Fanny.
Really careful from Kush to not get picked up in this. Now they have a lot of other options, right? You have the YZ pushing into the Eve, but
Franco,
the
Moskov,
kind of
like it was. I'm pretty sure they just went crazy on him.
So I don't see a lane advantage for that, but I do see YZ Black Dragon's always going to be an advantage.
Ken, keep saying that cheated word. We're gonna mute you, bro.
As we get into like the mid and late game,
we're gonna mute you,
YZ
bro.
has a little bit of an advantage over that split as he's gonna be able to
we don't use that word here, man.
His passive on.
I love you, Ken, but we don't use that word here.
That Glue splits up into. A lot of these lane matchups, it usually comes down to it depends, because I see a lot of teams kind of ignore the lane matchup for what that entity provides for the team fight. You can have a Yuzong and he might lose to Laku.
Let me just get in the middle right here.
What Yuzong provides to the team fight is so huge.
That is a great point, Private. Very great point, Private.
Brings to it. We're moving into though the second banning phase. Ackerman going ahead, taking out Natalia as well. Definitely want to make sure that the assassin Fanny Kush actually has some room to breathe while he's trying to farm, because that's one of the biggest problems with the Fanny is if you're able to kind of upset them in the early game, you're going to have problems.
Yeah, what about you, Ben?
Like super blue buff reliant. We saw
super blue buff reliant. Very true.
A stronger team, and like if they have a chance to go into that blue buff and they lose, they keep the little minion there. It hurts Fanny so bad if she doesn't have blue. And the Claude is banned this time by Gosu. They don't want the Moskov to have a late game threat. I think Moskov actually plays really well into Claude, but they don't want to allow it over. Brody being banned out so that Moskov can get to that point of the game.
Okay.
I think it's answered here by maybe a Melissa. You have the Beatrix.
They better pick up the Cho, bro. Cho Rome.
The Wanwan's banned, so maybe
Cho
Beatrix,
Rome.
Melissa. That's why I would
Cho
think
Rome.
Zio would go, but he could pop out the Harith once again.
My only question here right now, with the bans kind of on the board, is what we're gonna have as a protection
he's mad. I know he's mad.
For our Eve. Like, do we have
TLB beating BTK?
Stop, Uzi as he to
it makes sense, bro.
As he kind of comes in for the Eve.
Makes a lot of sense.
When in answer to that, we have Zia, who's gonna have on the Melissa. She's gonna have that go away ultimate, that bubble, like to be able to stop the initiation from the side of Gosu, and then you're gonna have a beautiful amount of CC with that wild charge.
Bro, listen, BTK still has all season to get their shit
Melissa
together.
Will actually poke out this Moskov in the lane, but the Grok pickup, I haven't seen Tunix do a thing wrong yet. He's played fantastic, so I can't wait to see his Grok.
Lolita could work, I guess. I'm not crazy about it.
Into the Lolita, it can stop the Lolita. Into the Farsa, it can stop the Farsa. So I think Grok really makes sense for punching through this team fight and creating like a lane for that, the Fanny, and then maybe even the glue, depending on Melissa where she's
lost moderator privileges, bro.
Is gonna be able to punch straight through. They go back with the Ling into the Fanny. Assassin versus Assassin matchup again, Private.
Yeah, this is the interesting thing. I kind of touched on it in the last game. It did feel like when it came to these compositions that were the same composition versus the same composition, at least
I don't know about that
Ackerman
link.
seems to just be able to
damn, tonight's the battle of assassins, huh?
To execute faster and better. It just comes into that late game.
And they bringing in the assassins tonight, bro.
Which I felt like may have had a little bit of issues, maybe getting a little bit impatient during a lot of these engagements. Really opened the door for Gosu. So I mean, we're gonna have Fanny taking on Ling.
You're being too spicy, Ken. You're being too spicy, bro.
To, expand on it's gonna be our last game though.
I cast tomorrow, Ruby.
For
Ruby C, I cast tomorrow.
Now, looking for that third, and what's gonna seal the deal for who's gonna be top of the mountain here.
Yeah, and we've gone to a little bit of the same matchups. I think Assassin v Assassin's so fun and explosive to watch.
I think they should have won.
Artillery mages facing off the balance.
I think Gosu should have picked something bulkier in the jungle.
Let's go into game 3, the deciding game between Gosu and Ackerman. Who will take this home?
Yeah, what I do like is that like the collective breath of fresh air for the look at the pressure already on Kush here. Definitely not trying to let this Fanny get off easy is the side of Gosu. He's gonna go ahead and try to pull that into the bush, make sure that they don't have vision on it. Does Milo.
Wanted to force Retri out there, but the Grok just provides so much damage. Lolita can't stick around for long because if Fanny does get that and you're chunked out to half, Fanny can then chase the Lolita down. So I think it's really smart from Milo to move out of that position once the blue buff is taken away. You couldn't force Retri, but you do have vision. The Grok just provides that tool to keep the Lolita out. Great play from both supports, keeping the Fanny safe.
Yeah, and right now just kind of vying for position here. Still too early for anybody to be really making too many plays. We do just start. Anna has started. On the purple buff, and like I said,
I would say I do like Ackerman's draft a little better, but I can't. I wouldn't say that like it just outright beats Gosu's.
3 members, so we are outnumbered here. Kush, not able to pick it up. It does go over to the side of Anna. They're able to.
We're gonna dance.
The Retri game won.
Uzi though having some problem in the XP lane.
And a Grok's taking a lot of damage.
Yeah, Tonic does actually take a ton right there as Milo and Poppy going to go ahead and get themselves to safety.
Whew, I may have jumped the trigger on that one, Private. I was like, woo, he done got chunked out. I thought it was going down. Retri God's Ana steals again. And finding his place in this
Retri God's Ana.
Early game, late game. Ana has showed that he has the mental fortitude behind, ahead to make the plays. I would love to see the XP lane and how that breaks on the glue.
Yeah, I know. Even the glue is, like, honestly.
Melissa's able to poke out a little bit of the Moskov because Moskov's pretty short range and she can push the puppet up and give a lot of space to work with. But Moskov's frozen the lane, making sure that Melissa has to step up into this lane, and Ling is looking for lunch.
Yeah, he is looking for a little bit of a meal there. In comes Promise, trying to put on some damage here. One thing that I have noticed about this composition is it's kind of shades of what BTK faced up in our first series. You have the Farja, you have the Lolita.
Is Poppy ripping?
So that means that when Farja comes down
is that Fleur?
With that feathered airstrike, you're going to have Milo there to be able to try to provide support with that Numenon blast, to able to slow people from trying to come in.
You have mod back, bro.
If they can get close enough. Right now, we are starting onto the turtle here right now. A decent amount of damage comes in.
We're trying to enjoy the
Dragon
games tonight.
out. Not many targets on the board for them right now, as you have the two tankies, the individuals from
good play,
Ackerman
good play.
sitting here waiting for a good position. Kush not in a great position here to be able to do much.
Good play.
Turtle gets picked up by Anna. Great for Gosu right now as Uzi deep into enemy lines. I'm not sure if he's gonna be able to find his way out of here with that split.
Feathered airstrike, come on.
Down goes Uzi. So we do have a kill. 2 kills on the board for Ackerman, but they lose.
Go for it, bro. Go for it, bro. Go for it, bro. You went the wrong way.
Does not find a kill. Great job by Ackerman backing up.
Nice play from Ana, though, putting a lot of pressure on there. And you know, if Farsa had the feathered airstrike right there, multiple people would have died. But Promise being so annoying on Glue and ducting the YZ, pushing him back into the Eve where he has no chance. But now YZ is 0-2. So a lot of times when we've seen YZs and today in qualifiers, they've been ahead. A YZ from behind is a much different Dragon.
Yeah, you can see here right now, Promise doing a great job of kind of like issuing out a lot of the damage here. Guapsi is putting on some damage there. Tonic in a little bit of trouble there. Zia
the play, Zia goes down, taking out the gold lane.
Members of Gosu who are in trouble.
Zia taken down, and that's big for the side of Moscow, giving a lot of space in the lane, and Mello takes the kill. That's not exactly where you want it, but it is a kill nonetheless. That kill would be much more optimized than someone else. On the side of Ackerman, it's kind of the same deal. They don't have any kills on Nicolette, Kush, or Zia. It's all kind of starts Promise and Tunic. They need to find a way to get those kills, that gold, that 200 gold injection, onto the right heroes for the best optimization of the gold.
Yeah, Milo in some trouble here. Fanny Kush trying to do his best to put on the damage. Milo gets taken out quickly. It is 3-1 in favor of Ackerman. Gosu in a little bit of trouble here, but as we start moving into the mid game, I think this pressure exerted by Kush is going to start to diminish. Uzi coming out of this bush here. I think he does know that Kush is in there. Are we going to be able to put on some damage? He's not really afraid of it. Kush misses his cable there, just throwing it out there, I guess. A little bit of a peekaboo for the Yuzong there. Tonic is going to go ahead and disengage from this fight. Turtle is up though.
Gosu could definitely win.
Is moving towards this Turtle. It's both teams want this. Glue and the YZ has moved away from the XP lane. We don't need the XP. We don't need the gold. Let's team fight.
Yeah, we do have 3 members here trying to vie for position here. Fanny on the other side of the map. Black Dragon is out looking for the kill onto Nicolette. In comes Kush. Is he going to be able to find a
Nicolette
kill?
takes Turtle.
The Turtle here, and down comes the real world manipulation.
Big whiff by Anna.
Tempest the Blades coming down does get out of that split.
Oh, Anna's going for it.
Feathered
airstrike, feathered airstrike.
Airstrike trying to put on the damage, and beautiful ability there by Nicolette to put the damage on to Poppy before he can kind of really get settled in.
Ack can win this. Honestly, this was my upset game of the night.
Right now.
This was my upset.
Being the highest DPS,
I think Ack is the better team, but I had a feeling that Gosu might win it.
If you miss Retry by like
this was my upset game
the next thing
that I guessed on.
That objective, that Turtle, that Lord, whatever it is gonna be Eve's skills, and she collects Nicolette, covers up the Retry, and gets the objective. I was about to say and praise Kush for his position and his plays, but ran out of energy in that last fight and couldn't quite finish it up.
Uzi just having some issues conceal play.
That's kind of the you get out of a Fanny.
Oh, good bait.
Flicker.
Baited out a lot of skills there.
Poppy is going to make sure that he finds himself some clearance from the rest of his team.
You saw how he waited?
Right now, so
you saw how he waited?
The kills on the side of Gosu.
He got their skills. It's cold. What's up? Welcome.
Somebody dove somebody, and somebody died in a turret, it looks like. And it's maybe a solo kill. I'm not sure what happened off screen, but both XP laners take a death. And I think that really favors Promise because he's already ahead, and that means YZ can't farm the gold back. Just depends on the position of the wave.
Oh, and this is something that we were just talking about. You saw that Kush tried to dive in onto Guapsi, but with being, especially with that marksman, they're able to push him away. So now Guapsi in a good position here as the feathered airstrike comes down to try to zone them out. Zia might be in a bad way here. You do see the hungry eyes of Anna, but a Black Dragon comes out. Uzi in a little bit of trouble deep in
Sorry, he finds it. 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 Go, 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 go. Go, 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 go.
Able to get a kill. Down goes Anna, and Milo trying to fend off this assault. Beautiful cleanup there by Nicolette. Kush on the back line here puts on that beautiful ultimate and is going to be able to pick up the kill onto Milo.
Nicolette on her strength, that artillery mage Eve. She's doing so much DPS 3-0, and they may get Guapsi.
Yeah, and this is what I was talking about, the value you get from Nicolette on these type of artillery mages. Eve just dropping down, has great positioning, great damage, and able to find the kills, even clean up for her team here. 7-4 right now, in advantage for Ackerman.
Ackerman has such an annoying
Even though I'm from a
lineup.
different country, I really appreciate your hard work and care about ML and NA. Thank you. You guys are the best. Thank you so much. It's cold. That means a lot.
You got Go Away. Such an annoying comp coming out of Ackerman. And right now, they've got a 3K gold lead.
Yeah, and they're going to go ahead and pick up this turtle without any type of interference.
Honestly, for me, I felt Big Floppa. I felt like if Gosu won this, it would be an upset. I think Ackerman's the favorite, honestly.
Kind of, fall back here on the side of Gosu.
Gosu, I think, just wants a little bit more time so this Moskov can really hop in and start carrying the game. I think they got to play around Moskov a little bit more. Unfortunately, YZ's gone down a little bit. Has a couple of kills now, but went down a little bit. Didn't get fed early, so can't do big Black Dragon things. He's kind of like little Black Dragon right now. He's got to like edge down what he wants to do.
Yeah, a tiny Black Dragon right now. Just a baby Black Dragon, still learning his way. Has aspirations of being a grown Black Dragon here as we transition into the 8.5 minute mark here. So
where's Gosu General? He's not really going to be playing like that.
Beautiful zone out there from Nicolette as they go ahead, pick up this gold lane tower without much contention from the side of Gosu.
Much closer game, this game 3. Both teams playing with a little bit more respect, a little bit more passivity, and much more calculated.
Passivity.
Only a 3K gold lead at this point. Last game was probably like a 6 or 7 gold lead for Ackerman.
Is that a word?
They still are in the lead, but Gosu's much closer, and I think they have the same win condition in the Moskov versus the Melissa. Yes, Melissa with the pub can push through, but you do not want to catch a Moskov late game Inspire.
My only problem here is as we move and transition more and more into the late game, Kush is going to fall off without much value. You're going to need to start clearing, I guess, lane clearing with him. But on the side of Gosu, you still have
it's not zero.
Tempest of Blades. You still have a lot of mobility on the map. I fret as this gets later and later into the game. I feel like this kind of goes into the favor of Gosu.
Ling caught split pushing, may lose blue buff here. See if the Retchie comes down, possibly.
Yeah, Black Dragon is out. Uzi not able to come in time to save that purple buff, and you're going to have to kind of chalk that up to a situation, unfortunately. Anna perched up above, looking for an opening, looking for somebody to get low enough for him to swoop in and steal that kill. Not an opportunity just yet. Promise coming in with that split, looking for a target. Does not find Uzi. Oh, kind of lands on him a bit there, but not too much, not too worse from there are either team.
Yeah, it seems like Ackerman is starting to invade the jungle.
Anna played good on the Hayabusa end of last game.
Those are 2 camps that went over to Ackerman. It's not a huge thing, but we talked about it earlier. Now this Lord pressure has gone completely. Ling's not even going to contest.
Yeah, and that's the value you're getting out of this early game. That's why I said, like, this is what happened through the first game. They had the pressure. They kept that pressure on and made sure that they didn't get to the late game. This is going to be the true test for Ackerman. Either you close it up into the late, you close it up before the late game, or as you get into the late game, you definitely need to make sure that you're not making any mistakes.
I feel like it may be the same story, Private. You're right. Like, yes, it's a 5K gold league, but Gosu looks really comfortable here, rotating very well, not getting picked off. This is a really low kill game in comparison to the other ones. It looks like Gosu might have found out the Ackerman playstyle, the dive, the rotation, something here. They're playing much more smooth and avoiding a lot of these more pitfalls.
Yeah, and unfortunately, especially with the composition of Ackerman, there's not much you're going to be able to do into the game. 7-4 isn't so bad for the 11-minute mark here right now, but the towers are definitely in the favor of Ackerman.
Yeah, I know. They got to work on their
right now
purple and orange thing.
So maybe like that 15-minute mark. Lord here is at the bottom.
I'm casting tomorrow.
At the top. Unfortunately,
casting tomorrow, guys.
Up there, so she's not going to be able to do much. So Lord has started crashing. Black Dragon is out, followed by a feathered airstrike. Zia is in the back line trying to put on some damage. Not enough just yet. Lord gets taken down. Promise is deep into the lane, gets pushed off. Moskov with that split.
Good pick. Good find. Good find.
Is in enemy territory by himself and cleaned up as such. Promise trying to come in here onto Anna. Does not find that split on him. Does find a little bit of a root, but not enough for the stun.
A great defense out of Gosu there, and against a lot of tools that make diving very easy. You've got the Grok wall that can elongate pushes, push people out. You've got the real world.
Not doing horrible on views.
Then you've got the Fanny to dive. The
We've got
really good for the go away ultimate.
2.1K watching on MLBB Esports and 1.8K watching on Mobile Legends North America.
Stronger, but look at the itemization coming in. It's so much more even in this game as you see the items stacked on both sides quite evenly. We don't have anybody with a huge advantage in one position anymore. They are are 5K gold down. So yes, Ackerman is in the driver's seat, but Gosu seems to be holding on kind of comfortably.
I'm going to go ahead and say it right now is that the pressure is starting to slow down from the side of Ackerman. We're moving into about the 12-minute mark. We're still not able to kind of push onto these towers yet. We still have a decent amount from mid left. No towers yet for the side of Gosu. So it's still on them to kind of make a stand here yet. Oh, beautiful stun onto Ana. Catches them. Tonic with a beautiful beautiful ult there to catch Ling as he was floating over.
It's not. It's orange and purple.
So this is going to open it up for
it's
them.
not red and blue.
Airstrike come down.
It's orange and purple.
Manipulation from Nicolette to go ahead and zone out the
oh, that's it. GG's.
Finds Cutthroat
GG's.
from Kush on that Fanny. Uzi going to try to get away, get stunned for his effort. Black Dragon is out. He is just going to use it to escape. Look at the damage from Zia onto that tower. It is all Ackerman. It is their game to lose. They are not letting it up, not making the mistakes that they made from that second game. Uzi doing his best to fend off this assault, but this is going to
Guapsi still doesn't have a death.
This Lord for the side of Ackerman.
He could maybe pop off. Nicolette's KDA right now. Sheesh.
What a play coming off from Tunic. Delivers again. Multiple games in a row. This support has made pick after pick and enabling the side of Ackerman. Not only picks into the side lane, then catches the Farsa in the mid, barreling his team, providing these situations, these opportunities for Ackerman to win this game.
Yeah, that's just something you don't expect as a Ling, as you're like floating over everybody's head with that Finch pose, a wild charge to catch you mid wall float there. That's just amazing. And like you said, it's been basically the entire story of this team. Tunic has been that just base, that structure for the side of Ackerman, and especially once we get into this late game, we're gonna start seeing how well it kind of manufactures out. Luminous Lord at the bottom, which means that that top lane is gonna be wide open.
Anna's going to cut, but it looks like Ackerman smell it, and they're down here waiting for Ling to try to cut these lanes. That was the only play he
Moskov
really
can't be aggressive. Yeah, it's true.
Marching down the lane that doesn't have an inhibitor. If Gosu takes a bad fight right here, it could be game.
Yeah, we're gonna go ahead and start putting on the pressure. Feathered Airstrike coming down, trying to take care of these minions quickly. At the top, we're starting to mount our offense. Promise and Zia coming out there as we have a Luminous Lord at the bottom. We have cleared out the minions from the top, so a great defense so far from the side of Gosu. Uzi does catch a wall for his efforts, and Nicolette still putting on the damage there. Kush trying to come in onto Ana is not going to be able to find the kill onto there. You see the rest of Ackerman trying
Ana,
to
though. Ana, very bad spot.
Tempest the Blades comes out. It's going to use that to try to
He's
get
pulling everyone away, though.
He's
pulling everyone away. He bought time. He bought time. He bought time.
Gosu defends. Ling's over there hanging out on the wall.
He bought
not
time.
Really doing anything, looking for a chance to go onto the backline. Probably Nicolette when she posts up with that ult. But then Gosu defends 4v5, doesn't lose a single turret, takes a little damage on them, but that is an incredible defense.
Anna goes down. Anna's going down. Anna's going down.
Is exactly what we were
They're playing Ring Around the Rosie over here.
Into the late game. Ackerman starts to lose focus.
Bro, do you see this Kush and Ana chase?
To get stopped here. Uzi is on that Black Dragon. He's trying to get out of the way there.
Come on, Guapsi. Come on. Oh, you're dead.
Does get taken out by Promise there. Uzi
Ana
gets taken out by Nicolette, but Ana able to clean.
Ana?
Gets taken
oh!
Well, Nicolette is by
herself.
I'm not sure if this is the fight that she wants. He's with Kush there, so she does have a little bit of support, but it is still 2v3, and you're going to be looking.
Ana just IQ'd Kush. Come on. Let's be real. Ana IQ'd Kush.
They do decide to go ahead and
I know everyone's talking shit about Ana, but Ana IQ'd Kush.
It looks like they want to still
had Kush chase him around. Had Kush chase him around, and was like, all right, I'm gonna go back to base now and clean your team up.
Ana with the fast hands right there, recalls from a Fanny duel in the bottom lane, the bottom side of the map, gets back in time, cleans up 3 members on the side of Ackerman with really quick ulti dashes. That was really clean coming out of Ana, and he showed again. It feels like he's
squared.
A late game assassin.
Yeah,
he's
squared.
So good at it late game.
Yeah, into the late game, and especially right now, Nicolette doing a great job. 5-0-5 has not been caught yet, and we were talking about maybe her being a problem here because of the having to stand still on. Oh, look at that damage!
Oh,
charge and cleaned up by Tunic and Nicolette there, and
that
this
sucks.
is the problem. You keep getting caught by Ana, getting a little greedy for that. This is going to open up the Lord. They have no retreat to defend this, so Ackerman's gonna be able to pick this up quickly.
I feel like I just cursed on him when I was praising him, and he got a caster curse right there because Tunic picks him again, catches him on a wall, wild charges him, and then Nicolette just dumps a little bit more damage.
Why are we calling him Tunic? I thought isn't it Toinks?
Again, finds a lane, one of the most mobile assassins in the game, finds him again with wild charge.
I'll bet you didn't know it.
Looks
Grok
like
was a counter
Toinks.
to a Ling, apparently, as Ackerman is proving out here right now. Luminous Lord barreling through the middle as we have the
that's GG's. I mean,
Anna's
Anna's up in 1 second.
Bottom, you do have Kush with that fanny.
Maybe they defend it.
Members of Ackerman looking to take down this last.
Milo needs a big play.
The concealed play. Make mincemeat of that tower, and now
Milo needs a big play. Come on, use the ult. Use the ult. You got a perfect angle. Use the fucking ult. Use the ult.
Feathered airstrike comes down, but the go away is out, and we do land a beautiful stun onto
I think they can defend. I think they can defend. I think they can defend.
Putting on the damage. Wopsy in a deep trouble.
Focus Lord, 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 focus Lord.
But that is all she wrote, unfortunately for Gosu.
GG's. Well played.
With the win.
What a win from Ackerman there. I got to give it to Tunix again and again. This man on every support. He played Estes,
I thought it's pronounced Toinks.
He played Ruby. Wins again. Finds the picks. This guy is a star. I will keep my eye on him for the rest of the season.
Bro, what an amazing game there. I want to say, though, like, I feel like Gosu had the plan there. They just, Ackerman, less mistakes toward the end game. I know it kind of slowed down, especially once Fanny starts falling off. Kush, not able to do too much there, but definitely the beefier, I want to say, who was it? Tunic doing a great job, just becoming that trendsetter and finding the kills onto Anna, or at least finding the stuns on the Anna so that the kills can kind of come up from there.
Yeah, I think Nicolette grabs MVP, but if we had an award for like playmaker, big boss getting the picks, it's got to go to Grok on Tunic, right? But let's look at Nicolette. 507, the DPS. I wish we had a damage graph here. I bet she's off the roof with damage.
Yeah, and this is what we were talking about. This is kind of where she shines with those howitzer style mages that can lay down damage from afar. We were worried about people being able to dive into the back lane on her, especially Uzi, but unfortunately Uzi not able
I have
to
to
find
add
the target. Had to actually fly, would use that black dragon to like flank all the way to the back of the team fight to try to find somebody. But right there, every single time Zia was there with the go away to stop that black dragon from latching on to Nicolette or himself. Great game here and great decision making by that entire team.
Yeah, you got to praise Ackerman again here. They kind of like lost their way, it felt like, in that like 12 to 16 minute mark. And then they found themselves in the last 2 minutes of the game, making a pick onto Anna. They push in and they get a side lane turret. Making another pick on Anna, they get Lord and they end the game. It seemed like a story of Grok making picks and then them going for objectives again and playing through that support's playstyle and waiting for him to make the picks and controlling the flow of the game. That's going to serve Ackerman really well in the days to come.
Yeah, amazing gameplay by both of them. Unfortunately, and this was a close gameplay as well. Yeah, you can see right there a beautiful wall coming up.
Hold up, I gotta add the link.
By Wings
Control
does
C.
take out the mage there as well. Nicolette following up quickly. Poppy getting taken out immediately from this fight. We're gonna go ahead and press on even more in a flicker there.
Poppy getting taken out
of harm's
quickly.
way. This is what we're talking about when it comes to a lot of this like tower diving ability from, oh god, Kush coming in there. I completely forgot about them. The kill he got onto Milo there. So like, and this was almost shades of the first game where no tower was safe for Gosu. Every single time they thought they had the ability to kind of wait, Gosu able to dive deep into the back lines to be
Look
able
who
to
it
kind of
is.
put
Liz,
on that
how's she
pressure.
doing? How's
So,
Liz sound tonight, guys?
Great game and a close
This is
game
her
played
first
by
time
Gosu.
hosting.
Ackerman just kind of came out with the win here in the third match.
Stop looking down, Liz.
Absolutely,
Look at the
guys. And
camera.
like you've been saying,
Oh,
this
she's muted.
game, this whole series between Ackerman and Gosu shows more than
She's
just
delayed.
strategy and team fight, but also the battle for perseverance and fortitude. Oh man, both teams tried so hard, and it really proves that 3 times is a charm. Ackerman proved their dominance throughout. And obviously, Tonics giving so much emotional damage to Gosu.
Stop looking down, Liz.
Game, with that Grok wall, as well as the cooperation with Nicolette. What do you guys think?
No, Liz's words aren't
A
matching
great
up with
game
her
played
voice.
by both of them. Like I said, it was
They're
close.
coming
It
in
could have
sooner
gone
than
either
she's
way.
moving.
I feel like Ackerman did a great job of closing up those gaps. Maybe kind of sitting down Zia a little bit to the point where he wasn't just making these kind of blind dives into the enemy hands there.
It felt really in control for about like 4 minutes.
Everyone's voice is coming in late.
Transition where Gosu looked comfortable. The slow down from Ackerman, but I have to praise Ackerman cleaning up their mistakes from game 2, playing objective focus, making a pick, getting a turret, making a pick, getting lore, and they played really through those pick then something comp.
For sure, they are here to secure that
Everyone's
win,
voice is
to
delayed.
secure that trophy now. Everyone, through all the technical difficulties. Thank you to our casters who've made it out through so many rounds of just talking. And now, guys, we are looking at a match 3 coming up very soon. But before that, let's take a short 5-minute break. Get your snacks, get your stretch out, because we will be back very soon.
MLBB players, the 2023 North American Challenger Tournament spring season officially begins. Captains, time to register your team. The climb to the top can be tough, but when you have friends by your side, anything is possible.
2023
2023
2023
NACT Spring Season.
NACT Spring Season.
NACT Spring. Yeah, sound is coming in delayed, huh?
Spring season.
The NACT Spring Season. I'll see you there.
Or is it me? Wait, is it me? It's me. It's not the... It's me. I just noticed it's me. My headphones are having an issue. All right, let's try this. Check, 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 check. Yeah, like it's not muting immediately. That's weird. That's weird. I gotta figure out how to fix this. Let's figure out how to fix it. It's still happening. That's so weird. I gotta figure out what's going on with my PC. And why there's a delay from sound getting from it to me. Lloyd, I know I'm hella late, bro. I know, bro. I know. I had to work today, guys. Some of us still have to work and put on our big boy. I'm sorry, guys. I fixed it. I fixed it, right? Check, 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 check. Sorry. I just had to I should have muted first. I should have muted my mic first. I'm sorry, guys. Did I murder everybody? My bad, guys. My bad. My apologies. I just yeeted you all, huh? I yeeted everybody, bro? RIP headphones users. Breaking news. Mobile Legends American caster Trex sends 30 viewers to the hospital after breaking their ear canals. My bad, guys. You're sure there was some issues with BTK versus TOB? Yeah, I heard there was some. I don't know. I don't know too much about it all. I want to see what Beth sounded like on the opening.
Can't say what happens next.
Welcome, welcome, welcome to the 2023 North America Challenger Tournament spring season. This is week 1, day 1. I am your host, Liz, and joining with me here today are our dynamic duo, the brilliant and charming casters, Private in his human form, and Ben. How are you boys doing today?
Yeah, what's going on? It is the Potato King here, minus the potato.
Magic Dust premiums like the great. Into my further ado, game guys.
Merrick. Like a little bit of, well, actually one time, but twice with Zane in favor of BTK. And I mean, you're hard pressed. He's proven himself time and time again. So I think a lot of people are just kind of hard pressed to kind of bet against him this time, Ben.
Yeah, if you're a betting man, it's hard to bet on anything but Zane. But I think him being on a different team now kind of splits up the Valley, right? And we have a lot of Valley members on the side of Ohio Brothers, and a couple of the
Bro, did it happen again?
casters have leaned that direction.
Let me mute my mic. Check, 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 check.
Yeah, it will be a special matchup between
Here from Hoon, and especially the Ohio brothers there. So we're going to see what we come out with. The priorities here, a little different than we've been seeing. A Lapu setting the precedence here for Wasians.
Now, that may be something out of scrims. Usually you don't see the Lapu band out unless you've already taken a YZ. You usually see him in the second phase, right? So have a Lapu band this early may spell for a little bit something funky from Wasians in the XP lane. That early with the glue band, they're really setting up XP lane pretty hard in advance.
Yeah, and that's the interesting thing here too, is setting up that XP lane. And I'm not sure if they're afraid of something or they just have something very specific trying to open up something else on the map here.
Okay,
you see that
we're better.
Valentina getting taken off the board on the side of a Lady Top as well with the Joy. So it's going to be interesting what we move on to. And Eve going to be the last ban of this first phase for the side of Wasians.
So if they don't ban Farsa,
have they explained the point? There is no point system, though. That's the thing. I don't think there's a point system. It's just going by wins, by match wins, which is kind of sad.
That takes off all
Unless,
S-tier
did they
mages
say
right
there was a
there. It
point
really
system?
paints a strong advantage for the side of Wages in the mid lane. Like I was talking about earlier, I want to see Lami Top pull out some pocket picks. Nobody knows you, and use that to your advantage. Use those picks. Like for me, it would be Edith. I would pull Edith out, and I'd try to stomp lane and maybe have a little bit of team fight. Right? Find that pick that you're so good at that they're not going to expect, and punish them here.
A very interesting thing here too is that you take out Valentina, which opens up the Faramis for you and what you're going to be able to do. And we've seen a lot here so far when it comes to these matches that people will try to match. All
right, let me top versus Wasians
and sometimes get outdone. Are we going to do that, or are we just going to go ahead and counter with the Faramis on the board? It does open up the Fredrin and Melissa. Fredrin has been like a mainstay.
I don't know. I said that I want them to do a point system, but I don't know what their plan is.
I'm going to look away and hope that it gets locked in because I can't wait to cast over an Edith game. I think that may be a great answer to why the Glue and the Lapu was banned. I was going to say if you were going to ban Glue and
it's not going to be about wins. It'll be about
ban something else, but it looks like it's for the early game of the lane for Edith to make sure she has a good lane phase.
It'll
and
be
I'm going to wait till it gets locked in
about matches.
Further, but woo,
there should be some sort of point system, yes.
Granger.
But I don't know.
The last time I've seen a Granger in top tier North American play.
I'm sure they'll release it at some point.
That's going to go ahead and get locked in by the side of Wasians.
Personally, I like the Filipino point system.
Picked up on the side. They're going a more tankier route here on the side.
Because you still get points if you lose 1-2.
As we move in to the second banning phase.
A lot of zone control.
I don't know. With a Granger, they could lose. Wasians, I'm not crazy about Granger.
And then the go away.
And you got Freddy. I feel like Let Me Top have a good comp. This will be a good test right here to see like how good or bad Let Me Top is, because their composition is decent so far.
That we've seen other languages like Shark play earlier.
Yeah, the only problem I'm seeing with the compositions right now is that Lami Top really kind of extending into that late game. There's not a lot of damage. Melissa needs items. She needs time to kind of get set up, and then she doesn't even really kind of come into play until like you really have that damage to kind of fend them off. After you have that go away, you can sit inside that bubble and just start dishing out damage. But that's really well into the late game, whereas I want to say right now we've got a good mid-game spike on the side of Wasians.
Yeah, Wasians are going to have trouble in this XP lane and what to run into Edith. A little bit of an unknown hero. Only a few things are actually really good into it. So I'm really curious to see what they draft themselves as, again, Wasians pin down the XP lane, creating a huge gap as far as the tiers of heroes. They've been out Lapu, Glue, NYZ, and then taking the Edith themselves. There's only a few picks left that can go into the XP lane that can actually be considered in that S or A tier.
It's very interesting to me
Maybe
here to allow so much into that XP lane for the banning phase here.
They maybe could have grokked
too many,
but they banned it.
Other options here that apparently they're not taking advantage of. You've still got the
Dairoth,
kind of like fend off some of that CC
I would have said
from
grok,
the side
EXP.
of Lami Top. I'm not actually sure if this Faramis, she has played in the qualifier. She did play Faramis already in that mid lane. I'm just not sure what we're going to be doing with it now, because it does have that little flexibility. You can still put it in the roam if
Super
you want,
Shark,
but I do like
Super Shark.
having it in the mid.
What's up, Shark?
And then having another roam out there to kind of help keep you guys top.
Is that the real Super Shark?
Their draft from Wasians is so flexible right now. Faramis can be played in the roam or the mid lane.
Abdul, that is the point system for Philippines.
You can do
Yes.
some crazy things. So really flexible draft. I mean, even Granger, you don't want to see him in your gold lane, but I guess he could. Right? You expect him to be the jungler, and so super flexible draft coming out of Wasians. I can't imagine being Lami Top here and saying, "Oh, we're gonna draft to pin this. We see this, we can counter this," because it's so flexible right now.
Very interesting draft right now. We do get the Benedetta out there. So you do have a decent amount of damage and maneuverability around the map. So, I mean, here's the thing I do like about this, especially if this is going into the XP lane. Going against Merciless here, a lot of CC, or going against the Edith here, Edith has a lot of CC. Benedetta has a lot of like engagement tools that can negate that CC.
Trex voted for
Not
BTK.
just that, but she clears
I did though, Super Shark.
that she's going to be able to rotate and help her team there. So this is a great answer.
I had a feeling it was wrong.
Yeah, I think Edith still will take this lane unless One Punch just really outplays with the dashes and the repose and stops that CC. Then you've only stopped the CC from Edith, right? Then you have to deal with all the ultimate damage that you just built into her passive, pumping out into you, right? And with the Benedetta, she's not really a tanky hero. 4 or 5 autos and she's gone. But is this the first Xavier we've seen today? This could be huge.
This could be huge.
Definitely first Xavier that we've seen today. But on the other side, we see Atlas coming out. And I'm kind of wondering what we have as a counter for that Atlas. Nothing on the board yet. We don't have the Diggy and a great pickup by the side of Wasians here. And I hate to see it, but a Hanabi. I'm not going to say I hate Hanabi's players.
Bro, Hanabi? Are they
making her way
What
to
are
the main
Wasians
stage
doing,
here
bro?
in North America is Hanabi. Ooga Booga picking that up.
Bro, listen.
As his last
If
pick.
Lamey
I
Top
think they're going for a wombo combo.
lose
with
this
Atlas
game,
making a big set, and
if
then Edith can
Lamey
still run on
Top
top of it, and then the
lose
ultimate
this
layer.
game,
That's a lot of group CC, and that can really start off this game.
it's just pure
Yeah, as much as I
disrespect.
hate to say it, I do kind of give this away to Wasians. I feel like their composition really kind of feeds into.
You're giving it to
everybody. I feel like they
Wasians?
got the draft that they wanted. They had something
Stop,
very
bro.
specific in mind, and
Private.
pretty much got their way with it.
In what
Good to
way is
punish
their
this
draft?
level
I'm
with
sorry.
Edith, and she wants to be at
Listen.
level 2 before she can really do anything. Benedetta's gonna have
Let's
to
be
do
real,
some
guys.
ability cutting the lane.
Wasian's
Now, Benedetta
draft
has
is
his
not that
advantage
good.
rotating up to this Lito, possibly
It's
turning
kinda
the
bad.
fight.
Can we be honest
Yeah,
here?
we do see a lot of attention being paid
It's-
to the mid.
it's
right
not
now.
that good.
One Punch kind of coming in there right now, trying to put on some damage there. Not able to put on enough there.
It's a troll.
Clito on that. Granger,
If we're going
this is
by
gonna be a sight
draft,
to behold because
Lamey
I
Top
don't
is the
really
better
hold
draft.
Granger in the highest regard, especially marksman junglers in general. So we're gonna see how well.
The only
they play this
reason
out.
Wasians win this game is because they're just gapping
Yeah,
them,
and
bro.
then all gets popped
It's
up
pure
there from
gap.
One Punch. You were talking about it. There's no, you can only kind of get away from so much CC as a Benedetta. Unfortunately,
Looking like a pair of
Merciless
skin-tight
able to kinda
jeans,
capitalize
pure
on
gap.
Ooh, Edith needs some help in this lane. Benedetta needs some help in this lane because Edith's going to start pushing and get the gold off that turret very soon. The rest of the team's pushed into the red buff area here, maybe stealing the buff away.
Yeah, not able to kind of really capitalize on it as Hali does go ahead and chase off Kate. Oh, does get caught there by Reese, and that's not enough. Okay, actually, in
Lamey
some
Top
trouble
should
there.
not lose
Does
this game.
catch, a little bit of damage there, but is going to go ahead and find the safety back home.
You kind of highlighted the point earlier, Private, where what does the side of Lamey Top have against this Atlas ult? And if the Atlas hits a good ult, it's all over. I mean, this Xavier, no
That
way
is
to get away
literally
from
it,
once the
though.
flickers burn. If the battle spell economy does not go in the favor of Lamey Top and they start to lose out on that,
All they
this
have is the
gonna
Atlas.
have a field day. This Edith can make a flicker play. This Atlas can make a flicker play, and it's all over.
Yeah, and that's going to bode well for them when it comes to these engagement here. Gollum does come
Bro,
in. There,
Lamey
does get
Top is
dragged
late game, though,
behind
too.
By the Shadow Stampede. Merciless
That's the
gonna
thing,
go
though.
ahead and
Lamey
spend
Top
that
also has
flicker
late
to
game.
Get out of the way, but now we are moving on to the turtle.
They've got Xavier and Melissa.
Actually, 3 members versus 4.
Their
right
mage
now.
is a better late game than Ashley.
Oh, here it comes.
Oh
And
my
Phalanx
God.
is out, and down
Lamey
goes
Top.
a Reese. Golem able to flicker
Lamey
out of the
Top.
way. Klee still here
Come on,
in
guys.
the mix, trying to put on the damage, but it's not going to be enough as it does look like Wasian's going to go ahead and pick off this turtle without much regard for their enemies.
I just got to give it to Kate's positioning there. In that
Let me
rotation.
ask
He
you
moved
guys
behind the
something.
rotation, didn't
Let me
answer
ask
all
you
the way
guys
to the bottom
something.
lane, but waits for them to drift back
Before
to the
anyone
top
tries
lane,
to say
punishes
Wasians
them
has a
with
good
large
draft,
ulti. It
if
could've
you
been
saw a
even worse,
team in
but if the flickers
M4
burn to get out of
lock in the
dodge,
draft
they do
that
take the turtle
Wasians
late,
have right
honestly,
now,
thanks to
and
a
you saw
great
another
positional
team
stance from Kate.
pick
Yeah,
up
that might be
the draft
shades
that Lamey
of the
Top
rest of
picked
this
up,
match. What do we
you would
have in
be
answer
calling the
to
team
as well?
you'd be calling
You're
the team
not-
with
I mean,
Wasian's
unless
draft
you're gonna be able
garbage.
to, as a Reese,
Wasians are
that
trolling
Xavier,
the
you'd be
hell out
able
of
to
them right
stop
now.
him from getting too close to your team. But in these engagements, on these objectives, what are you going to do when your team's grouped up?
Hanabi, how is Melissa? Like, Melissa's getting pushed back in lane right
A
now.
little bit of damage. You know, now
Melissa's
that I
getting
just
pushed
looked at
back
the
in
comp,
lane.
Wasians have taken 3 marksmen. They have Granger, they have Hanabi, and they have Edith, who's half a marksman at least. They have
Melissa's
3
got
marksmen
one of the
this comp,
longest
that's so much
ranges.
damage, and then
She's getting
so much damage
pushed.
plus
She's
so
getting-
much CC.
Where's your-
This draft is out of this world from Wasians.
Bro,
Yeah, it was
stop.
a very specific
Guys.
draft, a very specific bans by them as well. And that's why I said I really feel like they kind of got what they wanted out
This
of this
I don't
draft.
know.
They're
I'm
gonna come
wondering
in
if the
here,
cast
Klee
is
as
Ben
actually
in
hiding
private
Zodiac,
trolling
making a
me
little
right
bit of trouble.
now?
He
Are
doesn't
they trolling
realize
me?
He's caught in a bad way, caught by 2 of
Oh
them.
my
Does
God.
get taken out quickly. Kaliko down for the count. Lee's going to go ahead and continue.
I'm wondering if the casters are trolling me right now. If they know, and they're just playing it.
Lee is not able to do enough there. Ashley comes in, does not land.
Spencer, this draft is insane right now.
Her enemies yet.
Almost a mirror play
Ben's
of what we
trolling.
saw earlier with Cade standing in the bush ahead of
He's
rotation,
trolling, right?
predicts the movement of the enemy and punishes them walking too close to a bush. Need to be able to either, number one, check bushes or keep better vision on both these supports as they're starting to make plays with vision on each other's team.
Yeah, and those types of
the
plays
caster's
really
just
kind
playing
of
it
set off the early game for Asians too. They had a great engagement. It's just that they got caught not paying attention to kind of these or getting the right vision on this map. Kaliko comes
Watch
in
the
here
feather
with
on
Merciless
Hanabi.
Wand Punch. Gonna go ahead, get out of dodge. Not gonna be able to dive under him right now, but the next turtle is up. We're starting to get ourselves a little bit of position. Merciless does not land that pop-up. Golem sitting here does have that bulwark out for members. Cade looking at it in the same position was Cade.
Nice petrify.
They do go ahead and read it out.
How do you keep getting grabbed, bro? Heal gets it though. He gets it. Good play. Good play. Good play. Good play. Clean up. Clean up.
Not able to capitalize on it just yet.
Clean up.
Beautiful pull there, but stunned up right now is Merciless trying to.
Blame me,
find
top.
himself
You
a
can't
little
let them
bit of escape.
disrespect you like this.
Beautiful pull there by Cade to go ahead and secure
Can't let them
the escape
disrespect you
for
like
his
this.
team member.
And
Lame me.
I think we just answered a question in that team fight right there with the Numenon Blast coming after this set. If Golem's able to move himself, maybe with the flicker, maybe with better positioning, out of that Fatal Links and just hold down that Numenon Blast on top of everything, it does provide a bit of a counter. I think the problem will occur is if Lolita gets caught in that first CC, never have a chance to get that ulti off.
Well, and yeah, that's kind of the problem there if she gets caught with it, because I mean in the optimum in a perfect world, Lolita's outside. Oh, concealed play does come in.
Come on, Golem. Come on, Golem.
For members of,
There you go. There you go. There you go. There you go. Good play.
They make quick work of him. Fatal Links comes out there. Lee gets made into mincemeat as well.
I mean, at least you get the gold laner.
No worse for
Fair.
wear is either team.
I would say it's a good it's a good take.
Edith doesn't follow rotation and gets a huge chunk on the mid lane. Almost took the turret. That will lead
But they
to
lose
a
that.
lot
Yeah,
of
you're right.
pressure. If Wasians are able to break that mid lane turret, they'll have advantage in rotation and speed and where they can walk in the map. And that's something that Lami Top can never.
Bro, he baited you so hard. Golem just.
Merciless did kind of go ahead and wait around. They do sense blood in the water. They really want this mid turn. I'm not sure if this is going to cost them. You see, we're going to go ahead. Uga Booga going to go ahead and rotate down. Going to fend off against this Benedetta. We're going to see how well that kind of works out.
Uga Booga.
Usually like a marksman chances against it, but you see the rotation starting to come down here. We want to put pressure onto this bottom one. Uga Booga waiting patiently. Wand Punch comes in. The whole team kind of started to engage here.
Wand
not
Punch.
Able to dive into that turret
Wand Punch,
just yet.
man.
Great job by Wand Punch, baiting
Wand
out some
Punch,
abilities
man.
and then getting herself to safety.
And
It's Wand
Edith was
Punch, man.
rotated away from the Benedetta. That's a really interesting call. I don't know if the Benedetta got to an itemization spike or a power spike that the Edith didn't want to deal with, but we might have a mid lane fight, Private.
Yeah, that's two tanks though. Golem taking on Cade, so both decide not to really expend too many abilities to try to take each other down. This is going to go ahead and open up this next turtle. You see it doing a great position.
Bro, Hanabi was last pick.
Bring it to their side. Golem coming out.
Oh, there we go. There we go. There we go.
Does not catch any
Come
members
on.
there, but there comes
One
the
punch,
Doggy
man.
One, followed by a cold altar there as well. Golem
Bruh.
gets taken out. Chiclito cleaning
Bruh.
house here right now. Three
Bruh.
versus three
Guys.
for two right now on the board.
Okay, and another great position. The pressure this Atlas is pushing out. They're walking in the turret trying to get it with no minions. Private, the disrespect on these guys.
Yeah, a little bit greedy there. Chiclito is going to go ahead and try to get up on top. Assault smelled that in the water. Going to go ahead and dive well behind the tower there. Doesn't want any piece of that. That's just great groundwork. Wand Punch taken out by Cade.
Did Kai just...
I think Wand Punch was trying to rotate away from the damage of Uga Booga and then got caught well into the backline. Cade doing a great job with the positioning of this Atlas.
Making plays very aware on the map, and I think that's kind of relegated always to the roam, right? Control of the map, knowing where everyone's at, punishing positional errors that they can. One thing that I haven't seen them punish, though, is this Xavier in the mid lane. Have been able to free farm now to level 9, and Xavier, late game, power spike. He is a bully. I think of him a lot like Sicilian. He doesn't have the infinite scaling as Sicilian, but once he gets to the 12-minute mark, 13-minute mark, after he's built Truncheon, he's going to have so much damage in these team fights.
Yeah, but you're still gonna have to fend off. You're still gonna have to fend off. Look at them all diving here. This is gonna make it tower as well. Down comes with the Dawning Light.
Where is everybody?
Gets cleaned up
They get a
quickly,
tower,
but
that's
the
good.
problem here is Xavier
They get
has
a tower,
great
that's
time, but he
good.
just doesn't have the most
A lot on
maneuverability.
Assault 1
Up
here,
at the
bro.
top, you do see One
We
Punch
can't
might
sleep
be in
on
a little
Assault.
bit of
We
problems
can't
here.
sleep on Assault 1.
Merciless is not the fight you actually want there. One Punch thinks twice about it. Is going to go ahead and disengage.
We cannot sleep on Assault 1, yo.
You're surviving this Edith lane much better than I thought he would, and I think that's just a testament to the skill that this One Punch has on Benedetta, really mastering the hero with the riposte, getting out of the stuns, and then dishing away from the damage when Edith does pull the ultimate out.
Yeah, One Punch is
No,
gonna
bro.
go ahead and get out of here. Looks like they go ahead and end up on the
Wasians.
same lanes. Assault in a little bit of trouble here. Getting
Oh
taken
my
down
God,
very
bro.
low.
They're
And
getting picked
unfortunately,
off,
that go
bro.
away, not enough to save
Where's your
them from
team?
Hugo
Literally
through
all
this
5 of them are in
damage.
different
Golem
parts of the
comes in here,
map.
does land a beautiful stun, and that cleans up
Bro.
Ooga Booga. Got a little bit careless, did they, down at the bottom.
Yeah, it does cost the Flicker of Lolita, which is a very important battle spell to have, and I think Wazens are going to take that to the Lord, at least this topside turret. They pass by the Lord and prioritize the turrets again. Going for that last outer turret on the ring gives them so much rotation pressure in the jungle.
Oh, Dawning Light comes out. One Punch. Oh, misses that final blow. Stuns out of it. Does collect it up now. Here comes the Cold Ultra trying to keep them topped up. Golem is not long for this world as Reese trying to put on the damage. Assault comes in here from the back
Assault.
line, and I'm not sure that they're going to be able to fend off. They do get the
Mid.
successfully
Dead.
defend that top tower, but you see
Never
here
mind,
at
he
mid,
gets away.
Lee doing a good job of trying to split push and split up that priority.
I just think this triple.
Bro, that
marksman
ultimate
combo
from Reese is actually pretty
damage
cool.
and way too much CC. Then the Cold Ultra on top to give them all survivability. On an excellent draft. What a creative thing we've seen Wasians pull into this game in this lobby top.
I mean, speaking of way too much damage with 3 marksmans up the, they make a short work of that Lord. Does Wasians, and that's an early Lord, not too much behind it, especially when it's not luminous. But I mean, right now we're talking about momentum, and momentum is in favor of Wasians.
Yeah, 4K Gold League in a triple marksman comp. I think Ranger has that spike that you want to hit in mid game, and then he falls off a bit, relegated to utility, and then has that long range ult.
My question is, bro, was it game 1? BTK gave over Fredrin and Farza? They gave Fredrin and Farza?
I don't think anybody would have been prepared for this.
Ooh, beautiful. Going in there, gets the taunt. Golem is still in the fray right now. Cold Altar comes out, and I think Golem does have that bulwark out there. Beautiful Cold Altar there by the side of Wasians. Ashley doing a great job there, and they do go ahead secure that.
Lami Top's not too far
they're
behind,
just
right?
basically
Never mind, they're
enforcing
6K
their will
behind.
right now, and there's not
5K
much that
behind.
the side of Lami Top can do to stop it.
Yeah, I was looking for Merciless to put the Flicker and get out, but it was actually Cold Heart that came down and saved him and saved that battle spell completely. Ashley playing so well in the Fairness, the timing of it, being in sync with her teammates here.
Yeah, they're all kind of coming around here. We might have a little bit of a flank here on this Benedetta. One Punch might be in trouble here. Is going to try to dash away. Dawning Light coming in to try to cover her escape. Oh, we do see that final blow come out from One Punch. It is able to find an escape. Oh, Chiquito actually might be in a little bit of trouble here. Is getting taunted here. Chased down
Lami
by
Top
Lee.
is messy,
One
bro.
Punch in the background as well.
They're
Cold
so
Ultra up at
messy.
the top. Chiquito trying to get out of there. Does find an escape, and we find 2 kills onto
Chasing
Lami Top.
Granger, bro.
Finally,
instead of
used aggressively there.
They have to understand that Assault is like the most important player on their team right now,
and
they
they
need
trade
to.
that for Ooga Booga in the long extended trade.
They
but
can't just
still a
leave him.
Great play coming out of Wasians.
One Punch and Khalid both just left him.
Methodically increasing their gold.
Man, let me just tell you, Chiquito is a slippery mofo right now because I thought he was a goner in there. Oh, you do see One Punch just get popped up. Tried that final blow. Is going to get caught in the
Bro, every time. One Punch.
Not enough to save him. One Punch down for the
The
count.
Walmart One Punch man.
Yeah, going into that Edith is ever in the lane. She has a really great clear just because of the passive was increased on the last patch.
Some
but
dude,
then
what's
she has
up,
to clear
bro?
and get out of lane. And Edith
What's up, dude?
That, and if you spend your dashes and your riposte to dodge the EDCC, you have nothing left for Cave.
Assault and solo queue, bro. They're definitely Lemmy's.
And right now,
Lemmy Top's having a rough game.
10-4 right now, and about a 4K gold lead for them. Dawning Lights are coming out on cooldown, but it's not enough to kind of stave off the pressure.
Panda's watching this game. Black Odyssey's watching this game right now, pissed. They're like, how did we lose?
Right now, it no longer belongs
We whiffed
to
so hard in qualifiers.
Give this late game advantage, at least in the mid lane, to the Xavier is going to have so
Sorry,
much
Lemmy
damage
Top
here.
will learn. Lemmy Top will come out of this season as a strong team. But they're going to have a lot of trouble in these this early weeks.
He's done
First
really
4
well
weeks,
to
bro.
only die
First
once
3
in this game with
weeks.
so much
Lemmy
CC
Top's
and
just
coming
gonna. They're gonna
out,
get the work.
We need him to carry in this later game. It's got to be him and Melissa really destroying the entire team.
Yeah, and right now, as you look at the stats, there's not much on the side of Limey Top that they're really going to be able to do here as we move into the late game. They don't really have a lot of damage. Oh man, we do have a nice golem gets popped up there. Really,
some dude, yes, they have a season now.
Sure they don't have a lot of pressure here onto this Lord.
This is day one.
Activated for one member. I'm not sure if that was early or not. We do have a pop up there. Do take down.
Yas, what's up, man?
In favor. Ooh,
good pick, good pick. Come on, this is your chance. This is your chance. This is your. Oh my God.
Follows as well. We do see that the Fatal Links comes out there. Golem and Assault are taken down as well. Ooga Booga doing a great job of laying down the damage as well. Reese.
Bro, they're trolling. Techno Gaming, they're trolling.
Does find the kill.
Ooga Booga's trolling hard with that Hanabi, bro.
Starting to see that Xavier damage come online, but Edith right there punished for an extension. They do trade up in kills, but it's really not that bad of a trade if you're down this far.
They're
in this
trolling
game.
hard,
6K
bro.
gold down, they do get the Lord, but you did trade a couple of kills back. It will relieve the pressure for the setup of Lord, but all these members will spawn in time to push with this Lord.
Yeah, I mean, about a 6K gold lead now, too. I mean, it wasn't pretty, but it got the job done. And Ooga Booga kind of coming in at the late game here. I hate to see it, especially on a Hanabi, as a Hanabi hater myself, but...
it's not meta.
I mean, Ooga Booga doing just a
we all know it's not meta. They know it's not meta.
Down the damage and cleaning up towards
they're
the
trolling.
End of that fight.
Yeah, I don't know.
They're trolling, Yas.
Because every Hanabi on my team, 0-10. Every Hanabi on the enemy team, 10-0. I don't know what the difference is.
Apparently it's skill level. We're dealing with the tippy top of North America here right now. Lord crashing in, gonna go ahead and chunk down this top tower. Dawning Light comes on, does go wide. Still putting on the damage, and down is an inhibitor down. You can see down at the bottom.
Maybe it will become a real pit. Hey man, listen. If Ooga Booga picks it, listen, I hear what you're saying. I hear what you guys are saying. He likes weird picks. He's crazy, whatever. He wants his own meta. I hear it. If he picks this against the Ohio Brothers or someone big, then I'll really believe that he just doesn't feel like he has a big advantage here, bro. I'm casting tomorrow, some dude.
And it has worked out for Merciless.
The same play was setting up. There were Merciless tries to keep it in the lane a little bit.
All I'm saying,
coming down to finish with the CC.
Just because Wasians win this game doesn't mean their draft is good right now. They're just gapping Lamey Top so hard.
His push.
They're gapping them, bro.
That last exterior.
You're not going to change my mind.
Turret for the side of Lamey Top. They have one more turret left. It looks like they're able to step up in this Lord. Wasians is allowing them this position on the map. They need to get in there.
Lamey Top has a decent draft except for the Xavier.
Yeah, I mean,
and even the Xavier could end up being decent.
How much did it really affect them? They got 2 towers down for that. One more inhibitor tower on the side of Limey Top.
Now, as we get to, we're 15, 16 minute mark, right? As we get to this point in the game, that gold lead means less. The unfortunate thing is they're almost 10K ahead, so it still does mean something. But as we get later and later in this game, the gold means less.
Tomorrow's schedule is.
Only get to level
let me
15.
see.
And after that part,
let's see.
Is tearing and ripping the Wasians team fight comp apart.
Yeah, you see, I don't even know if they realize it or if they're going to want to try to answer it. They're in a nice group here.
Tomorrow is Wasians versus Area 77, Game 1. Empire versus BTK, Game 2. Gosu versus Lamey Top, Game 3. And Ohio Brothers versus Ackerman, Game 4.
From this Hanabi is that the anti-CC there that you don't usually think about.
Yeah, I think the anti-CC plays so well into actually a lot of heroes in this game, and it's preventing a quick end to the game. We're at 17 minutes. This is a very slow and methodical compared to what we've seen earlier today. Ohio Brothers, BTK, very quick games. Ackerman, maybe the quickest, didn't count, but still, you get my point. This is a very much slower game.
Elijah Salmon donated $10 through Super Chat. Hey Rex, how you been?
What's up, Eliza? Thank you for the Super Chat. Thank you for the dono. I really do appreciate it. I've been good. I worked all day. I was actually about to lose my mind at work today. I had a really rough second shift today. To not have to say a lot, we ended up having to close down the restaurant today. Some things happened, and it was pretty intense. But we should have closed at 4. Instead, we didn't close till 7. It was a day. Doesn't land on anybody. Doesn't land on anybody, bro. Tide wasted. Ooga Booga finds Leal. GG's. GG's. One punch. One punch. One punch. One punch, man!
way. I can't believe we only lost one.
I'm just glad that I got off early, and I'm here now, and I can actually watch these games live.
I've seen in
I'm ready for tomorrow. I'm ready to cast. It's been a while since I've casted on a tournament, bro.
To play it into the Edith,
It's been about 2 months.
Prowess that it has to dodge all these skills, to land and petrify multiple members. And
I'm okay. Yes, Elijah. Thank you for asking. I'm fine. I'm fine. It was just it was a long, you know, sometimes we have long days at work, man. Sometimes we have long days at work.
Elijah Salmon donated $2 through Super Chat.
Juan
Okay,
or
nothing to the
Wasians can
bad, right?
negotiate these lanes. I'm not sure. I'm pretty sure the Lord's
Yeah,
going to
nothing too bad.
mid, which
We're
doesn't
fine.
give them a lot
I'm
of space
fine.
to be able to take that bottom turrets or where we're going to actually put on the pressure. Oh, they're wise.
Restaurant will be
they're
fine.
wise to Juan punch here. They're definitely not going to go ahead and let the split push happen.
It was just
They
frustrating.
have let it happen. Now he's going to
Because a lot of us were saying we should just close, and the owner like didn't want to close. And in the end, he finally had to kind of just say, "All right, fine, we're closing."
Yeah, we have one minion down at the bottom. Actually, 2 minions down there, so they're going to go ahead and try to take this turret. Coming in is Cade, zoning out the rest of the team there. Now we have no more inhibitor turrets now. Lord is at the base. We haven't started on them just yet. Lord gets taken down. Ashley does activate that Cult Altar. You see the thumbs up there. Oh, no. Assault gets taken down.
Bro, come on. Golem. You didn't have flicker. That sucks.
We don't have the flicker to capitalize on it. Ashley,
They're just bullying you guys, bro. They're bullying you guys so hard. GG's. GG's. Thank you for the donations, Elijah. I really do appreciate it.
20-minute mark, they catch a Lord push in, and I thought One Punch was going to do enough to distract them, to pull them away. But then the Granger ulti comes right across. Destinata hits the Melissa in the back line, grabs the kill, and then they have no DPS to clear the Lord or minions or the rest of the push.
You hate to see it, and what I mean is a Hanabi on top and a Hanabi success.
They got to work on this background music, though.
But I mean, a great job.
They got to work on the background music.
Just enforcing their will there, and especially, I mean, doing a great job of kind of zoning out. And kind of negotiating this CC as well.
We're doing okay on views, though. We were at like 2K on MLBB Esports, 2,000 on Mobile Legends North America. Not bad, bro. What are we looking like on Facebook?
20 minutes is a long game. There were opportunities before that definitely closed the game, and it wasn't like this was a snowball that needed to close.
What do we look like on Facebook?
The way that Wasians drafted is maybe the most interesting draft of the night thus far. 3 marksmen, and they have so many kills on them. Look at Chalk on the Granger, 6-1. Ashley, the only Faramis to like really, for me, run the game, save teammates, perfect ulti usage.
Well, I mean, the draft
130
makes sense. What is the biggest counter to a marksman? A fighter. So they took.
It's the same music they did last year,
and then ran with a 3 marksman. I mean, I feel like this draft was the most deliberate and most well executed for their side there as well. We could say here in the replay, Merciless does kind of come in there, catch a beautiful CC on to Gall.
Bro, listen. If they were even skilled teams, I'm not trying to like hate on Lamy Top like at all. Like they made it here, they're gonna learn a lot this season no matter what. But we all know that they are probably bottom of the totem pole here, right? And there's always one, right? I mean, look at TNC. They're not doing that great in MPL right now, you know. There's a lot of teams that aren't doing all that great in other leagues. So there's, you know, not everybody can win. But yeah. Hopefully they don't let this get in their head. I think they need to I think their draft is like maybe their thoughts behind draft and picks isn't bad. They just need to work on their rotations. They were very split up in that game.
In a different regard, they
like very split up.
And the damage that
they kept getting picked off through all the mid game.
The Faramis even dragging people back into the fight, and then
like
3 marksmen worth of damage. It just seemed like an overwhelming comp, and I have to give my hat off to Lamy Top for staying in it that long. They did not make that an easy game for Wasians. They fought back to the 20-minute mark. Honestly, if the Destinata wouldn't have come across that Nexus for the Melissa, we may still be in that game.
Yeah, indeed. It's very great gameplay by both, but that's only game 1. We still have at least one more here as the to see if the series can get tied up or if Wasians are going to go home early and successful.
planning another XP lane. Looks here, Faramus this time banned out. So that leaves the Eve and the Valentina up thus far in the bans. The Lapu ban taken again. Will they target the XP lane so they can get Edith into the matchup? Or will Lami Tops find a way to outdraft them here when it looks like a similar draft coming out of both?
Yeah, very interesting too, and I feel like both teams
Like
kind of have
this
the
is the
opposite
middle,
approach. They're,
but it's not the
on
middle.
the side of Lamy Top, we're going to go ahead and take out that Fredrin. On
This
the
is
side
the
of
middle,
Wasians,
right?
we're going to go ahead and take out that Faramis. A bit of respect there from Wasians for that Faramis pick. Definitely don't want it used against them. But we do, and the early game Lapu for me is it's going to be interesting because I doubt we're going to go for the same game plan. I doubt a triple marksman plan is one of those things that you can play twice in the same series, but it leaves open Joy.
Ooh, Joy taken. Now, we know this isn't the Joy of old that can run over the early game or run over the game. It's an annoying chaser that has a little bit slower start than it used to. But I think a good answer from Lami Top to be really annoying on the map. And one punch.
Ken Bryan, congrats. Congrats on what?
On the Eve. Edith, first picked again.
Congrats on what, bro?
Yeah, and that is actually not, especially if this goes into the XP lane, it's not actually a bad pick into a Joy because of the amount of CC that you can put onto her. Slower at the beginning, you said, but still.
Am I gonna watch BTK versus the Ohio Brothers? I don't know. Maybe.
Aggregators of like just XP
maybe.
And damage.
I ruined it. I already know that they lost 2-0, so
it
kind of loses its excitement.
Plan from Wasians here to deal with this. Chiclito going to go ahead.
Kind of loses excitement. I really wanted. I thought I wasn't gonna get home till like 12 or 1 a.m. and my plan was to rewatch all of this without spoiling anything. I wasn't gonna read chat or anything like that.
Finish up a team fight much cleaner than.
But I got off early,
and
I didn't want to start watching from the beginning when the stream was still going. So I just decided to start watching. By that point, I had already looked at the internet. But I haven't looked at the internet all night tonight until I got home. Because my goal, like, I knew if I got on Discord, I knew if I got on any type of social media, I would have spoiled it. So like I've been ignoring it. I've been itching too, guys. Like I've been itching. I've been sitting at work like, man, let me look at my phone. Let me check the game real quick. Let me check the game. And like I'd be like, nope, I can't do it. I don't want to spoil it. I don't want to spoil it. But eventually I came home and I spoiled it. So.
Fanny. I am not sure how I feel about a Fanny just because I feel like Edith, if Edith is anywhere near, you could latch on very easily.
Bro.
Get that pop up there, and then Fanny you're just going to be mincemeat.
Fanny's a good pick.
If you predict where Fanny's going to go in the cable, you can set Fanny, but I'll say it's not easy.
It's very hard.
I think if Fanny still has
There's no way.
place to run around here. Man,
if Fanny gets hit by, if Fanny gets caught by that Edith,
Moonok's like not considered a marksman, but she's played in the gold lane as a marksman sometimes. Still has that DPS with the auto.
Hoon did say 2-0. He did say 2-0. He did say that. I'll give him that.
A 3 marksman comp again.
Well, I doubt. Ashley's definitely. I think is going to go mid because you've got 3 magic.
Did they look good doing it, guys? That's the real question. Did they look good while they were doing it?
Spreading that out, get a little bit more physical damage on there.
Was it a slaughter fest?
I
mean, 2-0 is a slaughter fest, but like, was it a slaughter fest?
For the entire team. We're going to be moving into the second banning phase. We do see Eve getting taken off the board for the side of Wasians, and I'm wondering what
BTK
else
had
we're
lag
have
issues.
Here. I'm assuming this Joy is going into the XP lane, so we're looking for that mid lane. Well, honestly, I don't know where Joy is going to be going. She could be going to XP, she could be going to mid. So we're possibly looking for a mid or an XP and a roamer for the side of Limey Top.
Showing some flexibility, I agree. I think it's what we see here. I think it'll go in the XP lane, and then the jungle will be Fanny, and then we're looking for a mid lane and an XP here. I think a lot of times teams take these really flexible picks, and sometimes they outplay themselves in draft, and they pick so many flexible options, and then they have a weird pick in a weird lane with somebody who's not that comfortable on it. And so I hope that they're toning it down here and just taking give me my pick that I want to play, because Lami Top shouldn't have much counter picks in this, you know? They shouldn't have many people who know their pocket picks and take them out.
There's a Lao Yi ban out there. I actually looked on the other side. I'm like, is Nicolette on that team, or what is going on? I've never really considered Lao Yi one of those mages that it's something very specific going on the side of Wasians to warrant that ban. We're gonna go ahead fit Ooga Booga with that Bruno pick though.
It looks like the triple marksman comp again. I mean, if you count Lunox as a marksman, and I am right here, it's kind of the same comp running it back again. Instead, this time, you have a dive jungler, and that gives a lot more ability to run over the game than Granger has. So I want to see what they can take in the mid lane. Will it be the Xavier here again? It didn't have much of an effect. It didn't really run the game on the side of Lami top, but I think Xavier can be a good stop. Again, you ran it last game. It did okay. Ashley takes the mage, so you're looking for K to support here. He could go Atlas. I mean, last pick Atlas again is fine because you won't have the digging counter. Wasians again, intelligent draft.
Yeah, that's kind of the interesting thing here is that you have some of these drafts.
Whose game got restarted?
Specific thing in mind, but there's a lot of teams that take advantage of those things with the Diggy being open, with the Atlas being open, which is very interesting. This does open it up for Atlas to get picked up because you're going to have the last pick on the side of Wasians, but we're going to go ahead and pick up the Cho.
Showing some flexibility, Kate. I loved him in the first game. His positional awareness, who he was punishing on the map, his rotation ability.
Okay, so who's the best gold laner in A? I don't know. Act versus Gosu got rematched. Okay, they had some issues. That's what I was reading some things, some in some chats, but I didn't really get it all.
Interesting thing here is the amount of burst damage as they could possibly have. There's a lot. I mean, I feel like there's a lot of single target on the side of Wasians here.
Joybaj disconnected first game, but made no diff.
I mean, that's all you really need. You get to Cho, you get into the back line, you isolate a single player, whoever it is, especially in the early game. If all of you are single targeting on the same person, you're going to be able to burst them down quite quickly. And that's kind of what
pretty crazy
like to see with these compositions.
That they got beat that bad. Because, so like last week I was running scrims for them.
I think they'll be fine. I think a little
and
bit of a stud to that plan.
I mean, they never face the Ohio brothers, so I think that's going to be their major problem. But they clapped Wasians 2-0. They clapped, they were clapping everyone 2-0. But
them. Are we going to take this to a game 3, or do Wasians walk home with an early night under tow? We're already mounting up the pressure as K goes ahead and flickers out here, just really kind of putting the boots on Lee here right now.
The draft?
But is
I don't know.
Fended off. He does pick up that blue buff.
All K wants to do there is
this is a weird draft.
They can contest lead though, and then they have a bit of an advantage. They're actually not going for it.
One punch?
They're so smart to walk
I don't know. I mean, yes, you have the joy, but again, like, there's joy in the Fanny. But like, Wasians already proved that they rotate better than you. They play a bit better than you.
Red buff too, even though he was a Karina, because he knew that the probability was there for Lee on that Fanny to go ahead, get that purple buff, and then rotate quickly.
A lot of set potential from Lamy top.
Rotated to the orange, saw that there was nothing there,
with
so
the
like a wasted time there, and now we're mounting
with the
on their own orange.
I can't believe I can't remember his name. Fireboy.
Yeah,
Fireboy.
You do see that orange buff that's gonna take it down.
Valier.
Down
with the Valier and the
down as well. Cade taken low, but is gonna find a quick escape.
I'm having a total mind blank right now. With the Valier and the Grok. Nice set potential,
great
but
rotation coming out of Lamy top, catching me off guard, definitely catching Wasians off guard, and I can see the map. They drifted up there and got the pick. Really well done from them, finding a pick early, and it's to Valier. Valiers usually don't have that much damage. They're usually utility and just slow stuns and things like that. But if a Valier gets fed, he hurts so bad.
Yeah, and that's going to be the story of this game here right now, to see if they can kind of continue on with this pressure. One Punch going ahead with those dashes on the Merciless. Ashley coming down here, going to provide a little bit of support, but this is a joy in the early game. It's very hard to really kind of land on that pressure. Gollum and Cade, the eternal struggle of two roams with the slap fights that they can dish out to each other. Neither one really coming out on top, but you do see that Cade is going to have that dragon, that wave, the dragon punch first. We go ahead and reset the turtle here, though. Good job by Golem with that wall.
Private needs to. Ashley roams down to get level 4 on the XP.
Never mind.
Leaves it completely, leashes the turtle, and sets up.
I think Private could pass the mic a little more.
Better of it, and they go somewhere. But it's really cool to see how they're distributing XP to across their team. Great comms.
Yeah,
and Ben could talk a little more. Ben could talk a little more.
Fights where everybody has to clash. You only have single targets on there. Oh, One Punch taken dangerously low. Merciless comes in there. Beautiful.
One Punch, what are you doing?
Klee might be in trouble here. Is getting taken away from the Lord, which allows Kaliko to go ahead and kick up that turtle, and they go ahead and capture that quickly.
So much damage. Again, triple marksman. I don't think that people are really prepared in this. Maybe we may see a shift or a specific drafts prepared against Wagons if they continue to this playstyle. So much auto attack based damage that Edith, then Bruno.
Oh!
Dive.
Ooh, Ooga Booga
There you go.
It's taken down quickly. Assault 1 with the finishing touches on that kill. Meanwhile, Cade is going to have to disengage here. Gollum and Reese do spot him out.
Okay, on the golden show, making it look good. Honestly,
Bro, he just stole orange buff.
And I think that the rest of the team plays.
Cholito just stole orange.
The vision he provides, he's so annoying.
Come on, cutthroat him. Good job.
Cholito does get cleaned up here. Unfortunately, those dance moves not enough for Limey Top. Merciless here down at the bottom.
Play by play.
Clean up lane before disengaging.
Play by play,
back to
Soxy.
his tower.
I think between the Joy and the Fanny, they have so much chase.
I can do both. Like in M4, I did both.
Caught out of position.
But I did play-by-play for RQ versus Falcon. I did play-by-play for the Valley versus Burn Flash. I did play-by-play for
Yeah, it's just right now. This is such a better
RQ.
game,
I can't remember.
we saw from game 1 here, and especially when it comes to the single targets.
Day
right now,
one,
like,
I did. I'm trying to remember all the games I did play-by-play for, but
that's not what you want when it comes to this. The isolating abilities here. You don't have a lot of AOE, a lot of.
But yeah, I'm more known for my play-by-play, but
items.
I can do just about anything.
The first items are being finished up, and a lot of people have split. Oh, a dive here on Ashley. She gets out with the ulti, no problem. The white ultimate's so good for disengaging. But off screen, Bruno picks a Beatrix.
Oh my God, and a golem, and a golem.
So they're gonna go ahead. They might actually. Nope, they're not gonna be able to get this tower as Reese is there right away to go.
You look so tall during M4.
Here, for their team. Merciless does miss.
That's just because everybody's short.
We have a great positioning for this turtle. Joy, Wad Punch coming in here. Not gonna be able to put the damage on there. Retry's gonna be well enough to go.
You know who's a tall desk?
I think Bruno may be.
Though, remember when I casted? I think it was RQ Falcon. I was casting with Naisu and Gideon. Me, Naisu, Gideon. We were the tallest desk in M4.
2 kills on 2 deaths as well.
We were the tallest desk in M4. We were the 6-foot plus desk.
Merciless taking
We're the 6-foot plus desk.
Is he gonna be able to get that cut float onto him? He does.
Cut float. My man said
down
cut
goes
float.
Merciless, beautiful pick up there for Lee.
Great use of the mobility, and I like that Merciless went Inspire this game, but Flicker may have saved his life there. Inspire is really useful for dominating the lane and providing a little bit more.
Here's my question, right? How is Lemmy Top so behind in gold right now, bro? Good pick, good pick, good pick.
With the greedy pull,
good pick.
Does get that tower, but pays for it with his life.
Yeah, it doesn't get the trade kill back, but I think that's really good for him taking the turret. It leaves some pressure.
Dinar Queen, what's up? Welcome, welcome.
Fights whereas Beatrix, their minions will die to turret sometimes, and that's going to elongate the lane. Maybe provide a lot more ganks into the Beatrix from the side of Wagons.
I gotta put some socks on. It's a little cold in here.
Board. It just keeps flip-flopping to both teams here.
I'll be casting tomorrow, Soxy.
Does miss that big hit. Ashley gonna go ahead.
You'll hear my voice. You'll hear me yelling.
Yeah, Edith's elected again to rotate out of this lane and put the marksman into One Punch. Again, for the second game in a row, they've rotated this Edith out once the gold laner has cleared out the turret and giving Bruno another safer place to play.
Yeah, and that's the interesting too. A lot of damage comes from Bruno too, so he's gonna be able to iron. Oh,
what's a long neck?
Does find only 10% left.
Trex, aka long neck.
But that is a tank that you do not want to continue putting on the damage. Oh, finds the kill.
Does NACT use super account? What's a super account?
The bottom is still putting damage onto that tower. Does have to escape there as well. 5-3 right now. Lead still narrowly in the side of Wasians right now.
Yeah, this is a close game. Just like the last one, very close in gold. It's a 1,000 gold lead, but it's pretty similar to the game before this. Wasian's not really extending the lead. Limey Top staying right there in tow, picking back, fighting back. They're actually leading in kills, but behind.
Bro, Wasians, all right.
Yeah,
I mean, Limey Top. If you're not going to fight for the turtle, they shouldn't have all been close to the turtle. They should have went and took gold lane tower. They should have went and took something like that.
Get baited into a little bit of an attack here. Does get CC'd here. Baited out. Is going to be able to get away. Uses that ultimate and finds a secure escape.
I mean, I don't really I don't think there's a super account, guys. I have a tournament lobby. I can. You don't have to. Any account can have a tournament lobby.
Push by Assault is able to secure a tower for Limey Top.
Didn't even use the Inspire there. I doubt Fan would be able to make the kill, but he's going for it. Oh, I thought he was going to. Maybe Cade punishes?
No, definitely not able
but
to get
maybe
there
there's
in
something
time there.
different.
Cade
I don't
comes in
know.
here onto Gollum, but I mean, I feel like we're putting a lot of pressure onto these tanks. Not, I mean, you're wasting abilities that could have really been secured for the squishier members there. Ooh,
Oh, Cade.
we do have a nice Way of the Dragon comes in onto Assault, wasting time, unfortunately, with that Bennett's Rage. Did provide enough time for Cade to come into the backline with that Way of the Dragon and take him out. Meanwhile, Ashley might be getting caught here. Brilliance is activated. Cade trying to do his best to disengage for his team, trying to get out of here. Wand Punch is on the offensive. Down goes Cade, but cleaned up is Wand Punch with the damage from Ooga Booga on that Bruno. He is not done yet, but in a bad way. In between three members, gets taken out, and now you see Chiclito getting pushed out by Reese. He might not be long for this world, trying to get in there. Look at the damage, and he is not able to find a kill onto Reese. A great job by him on that Valier.
These two teams are not shy of fighting. Both teams skirmishing all game long. It's such a fun game. I know Private's tired. He's been talking the whole time. These teams continue to fight and fight and fight. We're at the 9-minute mark, and we have 13 kills. This has been a kind of a bloody game, but it's really tight in gold. And now that the kills have been evened out, the gold seems to be even tighter. So it seems like the 1K gold lead isn't gaining, isn't shrinking. Wasian staying 1K gold ahead, but Lami top close in tow.
Yeah, but the only thing that I have a problem with the slight advantage by Wasian. Okay, comes in there, but this is a tank that we have the damage on. You do see Assault coming in there with that.
I don't understand what super account means though.
Merciless over here does try to steal up there. He is activating that ult, but gets cleaned up by Wand Punch.
What is a super account? What does that mean? In a tournament lobby, you can use any skin you want. It doesn't matter what account you're on. If that's what you mean, like having all the skins, because that just comes with being in a tournament lobby. When you join a tournament lobby, you can play any skin you want. That has nothing to do with the account. All right, now I know what you're saying. It has nothing to do with the account. It's the tournament lobby. That's not the accounts. That's the tournament lobby. So if I host a tournament lobby and I invite you into it, you have all of that. Any account that logs into my tournament lobby has all of that. No problem. Sorry, I just didn't really understand what you were asking. But yeah, fun fact, it's not about the accounts, it's about the lobby.
Cade, that's great and everything, but Beatrix with that, oh goodness, another team fight maybe.
Yeah, Cade gonna have to disengage there. They're starting to mount their offense here. Not really.
And I don't mean to like sound condescending or anything. I just didn't really understand the question.
We do have Brilliance kind of being activated here at the bottom. Assault gonna have to get out of here. Does find an escape. Chiclito gonna help Ashley with that disengage.
Back to the point I was going to say, yes, Cade's making picks, but when Golem goes in, he's doing the same thing, making picks, and Beatrix now has the damage to throw over the top, over the wall, and get a really good bomb coming down on all those people that Golem wild charged me to.
Yeah, and here's the problem. Oh, man, as we go, another ultimate from Assault here. And it does look like that does get stolen by Chiclito there. Cade in a bad way.
Uh-oh, Ashley comes in.
Brilliance activated by Ashley. She thinks twice about going in there.
Chiclito, a little too deep. Good play, good play, good play.
Tries to dive in with that Shadow Assault.
Come on, One Punch, man. Come on, One Punch. Why are you walking so slow? You're activate that run for them so they can go ahead and sprint away. Right now, it's starting to narrowly get. We're starting to bring this tie. Private still has a few issues with his. He stumbles here and there.
One Punch gets taken out by Ashley, but then cleaned up by Lee.
He always brings in great energy.
Blow for blow. You hit me, I hit you, and almost like an old school bloody knuckles match.
Some of his small issues though are those he stumbles here and there.
You take the hit, then we take the hit. You take the hit, and it's
like his mouth moves faster than his brain, I think.
Not a lot, honestly.
Or the other way around. I don't know.
It wasn't much. Now it's like 400 gold. It's nothing now. These teams are dead even at 12 minutes.
Yeah, it's
one thing I like about Private though, when he gets excited, I really like that excited voice he gets. That like he actually genuinely sounds excited, and it's not. It doesn't sound forced.
Was almost going to get caught there by a Way of the Dragon by Cade.
And it always sounds good in like clips and stuff. Like when you hear highlight moments and you hear Private in the background during a big play, it always sounds legitimate and clean.
Bruno doesn't need a lot of autos. 1, 2, 3, and the Fanny's out. So it's a great job for.
Overall, though, they both sound good. Private and Ben sound good. For being on day one, which like day one of any event is always rough because there's always technical difficulties. There's always slight problems here and there. from production, from everywhere. Oh, Assault with a nice pick on Akade. One Punch finds Ooga Booga. Come on. Good play. Good play.
And now we are pressing on as Limey Top. This is going to open it. Oh, Ashley.
Listen, guys. Ain't no way to call grand finals just yet. Season just started. This is day one.
Definitely not going to be able to verse it against a retreat.
We don't know what's going to happen just yet.
Make something happen here. Down to about quarter health.
It could be anybody.
Golem comes in there. In comes Ashley with the brilliance. Takes out Assault, able to clean it up. But Ashley, what a beautiful play there. Comes in with the brilliance.
Good play by Ashley.
Ashley with the outplay.
Not good
right
enough,
when
though.
Golem's like, man, maybe I should check some bushes. Ashley flickers over the wall, kills Fanny, and then takes the Lord for herself. What an outplay.
Doesn't get Lord.
Put the team on your back, Ashley.
Doesn't get Lord. She didn't get Lord.
That was an amazing play. This is what we were talking about. These female players from North America, some of the best.
There's no bracket. This is a season. Esophagosaurus. It's not a bracket. It's like it's a league like MPL. It's not a bracket.
Trying to force out Chiclito, who's just waiting for this purple buff.
To anyone that's wondering, the bracket was just for qualifiers. This is the very first time that NA has an actual league. It is almost identical to MPL, except by name. And then like our playoffs is a little different. We'll have 4 teams instead of 6, but this is a league. Every team will play against every other team over the span twice over the span of 6 weeks. Playoffs will be the next weekend after that, and then grand finals will be the next weekend after that. So it'll be a total of 8 weeks will be the whole event.
Trying to put on the damage. Meanwhile, Lee able to take down. We are only down to inhibitor turrets for the side of Wasians. We are not done with this fight yet. Wall comes out, and a beautiful Naburo's Passion comes out from Assault to go ahead and find the kill onto Ooga Booga. Oh man, we're still coming in here. Assault. Yeah, Assault here takes down a tower up at the top. Ashley and Merciless, they are in a bad way here right now. The trading of these kills did not put it in too much of a favor. And it does look like this late game kind of going over into Lamey Top. Chiquito comes in here. A lot of damage coming up. The sniping coming.
No franchise teams in NACT yet. No, we're not franchised.
He is on fire on that.
I think, you know, I think we could start getting some franchise slots maybe next. Maybe next year. I think maybe we get some actual sponsorships for teams by next year. That's what I think. Now that we're going to MSC and stuff like that, I think big companies are going to start looking. They're going to watch this season. They're going to look at some teams.
We talked about how the Valier plays good into this. You know what's so good with the Valier?
Top 4 teams here probably have good opportunity, right?
So well together with this push and pull they're providing. Beatrice just stand in the middle, melting people. So much damage.
Bro, if imagine this, guys. Let me top reverse sweep. Let me top reverse sweep. That'd be crazy, huh?
To be done by Wand Punch, kind of fallen off here into the late game. Ooh, actually, kind of going deeper into the side of Wasians. This might not be the strategy that you were looking for. Wand Punch comes in, dashing her way out to safety there, and not too much worse for wear. Golem here with Chiclito, both just saying hi. Hi.
No, playoffs will still be online. Only the grand finals will be. Only grand finals.
This is going to go ahead, set up the next Luminous Lord.
We'll be offline in Vegas.
I mean, this is a lot closer game than a lot of people kind of gave it credit for. I think everybody had Wasians here, but you can see here right now, Limey Top showing that they are not out of this and they are not to be trifled with just yet.
Maybe next season they do. Oh.
The dragon does come out. Lee gets taken down quickly. In the back line, you see Golem diving in there from the back.
This late in the game, Khalees should not be on the front side. He should be coming into fights after the fight. Like, after the engage happens, that's when Khalees should be coming in. He should be like one of the last people to enter the fight.
Now, that death for Fanny does provide a little bit of pressure relief for the
I want to watch live, but it's too far to walk from Asia.
Close game, like Private said, but now we're 6K gold gap, and we're at the 17-minute mark where gold means a little bit less, but let's not denote how big of a gold gap this has from being 1K down and staying there. Never let the gold balloon. Now, Limey Top pushing in, trying to close this game.
Yeah, we still have 2 inhibitors left on the board. Oh, beautiful way the dragon does land on the golem, but that is a tank, and that is not the target that you want to be expending your
bro,
damage.
boss side, boss side, boss side.
When you have single target damage, if you choose the
Assault,
wrong
take
target,
that tower,
you're
bro.
not gonna have that damage left for the rest of the team. Now we still look at these inhibitors. They're down to a sneeze of health. If somebody coughs the wrong way, these towers are gonna fall down. You can see the minions starting to pour in from the bottom. Reese trying to do a good job. Does get found out. Cade gonna have to exit.
This should be a GG for Lemmy Top.
By the side of Lemmy Top.
This should be a GG for Lemmy Top.
And lose the bottom lane
Maybe next year we can see all offline playoffs if the views do good enough.
Make smart plays, make one pick, grab Lord and end the game. They may try to end it without though.
Oh, you see Assault there with that.
I think if we can get up to like you know,
the
10K average mark,
what you wanted. Now the pressure is on Wasians.
It's possible,
fights right now, they cannot last too long because now you're gonna have these huge minions coming down towards your core.
Right, if Lemmy Top can play really patient here, they can let the waves do the work for them. At some point, someone will have to answer the split push, and then you have a 5v4 at Lord.
Yeah, but right now we are still kind of continuing this pressure on. We don't want Wasians to get any part of their jungle. We are still kind of.
Oh, nice bait! There we go. Here now, see how Lee comes in late this time, and that's what he's supposed to do. That's what he's supposed to do. You should be able to catch Merciless here. You guys should be able to catch Merciless. There you go.
Still having an effect on this game. Still in the late game. We are at the 20-minute mark. It is 4v3.
Lemmy Top's playing much better this game than last game. Here's the problem with Lemmy Top. From this game to last game, I think their issue is going to be playing from behind. They're ahead right now. They play good when they're ahead. But that's the difference between good and great teams. Can you be behind 3K gold and still pull off a win here and there? Because in game 1, the moment they started getting picked off, they were just... Oof. And also we have to think about it this way. This game is not over. We're getting close to the 62, 64K mark for each team. And at that point, there's no lead. There's no lead anymore.
I think Lemmy Top takes this as a consolation prize, and Grok is just up there being absolutely disrespectful, standing in their base. Mike trying to get picked by Cho here, but that assures that Lemmy Top gets this Lord.
Yeah, and that's the problem here. We're going to have one more Lord here, especially at the 20-minute mark. Cleaned up by Lee there. Cade comes out, get popped up there, does miss the sniper rifle.
Pull out the mock assault. Come on. Don't be scared.
Beautiful way of the dragon there does go ahead and create that distance between him and Wand Punch. Right now, I mean,
One Punch Man.
Late game, everybody is maxed out, and I don't even know what Wasians can do to kind of stifle this push.
I think they have to get in a bush and predict rotation here. These are full itemization on all carries, right? You still have 3 marksmen, though. Any one person you catch with those 3 people there, you can ultimately burn them down. I haven't seen a lot of pit coming out of the Wasians, though. It's been, honestly, a story of Grok Golem pushing in, making opportunities for the
Grok Golem
top, and everybody following up off
Rock Lobster.
Make a pick. Let's get one down, and then maybe we can clear Lord and fight from there.
Well, and that's the problem too.
Golem the Rock
coming in, he's choosing the wrong targets, and then you have all your single target damage. Oh, we do have a concealed play coming in here. Lord taken down to about half health on the side where Wand Punch coming in there. We do see Lee coming into the side lane.
One punch, man. Come on, bro.
Cade doing his best to try to get out of this.
Guys.
You do see that brilliance coming and activated by Ashley.
Hero, what was that, bro? You missed your cable. I saw that, bro. I saw that, Lee. Guys.
Assault taken down, a great defense. Oh, but Uga
Reese actually, let's be real, Reese is that Valier? The Valier, bro? The Valier, bro? They're a wall. Golem and Reese? Uh-oh. Reese no more. Oh, no, the flicker. Oh. Oh.
In comes Lee. Ashley down for the count. That is 2 members down for Bolt side here, but this might be all she wrote for Wasians. I doubt they can stand another push like that.
What a back and forth. What a great defense from Wasians, right? No inhibitor turns, Lumen and Lord is barreling down, and somehow you find yourself still in this game. 22 minutes, this thing is going distance. Wasians refuse to lose.
Now it's a game. Now it's a game.
Definitely refuse to lose. They're doing the best that they can here, but
now it's a game.
Right now, Reese is just putting on so much damage.
Bro.
Damage that's going on to Kliko right now.
Private and Ben thought they were going to be done at 11:30. Tonight's going to 1 a.m., boys. They had to start rehearsals early today, too. They had to start mic check at like 3:30 p.m.
Karina, a little bit of the tankier build doesn't have the damage to really.
They're looking at like 10 hours tonight.
There's just nothing if she does get caught, if she's gonna take damage, she hits the minute. It's such a safe.
They're gonna be tired, bro. By next series, these two boys, our casters, they're gonna be tired, bro. Snipe shot! Give me the snipe! Bro! Get off of Lee! Ooga booga! Booga booga! One punch, man. Hit him with a serious punch.
And the sniping ability. Now that is a 57-second death timer, and that is going to open up this next lord. That is a huge amount of damage that you are not going to be able to press. It doesn't look like Wasians want to stop. They know they need to get into this lord. They know they can withstand another push like that. One punch in a bad way here does look like he gets taken down. Brilliance has been activated.
Come on. Oh, Lee! Lee! Double kill! Triple question mark? 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 Lee! GG's! We're going to game 3!
That is all she wrote. This is going to be going to a game 3.
We're going to game 3. Lay me top with the upset win.
You may not know us, but we're here to play. And I believe their name means like our people on top or something like that when it's translated.
How dare you disrespect us in game 1
right there.
with that Hanabi pick.
They suffered a 1K gold lead, kept it like that, and they ballooned the goal with their late game options. And honestly, that Beatrice got out of control.
Someone in the chat
should have had the damage, but 10 deaths on him. He never got the chance to really pull it out.
Well, and that is what we were talking about too, especially as we got into the late game. You have a lot of the single target damage, and unfortunately, a lot of the isolation that Cade was able to find on that show was for Golem. And I mean, especially in the late game, you're just having a lot of the single target damage going onto that Golem, which allows the rest of the team to kind of continually, especially
I have to
on
change
that
accounts.
kind of keep
because I want to say something in the chat
and that was all
of the live stream.
As we kept on creeping deeper and deeper into the late game.
Such a bloody game coming out, 27 and 15 kills. I can't do math, but that's a lot of kills. And such a slugfest between these two teams is we got to replay it.
This one looks like it was a little bit before we kind of hit that halfway or that late game point, having that Bennett's rage come out, but I think that's when you dove right onto that Beatrix, able to kind of isolate them. And this is where things were going great for the side of Wasians because they were isolating.
Highs, thank you, man, thank you. Always appreciated the work you put in since last year, bro. Keep it up. Your dedication is real. You know what's crazy, yo? To anybody that watched any of my content or chilled in any of my VCs or listened to me talk and rant at any point in this time last year, I remember
unfortunately while you're all trying to put the damage onto
we would
Golem, you have the rest of
everyone was always asking me, yo, I can't believe we're not getting the league after M3 and BTK got top 3rd place, and I remember always telling everybody going, bro, I bet, I'm like, I was always the one who said, everyone was like, we're gonna get MPL this year. I was like, we're not getting MPL this year, we're not getting league this year, but next year I bet you we will get one. And look at it now.
Great finish.
I don't get all my predictions right, but the ones that are important,
we're going to a game 3,
you know, boys, ladies and gents, you know. Trex makes some good life predictions.
Momentum, we're ready. We do see that Lapu getting taken out there, including the glow, or including the glue as well. And this time, Limey Top taking out Joy. Definitely does not want to see her. And I mean, I kind of expected her to fall off in the late game, but I mean, Limey Top actually showing why she is banned a lot, even in that late game, still having a huge effect on those team fights.
I find it so interesting that sometimes when a team plays something and then they ban it the very next game because they have such respect for that hero. And this time, who gets the ban? Fanny catches the ban. We don't want to see another one of those. So they adapt their strategy a little bit more, and they're banning XP laners again, and they take out the Fanny. This is a lot of mids open, though.
And what we just left open is a Faramis. Unless we're going to go ahead and ban that out, and I'm pretty sure that's going to be the next pick for the side of Wasians.
Yeah, they did really. Ashley did really good on the Faramis game 1. Really controlled the pace, and honestly, the usage was just on point, saving people right when they need saved. But maybe they neglect for the Valentina before. Seems like Ashley's comfortable playing whatever she needs.
I mean, she in the qualifier, she does have 2 games on Linux, so I mean, she is very comfortable. And you saw with that, well, what was almost a Laura steal. Ashley
Here's the question, guys.
So great when it comes to kind of maximizing the damage that she can do, and then using that brilliance to kind of get herself to safety. Right here, though, we're gonna go ahead and latch onto this this Valentina, which I guess kind of opens it up for the side of Limey Top to maybe pick up that Faramas. In fact, I think you almost kind of have to now, because you run the risk of the side of Wasians getting a Faramas and a Valentina on the same team. Oh, doesn't look like they're worried about it, and maybe I misspoke. I mean, I'm not a coach or anything, so what do I know?
Kaja comes in offering suppression here, and I hope that it's played in the roam position so you can have flicker with it, because I think sometimes a lot of people have taken Kaja in the jungle. With that Retry, you do have a lot of survivability.
Who am I casting with? It's me and Deku.
Snap pick.
Me and Deku
can have. So
all season.
I'd really be happy if Golem took it here and really showed us where that divine.
Me and Deku all season.
Judges people divinely. Kufa here to answer it.
Give the second shift to Wheezy and Eunice. What?
4 second rounds of bans though.
No, there isn't. There isn't 2 shifts.
Yeah, and that's going to be interesting.
It's 1 shift, bro.
Very interesting that you brought up what ultimates that Valentina can take, because yeah, I agree that divine judgment that she can get, it's not really as effective without the
you cast all day in NA.
So
we don't play.
See how that goes out. And, I mean, we bring
casters don't sleep in NA, bro. We cast all day, all day. We don't sleep.
That can be a pacemaker when it comes to Assault's Beatrix. I'm going to tell you right now, Assault just did it.
They're going Hanabi again, bro.
Ooga Booga had a lot of trouble in that late game.
Listen, bro.
Double digits for death. I want to say 10 or 11 deaths there.
Ben done the caster. Listen here.
Really putting on that damage without getting.
Listen here, guys.
We're gonna see how
Listen.
Well, he can do here when it comes to the.
Listen here, guys.
To the Hanabi,
I swear to the Lord.
It feels like Limey Top has his number.
Lami Top.
Good bans coming out here to protect the Esme pick.
You need to win this game, but I don't know why they picked Esme. If you lose twice to this Hanabi.
Seeing much shields like Hanabi has a little bit, and like, what are you gonna play into that? I feel like you opened yourself out
Lami
to
Top.
counter pick, because you don't want to play like Lapu into Esme. You really
listen.
The Edith does okay.
Listen.
The Dyreth and the YZ have been banned, so I think a really smart draft coming out actually Lami Top here.
I'm not gonna lie, guys. Listen, I'm not gonna lie.
In the later game,
Ashley, I love her. Merciless, love him. But I want Lami Top to win this game. I want the upset. I want the underdog. I want the dark horse. Come on, Lami Top.
Even team fights or when the enemy has the advantage, Esme can just get shredded a lot more quickly than people are used to when they play Esmeralda. We're moving here, though, into the second banning phase. Ooh, I haven't seen a Lance in a long time.
I like when Private goes, ooh.
This could be that tanky Lance that we were talking about before.
Yeah, Tanky Lance has come around.
All right,
and
all right,
a lot of people,
all right.
The damage is kind of
all
almost
right.
still there.
Come on.
It seems like he lasts longer in team fights. He's way more resilient, and his damage is almost similar. We've seen Merciless opt for the Terizla to counter.
Come on.
The last, like,
I wore my Todoc shirt for tonight.
The one thing, though, while I like Terizla and I like his laning ability, especially single, when it comes to the 1v1 laning possibilities.
Simple but sleek. I liked Todak. Even though Todak, I wish this wasn't here, this giant freaking Coda Shop
too much, and it leaves
logo, but
especially
it's okay.
Mobile heroes like you have on this side for him to not really have much of effect in those team fights. But with a Hayabusa on your side, I mean,
bro, Lancelot,
try to take out those squishiers. But the problem here is
Viva Lami Top! Scourge. Viva Lami Top! Ligma Top.
Reese can get out of that too. As a Julian, he can get out of that shadow.
Ligma Top.
With his
stop, bro. Please, no.
Playing double
stop, bro.
Kufra and a Haya, it's a really interesting concept, and I believe that Lance was picked into the Kufra, right? So he's not
scared of
his dashes being blocked up by that Kufra. Interesting pick. I would think that you wouldn't want to go Lance into a Kufra directly, but Hill takes the challenge.
I want it for the drama. I want Lami Top to win for the drama, bro. Let's just be real. It's much more exciting if Lami Top wins this game.
And then his level 1 and 2 is so bad.
Yeah, definitely bad, but
it's much more interesting if Lami Top wins this game. It's a way crazier day one if Lami Top wins this game. All right? No cap.
His skith that he can throw out, the enhanced skith just does so much damage. However, if you miss that,
my feet are cold. Let's go into the land of dawn, boys. We just teleported.
This is for all the marbles.
All the marbles. You heard Private. Viva Lami Top! I love the poll right now. The poll right now.
Yeah, I feel like
come on, guys.
Honestly, it could go either way. I'm cool with both drafts. But Double Assassin's really fun, but then Haya could run it back as well. Cooper could offer so much. I think Divine Judgment will be a very big effect in this game. Picking people off, the highest, anybody, honestly, they have enough damage with Double Assassins to pop.
I kind of like Lami Top's draft better, but I like their draft better in game 1 too.
On land, so I'm actually still kind of unsure to see what we're going on here. We do see that little
Golem. Oh my God!
Gets taken out very early by Cade.
All right, guys, we're voting for Wasians.
Big pick there, Golem being punished, and honestly, that is their.
We gonna get tanks a lot? Are we gonna get tanks a lot?
The story of
is this a tanks a lot? That's my question.
Man, it's the battle of these roams. Cade and Golem so pivotal for their teams. Whoever's going to
NA holds small tournaments, yeah.
Well,
yeah,
and in the same breath, whoever's kind of messing up more. I feel like Cade kind of a lot of the picks he had. Ooh, nice pop up there on Ashley.
I like that elephant.
As I was saying, a lot of. As I say that,
Cade they're gonna bully Golem, bro.
Beautiful cleanup there by Chiclito, but Reese is not done. Goes ahead, puts some damage on, but Ashley gonna go ahead and get away safely.
This is scary.
And Reese just doesn't have
Lami
the
Top.
damage yet. Julian needs to scale a bit. Yes, he has his ultimate level 3, but he doesn't have the damage to follow up. And this Cade gets another pick. Cade off to a really early start, and that aggression will play into the mindset and the psychological factor here of that Kufer being in a bush that you can't hear, and you know he's starting to hit in picks.
Kaid.
3 members here going ahead trying to put on the pressure to Merciless on that Terizla. We do, nice shadows coming in the Golem. Oh, another shadow kill. Is it going to be enough? Might be out of the way here.
Oh, nice pick on Ashley. Penalty zone. Cade mixes it though. Flee.
Play is going to be taken out, and Merciless cleans up the job there while One Punch is going to have to disengage. Ooh, they're still on the chase here. Using that shadow coming in. One Punch in trouble here. Shadow kill comes out, takes them out, and Chiclito's going to go ahead and move on to the turtle.
They pass the kills right to where they need to go.
Chiclito.
Has 0 start at Haya.
Chiclito.
How good Haya was.
I have to practice saying these names, yo.
But now Haya start with 2 kills.
It's always weird.
Big lead coming off from Wasians and a snowball that needs to be
Reese.
stopped from Lami Top.
Reese, Reese, or Reese.
Pull out this turtle while Chiclito was doing the purple buff to make sure that when the enemy team comes in here, he just pulls it out so they're not able to go ahead and latch onto it just yet. Team's not really in position here just yet. They do have the turtle coming in. 4 members for the side of Lami Top. I'm not sure if we're gonna be able to come in here. Cade warming up the band.
Knock up. Stop it, bro. Toledo. I'm casting tomorrow, Scourge. Yeah. I'll be doing play-by-play tomorrow. You guys want me to drop some bars? You want me to drop bars? Bars on the desk tomorrow?
Really
Question mark?
On top of that Kufer initiation. Once he lays the set, the Tyrant's Rage comes through. Then Terizla flickers in with his ulti and locks everybody in place. A really good wombo combo, but it does cost the flicker.
You want me to hit him with the shower? Hit him with the shadow kill? Lights out? No power bill?
Tyrant's Rage is so far sometimes, but it looks like his flicker was burned on a dive there.
I'm going to hit him with that tomorrow. If there's a Hayabusa picked up, I'm going to hit him with that. Hit him with the shadow kill. Lights out, no power bill.
And then, oh man, another engagement here. Oh, Reese catches a shadow kill as well. He's going to have to try to disengage here. Oh,
drop some bars.
Goes down to Chiclito as well. I think that's 4 kills for him right now. One Punch gets popped up here. Not long for this world is going to be taken out as well. Now we're latching on to Assault, who does get out of dodge. He saw all his friends get taken down and needs to go back to the safety of that back tower.
Chiclito, Babycito, 5-0. This man is running the game on an assassin jungle, which is so refreshing to see. He's running it.
Oh, Ashley gets caught up there in a bad way between 3 members of the opposing team. 36 seconds left on this turtle. It's 7-2 right now with about a 2K gold lead in favor of Wasians.
Now, I haven't got to look at the itemization, but Lance looks like he has a lot of health. It may be the tank Lance or at least a bruiser form of him. But the storyline here is Choclito, 5-0.
All right.
Almost the entire gold league could be on his shoulders. It's now about...
It's not over yet.
I'm sure
it's not over yet. Come on, Lami Top.
Yeah, and this, oh man, a beautiful pop up there. In comes the Hayabusa.
Des Choclito. This is how we do it down in Puerto Rico.
But this means 2 members of Limey
K
Top
just want to hear Uga Booga Dambito.
Good eats for Choclito. Oh, yeah.
Des Choclito.
Does not find the pickoff. A beautiful job there by Cade to go ahead and grab aggro for this turtle while Choclito went up there to go ahead and see if he had a gank.
I love that he's checked that to see if he just could get it. He's so fed right now. Now he's taking advantage as an opportunity. He's going in again.
Yeah, he does go ahead and catch some damage onto Reese. Does not decide to capitalize. I don't think he had that,
Assault, you got to get out of this, bro. You got to get out of that.
Well, Ooga Booga with the finishing touches on him.
Oh, man.
Up this tower. Lee thinks twice about going in on that fight, and they are covered.
Poor Limey Top.
Members of Limey Top, but right now,
poor Limey Top.
Asians right now 8-2 in favor of Asians.
Limey Top has to find their footing in this. They have to find some divine judgment, maybe as a counter engage when this coup from this Hayabusa are diving in. The Golem needs to pop that divine judgment, catch somebody, and pick them off.
Ooh, coming back in with a shadow kill, takes down Reese. A beautiful start for this push onto this tower. Golem goes down next, face down by Ooga Booga. Assault not long for this world, is trying to dish his way out of here, but it's not going to be able to save this mid tower. We are pushing here, and it does not look like the freight train of Wasians is going to be stopped here yet. Oh, we do miss that Tyrant's revenge from Cade, and it could have probably been
I don't know, Mike.
kill in their favor, but a very
don't sleep on BTK 2.0 just yet. Don't sleep on him just yet, guys.
It is the tank Lance, Guardian helmet first.
Tanks a lot, bro.
As well. That is going to be a tanky boy.
Don't sleep on BTK just yet. Season just started.
5K behind.
I wouldn't say they're they went up against the best team in the league, so I think, I mean, a lot of us voted for BTK, but we all kind of knew Ohio Brothers are going to be the better team when this season starts.
Does have to use that Thorned Rose to get out of it, but Choclito finds the kill and takes him down. 3 members of the side of Limey Top do have to disengage here.
They do get punished, and K does bring the pick back, but the flicker was expended from K, the flicker was expended from Kaja. It's the proactiveness out of Limey Top, this far goal behind, making a play that looks good, but Haya is too fed.
Yeah, Haya is just a menace right now, taking it down even for an Esmeralda, actually doing the damage there. 14-3, this is textbook. This is checking all the boxes of what you want to do with an assassin on your team.
He's died.
Yeah, Cholito's 9-0-1, bro. It's GG's.
I'm fine. I'll be first.
It's GG's. 9-0-1.
Making so many opportunities, and honestly,
Tanks a lot, not able to hold up, bro.
He makes his own opportunities as well. Checking in these bushes with the shadows when he can just flicker out. He's doing so well on this Hayabusa. Well played.
Yeah, a great job right now, and he just cannot be stopped. It doesn't matter who he
Golem, use your ultimate, bro. Golem.
He's going to be able to make mincemeat of it. Does Khalid
bro.
him out, and that's what I was just saying. It doesn't matter who he goes on to right now.
You should be jamming that thing, bro. You should be jamming that thing, bro.
Supports roam squishies. It doesn't matter. A beautiful pop-up does land onto Wand Punch. Here comes another shadow into there. Reese does activate that enhanced chains, or that enhanced dive to try to get out of there. Ashley with a falling star moon of her own does not find a kill, but does go ahead and bar it away. Ooga Booga a little bit of trouble here. Gets taken down here. Here comes the pop-up there. Ooga Booga gets taken down here. Lee trying to get out of dodge. Ashley
Lee's a dead man.
Trouble here. He has Cade with her. Now we have Reese. Are we going to be able to chase this down?
I don't think there's buying time in this game, bro.
Oh,
sneaky, cheeky devil.
Broken ankles on the field.
Cheeky devil. Please, a cheeky boy.
You do see able to get the crossover onto them is Lee.
Please, a cheeky boy, bro.
But can we call Choclito in a Kyrie?
No.
Yeah, well, we'll see. Here.
No.
He's doing a
Don't
great
ever
job.
disrespect my boy Kyrie like that, bro.
The problem here is the Thorned Rose. You could try to get that shadow kill onto him, but that Thorned Rose is going to make sure that that damage does not pass through.
Right, Lance is so tanky, plus those skills to provide invulnerability for him are just so big. Wasion is now trying to control the jungle and choke out even more from the side of Limey Top, and it's going well for him.
Yeah, we are kind of tuning up the bands here. You do see us waiting in the back. There's not much that Limey Top can do. Ooh, Hayabusa. You do see Chiclito kind of waiting for his opportunity here. This is not... the only thing that's going to stop him is probably 4 members. Oh, beautiful penalty zone. Comes in for it. Assault able to take down Chiclito, but Ashley finds a kill onto Juan Punch. And another one onto Reese and Lee. Ooga Booga doing his job on that Hanabi. And this might be all she wrote if we can put the pressure on from these lanes. Only one person left. Assault might still have the lane clearing ability with that Bennett's Rage. So we'll see how it goes. And it looks like we might be turning our attention to the rest of the map here.
My jaw is still dropped. That flicker engage from Merciless catching so many people is just uncharacteristic. You don't think...
Yeah, thanks a lot, Jungle is a waste, bro.
Sets like that. Not that situational. That was
I feel like you're up against a Hayabusa.
Merciless 2-0 and 7.
Why not just go regular tank jungle?
Yeah,
you know, why not just pick up something that's an actual tank?
And now we are starting to stick together because we are still waiting for a
like I feel like the tank Lancelot
are we going to go ahead and set up these
is like a last option, right?
Up for the Lord. And I do like this placement here too. Lord is going to be crashing in at the top, which means that this bottom lane is going to be wide open for the side of Wasians.
Yeah, and Tank Lance is doing like being really annoying here. I just think he's so far behind you can't really see the effect of it now. It's 8K gold, right? This is a huge advantage for Wasians pressing in one level like game 1.
Yeah, Merciless does come in here. He does catch a nice dash there from Reese and Juan Punch as well. We have 4 members here up at top. Ashley and them trying to put some pressure on here. Chiclito going to go ahead, clean up the mid. We do have that Bennett's Rage come out there to try to finish off a lot of the minions. Ooh, in comes Hayabusa with that shadow kill. Not going to be able to find the damage in there. Does go back to this tower. It does go ahead and space out the rest of Limey Top so that they can go ahead and capture this. And now we're starting on the mid. One more inhibitor left. Penalty zone latches on.
Oh, that's it. GG's. GG's. Ooga Booga with the Maniac. Maniac. Oh. Oh.
Powerless to stop them. That is a tank land, and that is all she wrote. This victory goes to Wasians.
Great clean into the series. The first 2 games were pretty
Chiclito.
close. That 3rd game was not. They snowballed to victory, and this Hayabusa, well, 10-0, 10-1. He's crazy on the kills. Honestly, Chiclito ran away with that game early for me, and I am mad impressed by the TZ engages. Clean game out of Wasians.
The only negative
we still got one more series.
Victory went over to Hanabi again here. Two victories.
There it is. Finally, bro. Finally, bro. Somebody says it
for us here in North America. But man, what an impressive game there. We were talking about Cade.
Finally, someone says it.
Between Cade and Chiclito there, just doing such a great job of setting, making sure that he's always with him, and making sure to kind of open up those picks for Chiclito on that Hayabusa to the point where there was not a single person on the side of Limey Top that could withstand that shadow kill.
Yeah, Chiclito ran away with the game. 11, 1 and 6, 10,000 gold, highest in the game. He really put a masterclass on how to play Hayabusa into this new forming, moving away from fighter meta.
Guys,
he's playing other assassins. Yeah, Lance went the tank route, but still, it's an assassin.
Probably the best Toadek jersey so far. It is clean. Just it's simple but clean. It's simple but clean.
All those assists, all that kill percentage.
Simple but nice.
Not die a single time.
Yeah, amazing.
What should I wear tomorrow?
Ashley did a great job too.
Should I go back to classic NACT Treks and rock the bow tie?
Have that damaging ability, but kind of save off and kind of stave a lot of that damage to kind of make sure that their jungler
bow tie.
Like you can see there, Ashley might not have got that kill.
Go back to bow tie Treks
in a lot of the fights there as well. 24-6. It did seem like Wasians had the number here, and unfortunately, Limey Top will have to kind of reorganize and live to fight another day.
I love to see the Edith here, but Merciless on that Terizla was crazy good. Oh, this might be the play here.
Yeah, you can see here Chiclito doing his best to kind of dodge out of this, and here comes that flicker into the penalty zone, latching onto 3 members there. Comes in with a beautiful penalty zone, but
doing miracles.
Their own
Did you see those things when I said that about when I was talking trash to when I was messing with Mirko? I was like, bro, you got a clip-on tie, bro? Man had a clip-on tie. I was giving him so much. I was giving him so much shit when we were at M4. I was like, bro, are you wearing a clip-on right now? You got a strap-on right now, bro? How dare you?
Plays coming out, and Beatrix narrowly escapes here, but Bia not.
He was upset. He was mad.
Really good play out of Wages here to cleanly close the game.
You're absolutely right. And
bow tie is the classic me. It's true.
I am actually most impressed by the fact that Powerless or Uda Buddha made the Hanabi word, as well as all of the
Chacho. They called him bro. It's Chiclito.
Meta picks like Valir, the 3 marksmen, and now we're actually seeing a 100% win rate on both Valir and Hanabi in this year's tournament. So now, of course, though, we need one player.
Never mind. Never mind.
Break the meta like Chacho.
No. No.
Jungle making all the
she said Chacho
and dominating the match, especially for the last one with that triple kill in just 4 minutes. I'm impressed, guys.
It's Chiclito, isn't it?
None more deserving there.
It's Chiclito, isn't it? Hold on. Let me double check. It's Chiclito. Isn't it?
I'm not gonna.
No, Chacho is the player. Never mind. My bad.
So good. Maybe he doesn't flicker back and catch the marksman in an echo.
No, it's Chiclito, isn't it?
Dominating performance coming out of his Hayabusa. Insane plays.
Chacho is short for Chiclito, but still, it doesn't matter. The name though is Chiclito in game.
Stay tuned. We are coming.
The name's Chiclito in game.
Our last match of today. So get some snacks, get some rest, and we will see you in just a bit.
That's like, it would be like, let's be real. Did we really think Wations were gonna lose? Maybe, bro. Maybe. I know, but here's the thing. It would be like if you picked Haji as MVP, and you put the KDA machine instead of writing Haji in the name. You know, like people would know it, but you still write the actual player's name. You know? I just think it's kind of an overlook. I don't know. Maybe it's whatever. Maybe it's cool. I guess it's not that big of a deal since he goes by Chacho. I just think to the average viewer who doesn't know that, they don't know who Chacho is when you put that up there. Or it looks like a mess up. To like someone like me who didn't know that by Chacho, it looks like a mess up. You feel me? It looks like a typo. Because I didn't know that Chacho was short for Chiclito. We got 5 minutes. Is it ice cream sandwich time, boys? Ice cream sandwich time, boys? What do I want? What do I need? I think I need water. I need socks. I need an ice cream sandwich. We'll be right back. Hold on, you freaking heathen. Hawaiian pizza without pineapple? You mean a ham pizza? That sounds horrible. Hawaiian pizza is actually really good. I'm actually a big fan. It used to be my favorite pizza. Still is one of my favorite pizzas. Pineapple and ham? Mmm. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. And listen, guys. Area 77 versus the Empire. Area 77 all day. Area 77 all day. All day. I don't know.
Welcome back, guys, to the last game of the day. I am your host, Liz, and I am still here with you. And for everyone who's stuck here, you are here for a treat, as we will give you another giveaway with 40 winners as long as you type in that
See her
code
say everyone who's stuck here?
GF98 into the link below, where you will be getting another tournament chest with all of these amazing skins at your hand. So make sure you join in fast, be the early bird, and get your giveaway right away. And now, as you guys are typing in the code, we will welcome back to our lovely, amazing professional casters to give us the predictions of the last match.
Might be trying to get me a little bit of codes for myself there as well, as a treat for staying here this long. But last match, not to be outdone by the ones that have preceded it. It's going to be Area 77 taking on Empire here. And this is going to be a match between the newcomer Empire. Still has been here with a little bit of history, but you can see down there at
everyone
the bottom,
voted for Area 77.
as much history as Area 77, and that is where most of the votes went.
Area 77 taking a clean sweep here. We'll see if the casters are onto something, or will the Empire show they're big guys. I've heard a lot of rumblings around the community. This is a strong team.
I mean, for sure, it's like the old version.
Yeah, it's an ice cream sandwich, Damien. This is like my, this is my ish. This is my ish right here, bro.
For the previous NACTs, so it's gonna be a great game.
Yeah, at one point, Area 77 was kind of in line to go ahead and they were prominently picked to dethrone the original BTK. Unfortunately, a lot of losses went out there, and the team kind of disbanded, and members kind of strewn about all of North America, where some are in Ackerman, some are in BTK, and some still remain here in Area 77, kind of hoisting up the flag there.
Hoisting up the flag, now, boys! Hoist up the flag! Bring up the mass!
Our last match of the day between A77 and the Empire.
Sorry, guys. Sometimes I hear something. I hear someone say something, and it just
this is gonna be an
springs.
Interesting one for me, just the same as the last match. Last match was when it came to Wasians and Limey Top, there was a unique draft, and what was awesome about
lay it down, lay me down, lay me top.
Picks that we've been seeing over and over and over again. They went outside the box.
What ice cream flavor? It's just it's an ice cream sandwich, bro. It's just vanilla.
We catch the same thing
it's
here,
2 chocolate chip cookies, vanilla ice cream in the middle, and a bunch of chocolate chips around the side of the ice cream.
I love the draft out of both.
Exactly the way it should be.
And so intentional in their picks and bans, and really
something about cookie ice cream sandwiches just freaking
planned from the beginning what they were going to go into, and I think
it's the way to my heart.
Most intelligent drafts
it's the way to my heart.
We've seen come out, and today I'm going to go ahead and give them that. In this game,
the cookies have to be soft, though. I find there's some brands I don't like, some brands I like, because the cookies have to be soft. You have to be able to just like, they need to still be doughy. And some cookie ice cream sandwich brands, the cookies are hard. And you gotta like
a lot of great members here too already kind of remain from the original Area 77.
You know,
Cutie, Mark, Cutie, and Pogi here. So these are mainstays in North America, no slouches, and they have been making a name for themselves. Unfortunately, kind of sat out the last NACT. I assume licking their wounds to kind of come out here better and stronger than ever. We're gonna see if they still have that magic that they once did as they go up against Empire here. Bands looking somewhat
they gotta be soft, bro.
The Joy taken out alongside the Faramis and the Wand.
Damien, I'm still upset about that game of Magic the Gathering the other day, bro.
Yeah, and because just like with Lami,
Game
we
2,
don't know much about Empire. I think it's
when I was playing my Angels,
they can play their pocket picks, they can play their super comfort heroes, maybe things that are a little bit out of meta, and no one would know to ban them, right? You can't use that as you go further in the tournament. You could come and make a statement here and get a respect ban out of some of these teams.
Yeah, especially here in
man clutched. Man grabbed his nuts and clutched, bro.
Not a lot of teams really know much about each other, and you can start establishing yourself and maybe even kind of pick outside
man
the box.
Clutched up, bro.
Teams that don't recognize you. A lot of close games there from the last series here. We're gonna see if they kind of keep up with that, especially with that. Like you
honestly,
said,
though, my Angels deck probably has the best win rate out of all my decks.
Maybe kind of award them a little bit of surprise and a little bit of victories there. Unfortunately, with the last series, you saw that they were able to kind of surprise Wasians. But after that initial surprise, Wasians kind of locked on.
It's a nice mid-game deck. I feel like that can deal with
dominant fashion. We're gonna see if we have kind of the same thing here.
It's a nice mid-game deck that can deal with fast-paced decks like the red decks, those fucking the haste red decks. And it can also deal with black decks. The only decks it has some trouble with is like super control late game decks, like your deck has issues with.
I want Area 77
super like the
and I want Empire to go
the what's it called decks. I have to get like perfect hand to deal with super. Do I play Yu-Gi-Oh TCG? I don't. I just play MTG Arena.
I mean, I can keep on casting here. We'll go for about 3 more resets. I think I got in me too.
I recommended it. They asked me my thoughts. I said it should be top 4. They said it might be top 2, so it just depends. I hope they decide top 4 and only 4 people for qualifiers.
Now, Poggy and Gals QD, the leftover from what used to be the old Area 77, just picked up the rest of these players, and I want to see how they reform around those 2 pillars of experience, but also synergy. These 2 guys are really good, and as I understand it, I could be wrong, but I believe one of these QTs is actually Gals' brother, so should be some natural chemistry.
Gals, Mark QD, and all right. So, fun fact: to anyone that doesn't know Area 77, Poggy has been the jungler for them forever, since way back about a year and a half. Mark QD's been the gold laner, and Gals has been the tank. Those are the 3 main players that have been around. Mark QD and Gals are brothers. They live together.
They have a couple more brothers there with the QD pile down there. I think that's all.
QD gang, QD gang, QD gang, QD gang, QD gang.
Pick up by the side of Empire. Going to go ahead and pick up the Valentina, which does secure them.
I think having the top 4 return adds a little less chaos, and what it will do in qualifiers, and what it will do is it'll ensure that we're getting the top 8 teams. It'll ensure that there's less chance for a weaker team to slip through the cracks, and in the end, I think it'll give a higher level of play.
But for now, let's consider that a Jungle Julia.
I think it'll give a higher level of play in the league if top 4 move forward. There's less chance for a big team to get knocked out by another team in qualifiers, things like that. Like there's less chance for 2 big teams to go against each other in qualifiers.
His abilities into those enhanced abilities that he has there.
Now that Poggy's in the lineup, I have a lot more
often here, and I'm actually kind of
Poggy's that dude.
I'm kind of disappointed we haven't seen more of him. I'm not sure if it's the micro that is needed.
I honestly think Poggy. I don't know how rusty he is, but like last year, Poggy was better than best player. I can't say for sure right now.
You kind of close out your escaping options.
But I would say Poggy, like last year, Poggy was way better than best player.
I feel like Julian's a bit of a pub stomper.
He
right?
just
He's
was.
a lot ranked and he'll be running over games. When it comes to pro play, when there's so much more cohesion in the team fights and communication, he gets picked off really quick. Or like they know he's used a skill, so he's going for this skill, and they can talk through those things. And
can't sleep on the Empire here, though. Reckless is a good player. Alex is a good player.
Like you said, you don't have a.
I don't know everyone else as well, but I know Reckless and Alex.
Martis is going to bring that early game pressure and fall off as he starts.
They've been part of top 8 teams before.
Kind of answers that, picks up right when Martis starts to fall off with that mobility and damage.
Yeah, really interesting pick here too as well. We did see Zia play a Harith here. I want to say 2 series ago. It did have a little bit of problems as we got into the late game. I feel like Harith didn't really have a place.
Yeah, Damien, I feel like the higher you get, a lot of decks just use quick pace. They want to get it done in like 7 turns, bro. They don't want to let you have more than 5 mana on the field before it's like crunch time. By like turn 5, it's crunch time. Someone's down below 10 health, or they already have 5 poison counters.
And make sure that we can kind of keep these compositions away from those super tanky last picks.
Yeah, I think tank is a good decision, and you see the bans have started to go that direction.
Honestly,
what they could take
all the way up to Diamond, even in Diamond, my Angel deck has like a 70% win rate, I would say. Like 2 out of 3 most of the time. Sometimes I'll go on like a 4-game win streak. I barely ever go on more than a 2-game lose streak. It's like 1-2 games max I lose, and then I'll win.
Yeah, it's those picks where I could pick the Dairoth, but now I've got the Dairoth on my team. What do we do to kind of utilize it into some of those team fights? Going into the second ban phase. Ooh, I do like that we see that the Kufra gets taken out there, trying to support the Martis.
I'm ready to see Marcuti play regularly. Last year we didn't get to see him play that regularly, and we've always known he's a great gold laner. And I think now that he's playing regularly, like he may have a chance at taking that spot of like one of the best gold laners in NA. We'll see though, because we don't really know, but that's, you know, there's possibilities are there for him, I would say.
You could see an Atlas. I like to play Martis with a
the more and more I talk about this, guys, and the fact that we have a season and all these top players are finally competing, it's just so hype. It's so hype.
And can really start to snowball the game. That's what Martis wants to do.
Yeah, I was just about to say that too. Like Estes not the greatest one. I can see why you kind of hesitated when you said that, because Estes kind of shines toward the mid game. Martis, you want somebody that couples with him, that kind of helps him enforce that early game rule that he can get, and you want to make sure that you can get it to a point.
Everyone that was playing Wild Rift moving over to ML this year, I believe it, because they see that we're getting big events. They're like, oh shit, I can play competitively in ML.
And then we see the Cho being picked up by Area 77.
Good single target pick opportunity that plays well with the
Gauss QD on Cho. Gauss QD on Cho. Lots of pick potential from Area 77. Am I going to become an Area 77 fan again, guys? Because let me tell you something. For those that don't know me, to anybody that's new here or has only been watching me the past few months since M4 or whatever, back in before M3, when it was BTK and Area 77 as like the top 2 teams, I always felt like BTK was like the cop-out team. Like everyone loved BTK, so I was a big Area 77 fan, right? There was a short time where I even helped manage Area 77 last year during a few NACTs. But after they took a big loss to New Wave in like top 16, that was when they broke up. A bunch of members joined Ackerman. Area 77 was off the map for about 4 or 5 months, and I kind of like had a lot of salty feelings towards them. But now that they are back in action, I'm kind of excited, because I'm not gonna lie, they were a team that I was always like, this is my team. Like they were a good team. They weren't BTK, and they were a team that I would just like kind of like how Mirko really likes Bigatron. Like that's his team, even though they're not the best team. That's a team that he's a fan of. Like he wears the jersey. Like he's just Area 77 used to be that for me. Will they become that again for me?
help and support what Martis wants to do in the early.
Will they become that again for me,
What
guys?
I do like about Mincetar as well is that pull that he
That's
does
the big question,
ignores
right?
Minions as well. So if you're trying to, like, the biggest thing about Franco is you try to use the minions as like a little shield from you when you see him coming. Can't do that with Mincetar. He'll pull you right through them and into him. So that's going to be interesting to see how this is played as we kind of round out these drafts. We're about ready to get into this game 1. Area 77 taking on Empire to close out our
I'm excited
night.
about this game.
Let's go. Game 1, we got a hype matchup. A lot of really interesting picks that we haven't seen throughout the rest of the day. I believe this is the first Martis jungle. We've seen Poggy on the Julian jungle. We haven't seen him in the jungle. These are a really cool game they brought for us for our last match.
Yeah, we can go ahead and see a lot of attention being paid to the mid right now. I mean, definitely just trying to make sure that we can get fed as well as
Poggy's also
possible.
known for
Give
picking
the
some
kind of
off-brand
advantage
picks.
here in the early game to the side of Empire. We're gonna see if Area 77 can kind of round this out, getting toward the mid game.
Yeah, and I think that comes to the jungle matchup, right? Martis has so much more damage and pressure in the early game, but it's Area 77 who take the lead though, and honestly, Martis wants to get 4. It looks like before he fights.
Yeah, definitely not trying to engage there. Does want to have that devastation before he can kind of come in for a
Decimation.
lot of these fights. So we're going to see how these kind of round out there. And beautiful little dashes there by Jordan's Empire on that Lapu. Kind of dodge out a lot of that CC from Joshy Cutie.
Yeah, and Edith has that pressure in the level 1 and 2 because Lapu really needs 4 before he gets going. And honestly, I like to play only on the Bloodlust. Bloodlust is so important for his spell vamp and things like that. Yes, he can play before that, but he really wants the Bloodlust.
Yeah, Reckless in a little bit of trouble here on that Mincetar, getting taken down. A lot of damage there by Cal's Cutie.
Oh, nice flicker by K.
Alex as they come in there.
Nice flicker, because
you
you were dead.
Go ahead and get him out
You were
of
dead
harm's
meat.
way
You
there.
get hit by that.
We are kind of moving
So good
around
call
the
by
map.
K.
I'm not sure what we're setting up for as the turtle's kind of coming up on top, and it looks like a lot of attention being paid down towards the bottom lane.
Yeah, I expect both teams to try to rotate out here. Lapu in a 2v1 up top is able to escape. And what's interesting here is the Martis is elected to not
Turtle
fight
up.
until 4. Now moving up all this force control. They need to find Valentina's 4 though.
Ooh, in comes the bravest fire from Jordan's Empire. Brilliance has been activated, and Joshy Cutie is not fending away.
Oh.
We do miss a stun, and we're gonna have to activate that flicker to get out of the way.
That darkness.
And this might be not in the right way that you
Gals
wanna handle
is-
it for
Gals
this
is,
turtle, because now
bullying.
you don't have your XP later.
I'll give him
It's
that.
basically
Watch Poggy,
a
watch Poggy, watch Poggy, watch Poggy.
2v4 right now, as
Poggy's gonna go in.
In comes Gals Cutie.
Nice
Now,
take.
take it down. Poggy able to pick up the kill onto that.
He still
turtle.
got it.
Beautiful.
Poggy still got it.
Objectives, for
He
the
knew what he
side of
came
Area
for.
77.
He's like, I'm not here for kills. I'm here for the objectives.
Honestly, Alex started that up, but it's Julian who takes
Oh,
it away.
K. Oh!
Cutie does get
Gals!
beautiful way of the dragon onto Jordan's Empire, does find its target and kicks right into the tower. Gals Cutie
Gals.
with that sniper-like precision.
A great roam.
I can't wait to cast tomorrow, guys.
Oh, another pick.
Guys, I can't wait to cast tomorrow.
Finds one,
I miss casting NA. It's been a while.
But let's go ahead and take a look at these items.
It's been like 5 months since I've casted NA. Since I've casted for all these teams, right? It's been like 5 months.
I would usually expect
October was last NACT, I think.
First item.
Yeah, that is very interesting. Demon
November?
Caught with a way of dragon is going to go ahead and dash his way to safety there. Gals Cutie going to have to disengage there as Alex going to have to find an escape of his own with Mark Cutie coming to the aid there.
2-0 start, and it really the kills are on Gals Cutie and Mark Cutie. The only one that really hurts is the one on Mark Cutie, right?
And we get a
Melissa
full
off the
season?
kill.
Like,
It's
it's
not
really
like
starting to
but
hit
it's
me now,
hit.
guys.
And I think Edith got
It's
a
really
little bit
starting to
more
hit
on
me
that
now.
top turret as they were pushing in. The Lapu got caught in the lane.
They're trying to make a play on the Jashi here.
Ooh, there's a party up at top, and Jace Cutie does in here as well. Jordan's Empire does
Sound the alarms.
stun. Demon and Alex kind of hiding out here in the bush, trying to find some placement, but do disengage.
If that started with a pull from Menistar, I would think it would be a lot better, but 4 people walked under the turret and Edith skates away pretty healthy, and you lose a kill. So maybe Edith's not really the one you want to dive. If you do, start off with some hard CC, because that's a lot of CC tank and mobility that she provides.
Yeah, and that's unfortunate for them right now. Not able to actually really find.
Bro, it's been so long since we got to see Gals play. I forgot how good his Cho is.
The way of the dragon comes down here, and a lot of damage. Cutie able to finish the job.
I forgot.
Demon,
I forgot, guys.
Decide against actually disengaging here. They're trying to go on to Melissa at the bottom here. Mark Cutie might be in a little bit of trouble. Does activate that go away. Reckless, we do see a Brilliance coming out here as well, trying to fend off Demon. In comes Pogi, trying to pick up the kill. Does miss the pop-up here. Reckless and Demon do find themselves an escape down to about half health, though. I'm not sure if this is a fight that they want. Pull does land onto KQD2 as well. Gals over here trying
nice
to
decimation.
that away of the dragon.
They needed that.
Get taken out as well.
But Pogi's patient, right? Pogi's being patient. Pogi's going to try to steal again.
Strong pick from Empire.
Pogi's going to try to steal again. He's got a bad angle.
77 members lurking around here, maybe looking for a Pogi steal.
Uh-oh. Alex gets it.
A beautiful ultimate coming in from Lapu there.
Pogi in a weird spot.
Does not. Oh, a beautiful pop up there. They just
Pogi in a bad spot. Pogi in a bad spot. He gets away.
So I mean, a great.
They're going to re-engage. They're going to re-engage. King's calling.
Comes out to try to help secure
nice hook.
Push and a pull onto Jay's Cutie there. Dash comes out. Jay's Cutie might be able to get away.
Oh, Pogi finds Jordan in the mid though.
K-Cutie in a little bit of trouble here in the bad way between three members using that flicker.
That's fair trade. Good trade. Good trade. Good trade.
2-6 right now for Area 77.
Stuck around a little bit too long in that fight and get punished there. And honestly, what a knock-up from the Edith. I don't think the Edith meant to do that, but the Lapu flicks into it, unfortunately, and just the timing worked out where Edith pops him up right after the flicker, doesn't land the stun, and the whole engage is negated. Once Lapu spins that flicker forward, he's kind of committed, right? And he gets punished and dies after that.
Oh, Kokomo with the Zenman Force, but then gets countered immediately by the way of the dragon from Gal's Cutie on that show, and that's going to go ahead and leave it.
Nice dodge.
So good. With it comes, Reckless comes out for a pull, and Gals is just ready immediately to go ahead and dash backwards as well. Great playing so far. Just a very solid gameplay by Area 77 right now.
Very early purchase from Alex into Radiant Armor. Not going for maybe a BOD. Probably got Hunter Strike and then straight Radiant Armor. There's a lot of magic damage coming out from the side.
Max Glory, no. This is a league. Nobody's out. Nobody's ever going to... No one's going to be out until playoffs. Every team will face every team twice. Think of this as NAMPL.
Because he is 2-0, so he does opt for that.
Same format as MPL. It's a league. Over the span of 8 weeks.
They are chasing him right now. He does get frightened out as well. The way of the dragon of their own, but is it enough?
Mark Cutie gets away. Bro. Uh-oh. Alex on the hunt. No! No way! Bro!
And Mark Cutie gets away. K-Cutie taken out by Kokomo.
Alex is dead now.
Sorry.
No.
Alex is still in there.
Oh! He's gonna have to use the Mortal Coil. Cutie is gonna go ahead and find and secure that kill. It is 4-9 right now in favor of Area 77.
That right there is why I actually favor now the flicker for rather than an Inspired on Edith. You can flicker forward in your Phalanx form and you can land CC, or you can flicker forward in ulti form, get close enough to finish with a lot of damage for a kill. This is a really interesting playstyle. Coming in another pick though on Lapu.
Yeah, double CC onto Lapu here. Jordan Empire trying to use that spider form to get himself back to safety. Gonna go ahead and use that flicker smartly to get
Pogi 2-0 and 3, bro.
That passive teamed up there, but let's go ahead and take a look. Ooh, the items are already gone there. Sorry about that. Gals, Cutie, and Reckless going ahead, I guess, staving off here. Both roams just gonna go ahead playing a little tag here, but while Mark Cutie goes ahead and finishes the job on the bottom turret.
Yeah, I got a quick glance, and I'm just focusing on Pogi's itemization because I find it interesting. I don't play a lot of Julian, but Demon Hunter Sword. And then he grabs the Twin Blades, and I think it's a lot different than what most people build. As you see here, he does build the
DHS.
2 items that I don't really see often on Julian. He's picked up and elected to go for that really auto-attack focused Julian.
That's interesting, actually.
Really interesting here. Oh, a little bit of a bad way. Alex might
Pogi does go down this time.
Down very quickly as Alex is rooted on to
he gets caught by the King's calling.
K-Cutie taking a heap of damage. Is going to use that flicker to get away while they clean up this mid lane. This
Empire might hit a small power spike here.
Damage on to this Lord. They recognize it and they're trying to get into a good position, but I'm not sure they're going to be able to do anything.
Nothing they can do. Nothing Area 77 can do.
On the damage, and this is going to be the first Lord going over to Empire. And while this seems like an Area 77 game, I feel like Empire this is still not out of the woods for them.
No, they hit power spike right here.
I think Empire just tied the game up right there. Now they've taken a little bit of a goldie. 800. Oh wait, they're like 200 goldie. They're dead even really. The gold is even between these two teams, and I think it really comes down to this Ministar Lax pick. It does so much to disrupt everything that A77 wants to do. Oh, a little bit of an engage.
Yeah, speaking of which, King's Calling does miss wide. Zaman Force comes out, but that's just to help zone. Oh, beautiful flicker into that pop-up, though, but JSQ in a bad way, deep enemy line.
Oh, big knock-up. Big knock-up. Oh, big kick. Long range. Hit him with the bang, bang.
Brilliance of his own from that IMU, but he is not going to be able to get away on that Valentina, so they clean up with 3 kills of their own. Area 77, which leaves them.
You must be happy that Ohio beat BTK, right?
Speaking of which,
I mean, I'm happy no matter what, bro.
Wrong decision by him to stay into that fight. And speaking of which, Jordan actually might get caught here. Do have a pop up onto him.
Whether BTK won, I'd be happy. Whether Ohio Brothers won, I'd be happy.
Yet he still wants. It smells blood in the water. Is going to go ahead and disengage.
I voted for BTK to win that.
Jordan's Empire.
But Ohio Brothers come out on top.
Really hurt. I mean,
Pucha
it hurts
Marwan.
a lot. And I just don't think the Hereth was that had to purify, didn't use it. Maybe didn't have it right when that pop-up came, but you have to purify, you have to burn it to get out if it's available.
I'm a caster. I don't have a favorite team.
Ministar preventing a lot of the things that Area 77 wants to do, but Alex on the
I'm happy for NA. As long as we get good games, as long as I get to cast great games, I'm happy.
A stun comes out, but it is not enough as Mark Cutie finishes the job, takes down Lapu before it can activate.
All of these teams are my country.
King's Calling, Gals Cutie, and Poggy stuck in a bad way. Zaman Force comes out and finishes the job. Poggy
Global events are the only time I need to be, are the only times I'm like, yo, I want this team to win.
A nice pull there by Gals Cutie as well.
Zane's not out. You wanted Zane out, and now he is. I hope Zane retires, and I too can move on from this community. Zane's not out. What are you talking about? This is a league. Zane still has a lot of opportunity.
Yeah, Zaman Force comes out.
I'm surprised that you guys don't understand that this is the league.
Great job kind of comboing those abilities and is able to take down Gals Cutie. Now we are charging in is Alex. Brilliance is activated by K Cutie to go ahead and disengage from that fight. But now we have, look at these 4 members here kind of crowding in here.
It's a double round robin, guys. I'm casting tomorrow, yes, Melissa Quay.
The pop-up is not able to find the targets. Poggy comes in, does miss Kokami.
And I think you guys have the wrong, listen to the wrong clip or something. I don't know, because I never said I wanted Zane out. I said hot take. I have a feeling we might send a different team to NA other than Zane. I think it's possible it could happen.
You can't use Flicker, you can't use your ultimate, you can't use your...
Then Deku said he wanted someone else to go. And I said, bro, don't say that, and I laughed. So you guys have to do your research and like focus on things. And do your research to know if this is a league and nobody's out yet. If you guys actually paid attention to what was going on in the community and not just one person, you would understand what's actually going on. Some of you guys have blinders on and you just see what you want to see instead of looking at everything.
Go ahead and finish the job there too. Oh no, now we have reset this Lord. Mark Cutie trying to put the damage onto Reckless, but it is not enough. Mark Cutie gets taken down. This is
bro, Empire just took this back. Tomorrow,
sitting in the back, definitely trying to take his time, but he gets caught.
Tomorrow is
season in the back line, and now they are giving chase. A flicker onto him. Poggy gets
hold on. Hold on.
So that is a kill onto the jungler along with the Lord.
This game has been cracked open by Empire. Not only do they have a really clean fight around Lord, they bait the objective. They don't want the objective just.
Did you think Ken Konecki cried? He was here earlier.
Using it to draw Area 77 into this team fight that they do not.
I yelled at him because he kept saying he was joking, but he was like, the Ohio Brothers cheated, and I was like, bro, that's not a funny joke. And I took away his his privileges for a little bit. Tomorrow is Game 1, Wasians versus Area 77. Game 2, Empire versus Bloodthirsty Kings. Game 3, Gosu versus Lamy Top. Game 4, Ohio Brothers versus Ackerman. Then next week, Area 77 versus Gosu, Lamy Top versus the Ohio Brothers, Bloodthirsty Kings versus Ackerman, Empire versus Wasians, and then Sunday is the week. Next week Sunday I'll be casting again for Ackerman, Lamy Top, Gosu Empire, Ohio Brothers Area 77, and Wasians BTK. No, I gave him his mod back.
Disengage from there. Now we have minions crashing into the core right now. A pop up onto Empire's Jordan.
Response? Mark Cutie?
activated. Pogi cleaning up.
Mark Cutie?
He's gonna go ahead and clean up Demon here as well. A beautiful cleanup there by Area 77, but they did lose 2 inhibitors for that. 1 more left for them, but at what cost?
There's a lot of standing gold on the mat.
No, I gave Ken back his mod.
There's not that much time on these death timers. 20 seconds if the 2 members are back. They're gonna get some turrets here.
Yeah, they might get everything. They might get an inhibitor.
Inhibitor at mid. I don't think they're gonna be able to take it down here yet. You do see Reckless coming in there with that.
Nice hook, nice hook, nice hook. That's the stun.
Put in the damage, but here comes the brilliance. But a great job by Reckless to go ahead, use those abilities to go ahead.
Eat the jungle, eat the jungle, eat the jungle.
To go ahead and secure the defense for that inhibitor tower.
Empire needs to slow down a little bit in that finish right there. Now they've lost their gold. He's only 1,500 ahead, a little bit less. They need to have a pick with Ministar pull, land that down, and then press a 5v4. If you push into this team comp, they have Edith, Marksman. They have Lunox, maybe a Marksman, and they have Mark Cutie. So much damage coming out.
Gal's looking for this. Gal's looking.
Disadvantage. You have to make a pick before you go.
Uh-oh. Good play, good play. Nice try.
We have to use that
nice try.
ultimate to go ahead and try to get out of it. Now he's not going to have it for this team fight. Is Jordan's Empire. Now
yeah, we can't sleep on the Empire. They're not like lay me top, I would say. They're not like... They could become an A-tier team. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Mark Cutie. That's it. That's it. And they got minions. And they got minions. They got minions coming.
Empire needs to think of something quickly. He is down to about 1/3 health. Now they're going to be able to take down this inhibitor. Are they going to be able to
yeah, that's GG's. GG's.
What a game right now. In comes Jordan's Empire. Is he going to be able to protect
GG's.
Oh, a beautiful pop up there and a beautiful way of the Dragon.
GG's.
This is game. What a turnaround for Area 77 as they secure game 1 away from Empire.
The first match to where Joybaj was AFK for half a minute. See, I didn't get to watch it.
In that team fight, they started to lose, and then they catch a moment.
Joybaj was AFK for 30 seconds. Did they pause? Did they ask for a pause? Question mark.
In the mid, they try another engage that doesn't start off with a clean pick, and it's a 5v5 with 3 marksmen who have a lot of space and kind of perform the semicircle around.
I haven't watched it. Maybe we'll watch it after everything.
Yeah, and that's the problem because you had a Minsathar on your team, so you're kind of relying on that that anti-engage or that pull in, and that's where you need to kind of come in there. The problem was at that last fight, we're chasing down Area.
It was their third. Zane asked for it, but they didn't pause.
Long strand of our entire team.
Only 2 pauses.
To catch up while you're getting picked off one by one by one, and what an excellent patient example of patience from the side of Area 77.
They really played to their win condition. I have to think it's a little bit of a throw from Empire, right? Because they were in the base, hitting on the turret, hitting on the Nexus. There's always something you can do to win that game, but we have to highlight these players. Joshi, 4-1-8. Poggy, 7-3-8 on a build I've never seen on Julian, and did so well on it with the auto attack focus. Mark Cutie, 6-2-10, did a lot of damage with that puppet pushing out.
Yeah, that's the interesting thing here. Very interesting builds by both of them there. And this is where you can see like a Reckless kind of coming in here deep into the back line. This was all basically Empire's game to lose here, able to kind of zone out there and even separating a lot of these players out. Jace Cutie comes into the back line and then that brilliance is activated into there too. We're still kind of going into the back. Demon gets picked out as well, and then he has his own brilliance as well. These are those little fights that kind of kept on turning on Empire and turning it upside down on them until we got into that late game where they had issues.
But the AFK would not have changed the results though,
because they were kind of like ignoring their win conditions.
Yeah.
Like, look at these little plays, and this is the problem. All those little mistakes. Pogi able to find some pickoffs. Then at the mid, Jordan was almost picked off as well, and that's the problem that you come when you get into this late game. You get a little complacent about a lot of these, a lot of the kills and what you can do in these fights or what you're supposed to be doing as a lot of these characters, and you push too far instead of just getting your objective, turning around, and then doing that again with your team.
Yeah, maybe they don't even push to end there on that last push. They go with the next Lord and they try to end on Lord. But when you're pushing there without it and you get burned and then they run down the map and get a couple of turrets, the next time you lose a team fight, it's the game. And Area 77 win 2 decisive team fights in that last few minutes and just ran the game down on mid. And it just shows these teams are so good at punishing mistakes. If you make those mistakes and it's not just forced errors, your team actually makes an error, the people at this level punish so hard.
But that's not all of it. It's just game 1, and I mean, it was basically Empire, and it was their game.
A lot of MS issues. Hope tomorrow going to be better.
Resiliency.
We'll see.
Are they going to be able to do it again for this next match? Is it going to be all Area 77 to close this out for the night, or are we going to be going to a game 3? I'm leaning. The one thing here is everybody was kind of.
You know when there won't be any MS issues? When they move everybody to East server. When all the Western people move over here. Or when all the Eastern people move over there. Then there won't be MS issues.
Very clean game, and I feel like they just got excited and tried.
It's a big country.
A star pick and then a 5v4, because that's what got them there.
Sad thing is there's always going to be MS issues.
And just got a little excited.
Almost every single player in this event, if they're in Central Lobby, they're playing at 50+ MS. Always.
That game, building tank optimization first and being so hard to kill with the Radiant armor so early.
I swear that thing under Private's blanket is moving. What's under there, bro?
That snowball. It seems like they ran out of gas right before the objective.
Yeah, that's going to be the name of the game here. Kind of going with the same bands are we. We got the Wan and the Glue, and then the Joy and the Faramas here. Still, I'm guessing going on with the same things. Oh, but this time, Area 77 going to go ahead, ban out the Julian. This has been kind of the story of the night of a lot of these teams kind of picking this up, and then just too much respect for it to let the enemies have it there. And I mean, we haven't seen too many Julian bans or
Private needs to tone down the light on his face a little bit.
Two series we've seen a few Julians here. So a decent amount of respect.
Who's playing?
From Area
Zia are the worst gold lane.
Yeah, I think that's the first time we've probably seen him and I think Julian's super
tomorrow is every team is playing tomorrow.
Such a high level of
every day, every team will play. There's 4 series a day, so.
Although when it was played, it did lose earlier. So
have I seen an MPL team pull out the in Rome and win? No.
Route, right? We do have Fredrin unlocked as well.
I have not.
That, and there we go for the Poggy jungle.
Oh yeah, that was banned out with the last. They used their last ban for that on the last phase there, and now getting picked up by Area 77 there. I mean, Fredrin pretty much the #1 jungle S tier right now in almost the world right now. So good pickup by them, and I'm wondering if we have a plan on the side of Empires to go ahead and counter that. We do know they're not afraid to go outside the box of the meta for the counters. We saw that with the Mincetar pickup. So maybe they have something in
BTK versus Empire will be a good series tomorrow. I think the series I'm most excited about tomorrow is...
It was a wonderful last pick. I would expect here a very strong mage pick.
What's tomorrow?
Wasians
Wasians Area 77 and Ohio Brothers Ackerman. Those are 2 games I'm excited for tomorrow.
Felt good, but then I just didn't use Purify a couple of times and got picked hard for it. So if you're going to take that Purify, use it. If not, let's get a different spell, maybe the Flicker to go in a little bit in the back line. But I thought the Purify was the appropriate one. Now we've seen, honestly, an age-old matchup here. The tank fighter kind of jungle of Akai versus Fredrin.
Yeah, but that depends on what this Akai is going to be. Is it going to be the jungler, or is he going to be used as kind of that peeling type roam? But of course, always with as an answer to the first picks there, we have the Valentina picked up. I mean, I didn't really notice too much going on with the Valentina in the
Zia versus Basic, really battle of who's worse. Wow.
There, so we're gonna see how it kind of plays.
Wow,
into it.
He went there.
2 picks coming on for the side of Area 77.
He went there.
And they're gonna go ahead and pick up that Edith along with the Linux again.
It seems like some teams really love the Edith and some teams just don't even play it. I think that Area 77 may find themselves in that triple marksman spot again, where they have the Lunox, the Edith, and then they're going to pick up an 80 marksman. Maybe the Melissa, maybe the Beatrix. I'm really liking Beatrix lately. I feel like the range that it provides, and if it gets fed, just the immense amount of burst that can come out in the damage, works really well in some of these pit comps that they're playing. But Fredrin and Edith together provide a lot of CC. I don't think we'll see an R lot in this game, but man, that CC would be nice for him.
Yeah, and that's an interesting thing. I think there's been a decent amount of counters for the R lot here. I mean, hasn't been banned, hasn't been picked really that much at all in these series here. We do see Kakami taking up.
So here's something I don't really understand.
Right now, the only problem I
like
have
right
with
now
the is the range in which she needs to be to
Team Gosu
damage. So you're gonna have to wait for.
This is something. See, this is something I don't really think is right. I feel like even though BTK and Team Gosu both lost their matches, lose.
That distance, or at least kind of shutting them down from that
Team Goshu should be above BTK because they lost 1-2, and BTK lost 0-2.
I've always thought that Carry played really well into Fredrin, and in my mind,
like when I'm looking at the standings, right now Gosu's below
if you're not just
BTK.
in XP lane versus XP lane matchup, the best thing to go against Edith is the carry. She does so much that true damage to Edith, and sometimes Edith builds health, but she really wants to build the armor and resistances.
And I know like it's day one, it doesn't really matter, but as days go on, hopefully that changes.
Double reason. I find that everybody who picks the Edith also bans the YZ, so they're really scared of that YZ in the matchup, and I think it's because that YZ would just get out of lane, and there's no way the Edith can match the roam.
Yeah, we do see the bans kind of coming out here, the Yuzong and the Lolita being picked off by Area 77, and now the Cho and Melissa for the side of Empire here. We're still looking for our marksman and roam for the side of Area 77.
Whoa, don't just
looking for, well, I guess that kind of depends on what this Akai is doing.
Don't disrespect Zia like that. Basic, well, you can go there on him.
I assume here for the side of Empire.
Yeah, I would guess Akai jungle. Sometimes it's played in support, but that's like if you flex it really hard and you have a great counter pickup. I think 90% of the time Akai is running the jungle, and it is an okay counter to Fredrin because they both have neutral objective control. Akai's just better at it, but Fredrin has more damage. They pick the Diggy here, which I think steps into the Fredrin, it steps into the Edith CC a lot. Maybe a little bit of an early pick for it, though. Maybe I would have picked that last, so you make sure that you don't get anything that can play really
just for
well.
example, no matter what, whether it was MPL or the Indonesian point system, Gosu would be above. If it was the Indonesian point system, Team Gosu would have -1, and BTK would be -2 right now. If it was the PH point system, then Gosu would have 1 point right now.
The possibility of having an Atlas,
and
they also with the Valentina
BTK would have 0 points. So
stave away from some other picks that might be countered by that. And right now we don't
Theo or
really
Joybaj
have a lot of ultimates for Valentina
on the same MS. I kind of like Joybaj more.
Great draft for Area 77 on that side, and a roam support.
I don't know. They're honestly, I put them both at about the same level. They're just a little different. Joybaj is a lot more aggressive.
First time in a long time we've seen Raph taken, and honestly, Gals, I would expect them to.
This is actually kind of a hot pick for Area 77.
Set focus, but
no, this is.
Raphael is going to be giving so much mobility.
Gals plays a good Raph.
I think it does play well with Fredrin. I think one of the most busted combos in the game is Fredrin Estus. Raph kind of fills a similar role, but actually instead of all the healing, speeds him up. And there's nothing more scary in the early game than a beefy boy rolling through your jungle at top speed.
Well, and that's the kind of the point there too, especially as we.
This is like a classic pick.
Team fights, the ability to close the distance with people like Fredrin, with people.
But yeah,
like Edith,
I think Theo's just a bit more solid, well-rounded. Joybaj is a bit more aggressive.
Whoever they catch up to, that boy's going to get CC'd down, and you need to be prepared there. However, on the other side, with that Akai pick, I do like that there because that heavy spin can kind of help create the distance. But if you're
Raph instead of Estes
to just create distance, you're kind of
no. I mean,
I want to say the setting potential for
Estes is definitely looked at as the better pick, I think, overall in meta, right?
Yeah, and I think Lapu can help
but Gals plays a nice Raph, and this is a pick that I know back when Raph was more meta, this was like a pick that they used pretty regularly. A lot of Raph Lilia mid back when Yato was on Area 77. Raph Beatrix mid when that was way back. Because you get the slowdown, and it can't, like, theoretically on paper the composition looks clean even with the Raph. As long as Raph doesn't get picked off. If Raph gets picked off early game, she's gonna be fucking garbage the whole game.
Or are we gonna go ahead and extend this and show that fighting spirit into a game 3?
Really clean starts here, both helping the buffs, speeding up their junglers.
The idea is kind of similar to a Matilda, right? Where you get a lot of movement, you get a lot of heavy rotation in the early game and mid.
Especially with kind of the slow start,
just not as much dive
from Kakami on this carry. It's you definitely want to have the support there and kind of have those.
It's a double round robin, yeah, Turtley. Double round robin. Every team plays against every team twice.
Especially since Kakami comes in at that late game.
Yeah, I feel like Beatrix does too, though, and like Kakami needs to stand and deliver, whereas Beatrix can hit that poke.
2, 4, 6. So in like 3 weeks, we'll have ran through half of the season. Because every team plays twice a week.
I mean, that Bennett's that missile launcher that he's using just chunking.
So they're gonna crush out the first round robin in like 3 weeks, 3.5 weeks.
Burst and Galscutie doing his best to go ahead and keeping Marcutie topped off with those.
BTK could definitely get revenge against Ohio Brothers.
Look how deep this Edith is in the map, cutting the lane.
We still got a long way to go, guys. This is day 1, bro. This is day 1.
For the side of Fredgen to be able to walk, and he knows that
we're just starting. People are just feeling the waters right now.
Edith has vision this total.
People are feeling the waters, bro.
The only problem is we're not really making much advantage of it. We cut the lane, but we haven't really done anything with the Edith there. Now you see Lapu and Edith kind of fighting it out here. This is going to open it up for Poggy to actually be in a little bit of trouble here. But Flicker just matching up there, and Jordan gets caught out. Beautiful play there by Jay's Cutie. Does go ahead.
One thing I like about Area 77 right now, they're not showing too many cards. Jassie's played the Edith twice. Poggy showed a little bit of a card using the Julian.
That cutting the lane, but Edith was forward. Lapu wasn't. Follows the flicker and finishes the kill. Lapu's still level 3. He's got just like a 4 now.
Yeah,
oh, Galscutie does have the. Oh, there it is. There it is. There it is. Area 77 is going for much more of just like a pocket, right? Pocket strat.
Area 77 right now as they are continuing on this. Jordan does pick up the
Turtle goes like taken though.
That stun and pop up does miss wide on Jordan, who goes ahead and dashes out of the way. Right now, 2-1 in favor of Area 77. Turtle.
Wait, ours is point system? Does it say that on Liquipedia?
It does take the turtle. I didn't notice that. So that's a great neutral objective steal away from Alex when it should have been Area 77. Pretty clean, but that's kind of what you expect from a Kai. Oh goodness.
Are we sure about that though? Because Liquipedia could be wrong. I asked Dave about it.
Tried with that ultimate, but not able to find the kill there.
I don't see it saying anything about that.
He's gonna have to disengage. Poggy is giving up, not giving up on this
regular
chase.
season.
3 members do decide better of chasing down an Akai.
And if Edith
yeah, it doesn't say anything about point system on Liquipedia, bro.
I think Jordan would have taken that kill. It was so close. One more skill and it wins. But now Edith walks away from that. She has the flicker, which will enable her a lot in team.
NASL, we had a point system. You might be looking at that.
Loaded down into the pockets of Edith. She's gonna get probably 1 armor item and into that feather very quickly.
Yeah, and we are kind of continuing here, putting on the pressure here at.
Oh no, they got 3 points. So maybe it is a point system. Ohio Brothers have 3 points right now.
This lane.
I expect
but
to have a little bit more
they might just be assuming. They might just be assuming.
Access to a lot more of her package, but early Demon's going to have that ability to push, dash, and then
I'll figure out tomorrow. I'll ask Dave what the final call and it was, because I asked him what our plan was for that.
Or someone who gets the support there to push the lane out for him.
What I do like and what I am seeing here right now is I know that Jordan is kind of struggling against Jay's Cutie on this Edith. So you do see the rotations from Demon starting to kind of point down there, trying to take the long way around to make sure that he's not getting ganked, trying to give vision as well. So they're doing a good job of kind of covering down for the holes that they've been seeing here in the early game. But Turtle is up 4 members of Area 77 as we're going to go ahead and activate that taunt on the Reckless, who it might be getting bursted down. We do see that Bennett's Rage go wide. Turtle is down. Here comes a heavy spin, followed by a Chime Journey. Poggy picks up the Turtle, but a stun issued by Jordan. What a beautiful stun there by him to kind of get into the back lane, but he gets picked off.
Yeah, the graphics are a little rough.
That is a 1-for-1 trade there.
Hopefully they figure it out.
They actually get popped up as well and taken down by Poggy.
And I was about to say that Lapu dies with a smile because he just accomplished his goal, right? He burns the flicker, finds the marksman, and that's his job.
It's definitely a little muddy, right?
Akai will be used to create opportunities, but it will be
like slight pixelation here and there.
Augie and Josh, somebody needs to find some peel for that Beatrix, because if Lapu doesn't survive,
like almost fuzzy in some parts,
the Beatrix can run through this team fight.
Yeah, we're going to go ahead and come in here. We do. Oh, Marcutie does find a kill onto Reckless, and a heavy spin is going to go ahead and return the favor to Galscutie, pushing them into the tower as well. Demon coming in does steal the ult from KQD as well. Are we going to see a Brilliance? I don't think we are. Marcutie going to go ahead and retreat to the safety of the tower. Minions starting to push in here. Not sure if this is the defense that you want. 3 members going to go ahead and
I don't think it has anything to do with the settings. I think it's just something's with production.
By the side of Empire to go go ahead and pick up 2 kills.
Somewhere they're losing quality.
From the side of Area 77.
Great dive right there from Empire. Absolutely, Area 77 is sticking around way too long in a 2v3 and gets pounced on. The Diggy has enough movement speed and shielding to get him right out.
Yeah, Jordan, with the struggle here against Jace Cutie, is going to be able to successfully cut the lane here too now, and looking for a little bit of a surprise here, kind of in the jungle. Oh, he's going to go ahead and cut that bottom lane deep, but now we're going to go ahead and engage. Area 77 and Empire clashing in Area 77's jungle. A heavy spin, this is what we were talking about, picking them up against the wall. Kakami takes down Pogi, though, and Reckless is not long for this world as
Why is there
well.
so many of Benny Cutie's sons in this match? I don't know, bro.
Area 77, and right now it is 6-7. We are starting to tie up this game. Empire showing that they do have the cojones to stay in these fights and stay with neck and neck with Area 77.
Yeah, Kokomi.
That's exactly it. And while Reckless
Gotta watch
dies,
out
they
for
trade it
Kokomi.
the jungler, and that just opens up a turtle for Empire. Empire is going blow for blow with Area 77 right now. If you didn't know their name before this, you will remember it after today.
Yeah, they're doing a great job right now, just continuing on this pressure. I mean, the one thing is that they're just, right now, this is kind of, oh, we do see a stun, a flicker from Jace Cutie to go ahead and negate that stun from him. But, like, they're basically kind of standing.
Not a lot of big set potential from Area 77, right? No big, like, Edith isn't going to get a huge 3 or 4 man set. It's just not going to happen, right?
Gets taken down. A pop-up does miss from Jace Cutie. On the side lane, we do see the Brilliance coming out here to get Jace Cutie to safety. Jordan comes in.
Yikes. Yikes. Carry's scary, bro. Carry's scary.
And K Cutie dished it out, but K Cutie does fall as well. So it is 7-9 here in favor of Empire.
We also don't really have any dive. They don't have anyone to get to the back line and take out Carry.
Pogi loves. Oh, this is a different.
Like if they had a Lapu or something like that.
Sword, but it's a Kai picking up the Demon Hunter sword. Usually you wouldn't see that. Now they have a Radiant Armor building into the Cursed Helm as well.
Is that a mess up?
Lead for a Kai right here, taking those neutral objectives. Hasn't died yet. Really pinning.
Or is that real? The Demon Hunter sword thing?
Yeah, really interesting here too. We're gonna go ahead and dive into the enemy territory here. Reckless gonna go ahead activate that time journey here.
I guess what it pairs with his passive a little bit.
The way we are kind of macroing up with some of these items here. I've never seen an Akai with a Demon Hunter.
Hey, carrying Carry is scary, yeah. It's scary carrying Carry. Scary carrying Carry. Say that 3 times fast.
Glitch. I'm tripping if Alex built Demon Hunter sword on Akai.
Hopefully, we'll see how that is. I mean, I guess. Who am I to say? Who are we here sitting at the casting desk? If it's successful, it might be the new meta there too. 24K to 26K here in favor of
Just
Empire.
Came from placement.
Yeah.
No more signs of bad connectivity? Question mark.
2K gold up here against Area 77, who are no slouch. Every caster here slotted the Area 77 would take this, and again in the mid game, Empire finds.
There's a DHS visual bug on jungle and roam boots, I think. Yeah.
Out of harm's way between a bad way of 5 members of Area 77. Now we have this Lord up, and we're going to start.
I think that's what it is.
Ooh, 3 members hiding inside that bush. We do catch this pop up onto.
It's definitely a production mistake.
Time journey comes out. Now K Cutie, not long for this world, gets taken out as well. You do see the Pogi and Galskiti and go ahead and disengage her. Look at the damage from that speedy light wheel. Kakami on that carry. Down comes the Bennett's Rage to go ahead and clean up those minions, but Kakami does the deed anyway onto that tower. And look at the damage onto Pogi. Gets taken down quickly and gonna have to use that flicker. Great job to protect Kakami. But is that gonna be enough? You just protected her, and now we're diving into Mark Cutie as well. Jordan comes and gets taken out by Mark Cutie with that Beatrix. A monster right now.
Cutie gang. Cutie gang, Cutie gang, Cutie gang, Cutie gang.
With the absolute outplay on Lapu, flickering forward into Mark Cutie, needs one shot on him. Beatrix turns around and lands it.
Ritz!
But this does open
Ritz!
the map. Take a Lord. It will
Welcome.
be the first Lord of the game.
Last game of the night.
It's not luminous.
You late, kid. You slept in, kid.
And that gets them another.
No, my last series of the night might not be the last game. Area 77 up 1. Empire, though, on the swing back, holding about a 3K gold lead.
With the devil because they were sitting on a sliver of health and still deciding to stay in those fights. Greatly played by both of them. I was waiting for one of them to get taken out because I feel like that would have kind of steamrolled the momentum into that team, whoever had gotten the kill, and then they would have kind of pushed up a little bit more. But great job by both of them.
You said earlier the word cojones, and both
BTK lost 0-2 to the Ohio brothers.
Into these fighters, all this CC and landing the damage.
Gosu lost 1-2 against Ackerman. Weijins beat Lamy Top 2-1. And now Ackerman is 1-0. But we've had all best of threes so far, except for the BTK game. All rubber band matches.
So, I mean, it's going to be interesting to see how we kind of continue on.
Rubber band man. Oh, wow, that's a Taliban.
Doing the best. Oh, beautiful.
Oh, Poggy in a lot of trouble.
The wrong side of enemy lines. Demon kind of coming in here, trying to put on the damage. Does take down Foggy. And now we are down to inhibitors on the bottom side here. We still have two more towers here up at the bottom, but we are going to go ahead and put on the damage here. You see a lot of brilliance coming out here, and Lord is taken down as well. But now we're going to go ahead, switch our attention down to the mid lane. Just basically gets spit on, and now it is down. And we have two inhibitor towers here out in the open. Now we're going to have three inhibitors. There is not much. Area 77 basically getting out macroed here right now by the pressure from the Empire.
Yeah, Empire doing an incredible job, but we have to move back in history. And have we learned from our mistakes? Are we going to get greedy in trying to close the game, or are we going to do it cleanly? Because Area 77 found in the same position. They started to lose the mid game. Empire started taking over, and then in that late game, Area 77 just turns it on and turns to that 3 marksman comp and melts them. We'll see if Empire has learned from the last match.
Yeah, and that's the big question.
No one plays. It's true. No one plays Fredder better than Zane. This is true.
Mistakes here. We need to kind of keep our heads clear, keep our minds focused on what we need to do, and not going against the grain, and know what our win can do.
Look at Jordan. Look at Jordan.
Coming here on the Jordan. Goes going to go ahead and throw out some damage, and then go ahead and disengage. Alex. Has a heavy spin. Landed on
Mark Cuty's dead.
Here comes Kakami coming in for that damage. Here comes that
Yikes.
as well.
Yikes. Yikes. Yikes.
Gals Cutie and K Cutie get taken down as well. Jay's Cutie does not want any of this. Reverse time latches onto him. Are we going to go ahead and find that damage? Ooh, just narrowly gets away to safety, but this next tower gets taken down. Is it going to be enough? This might be Empire's game. Two members trying to come
Nisha,
in.
what's up? What's up? Welcome.
10% left on here. Kakami finds the damage onto there, and hail.
1-1. 1-1. We're going the long way, guys. We're going the long haul.
Not make the mistake of the first game, right? They closed the game. They close the game really
We're going the long haul.
Give it to Empire. They step in the mid game and they find themselves in these team fights, and they start out team fighting really good teams. And then this time they clean the map with that first Lord, and they don't even wait on the next one. They just go and end the game, Private.
Yeah, and it was all due to being able to create that distance for the carry to put on that damage. And that was my biggest kind of worry point when it came to these engagements. Are you going to be able, because she does need to get very close to these fights to be able to kind of issue out that damage. But we're going to go ahead and take a look at the stats from that last match.
Big game coming out of the side of the Empire.
Big damn.
Got to highlight Alex here. 3-0.
Teams are bringing it. I know, Ritz. I've been getting more and more hype all night.
What a good game.
More and more hype all night, yo.
Opportunities. Reckless, honestly.
Like just the fact that like now the league's officially started, it's really hitting me, because like I get to think like, oh, these teams are now playing tomorrow, and then they're playing again the next day, and then again the next day, and it's
on the carry. What a great game coming out of carry. Look at the itemization. Builds one defensive item. It got the Wind of Nature in case anything.
Time to stretch the legs, guys. Stretch the legs.
I'm not sure if I'm going to go ahead and call that Demon Hunter Sword on the on Alex there a visual glitch, but I'm going to go ahead and assume it is one. But I mean, a great job, because once the you had two kind of protective forces for Kakami on this carry. You had the heavy spin from Alex to be able to either pin people or keep them at
I think the DHS, because it's two junglers now on the right side. And it's the same thing on Fred Poggy. No way Poggy's picked up DHS. No way they both picked up a D. Bro. No, that's a visual bug. Visual bug. Literally both junglers right now don't have boots and have a DHS. And they're both tank junglers. Poggy does some weird shit sometimes, but not that.
Composition from the side of Empire.
To answer the question of the day, I heard from production, DHS item slot is actually supposed to be boots. So no, Akai did not build DHS. We're not trolling. Those are supposed to be boots. So just in case you're worried, and please don't play DHS Akai in rank. Please.
Do not try this at home.
Already Akai's in rank right now with Demon Hunter Sword. I can already
no boots, Demon Hunter. Yeah.
Right now, it's the damage has been done.
1-1, we find ourselves Private Empire. trading
1-1.
blows with Area 77.
1-1.
This would have been a 2-0, honestly, if A77 didn't turn around in those team fights and Empire ended a little bit more cleanly. This time,
we got a
Empire
season,
really goes
guys.
slow, and they find their
Day
pace to
1.
open up the game. And once they did, they played really cohesively into that dive and cleaned the game up.
Is it because BTK lose? I guess no.
Every caster on the desk may have been incorrect in this prediction. Empire is looking to take this. They have momentum.
Empire is looking to take this.
Yeah, and that's a great point that you brought up. Because
I'm not nervous. I think I'm just antsy. I'm just antsy. Season finally started, guys. You have to understand.
As we saw from the Empire in that second game, if
I've been waiting a long time for this.
They can continually put on the pressure, keep that dominating force.
All last year, we were hoping this was going to happen, bro.
Yeah,
Day 2 is tomorrow. Yeah, I'll be casting.
I think, like I said earlier,
I'll be
if you didn't know
casting
the
tomorrow.
names, you do now.
Yeah, we're gonna go ahead and see. I think this.
I
was the
love
game
these
that
slow-mo
happened on
replays,
Mark
yo.
Cutie with,
I just love
3
them.
members
They're to
here
die
at the
for.
back. You
I'm
see
lying. I
Reckless
hate
over
them.
there. Mark Cutie tries to take care of the lane, but this is where we start getting fed on Kakami a little bit here as well. We put the damage on here. Mark Cutie didn't realize he was here with so many members, and then K.
I don't hate
comes
him,
in
but
here as well. I mean, and this was the double that we got for Kakami here when it came to that engagement, and that kind of started that little steam, that little a snowball effect for them. Getting them fed up.
I think a great game, and honestly, one that I didn't expect. It looked like Area 77 kind of had their number coming out of game 1, and they found themselves in their late game team fight. I thought Area 77 would walk in this game with momentum. They get a little bit of an early game lead, but Empire, they find themselves in the mid game. Unlike a lot of teams that need a snowball throughout, they found themselves in the mid game and ended in the late. It's a really unique
They found themselves in the
play
mid game.
I'm seeing out of Empire, and it's honestly a pleasure to watch.
Yeah, so
them boys getting tired.
I feel like the
them boys
is
getting
on
sleepy
Area
up there.
77. We've seen from the last 2 matches, Empire really kind of flexing out, expanding their little wingspan there. Just kind of, I mean, a few mistakes here from the first game, but man, really showing that they are a dominating force right now. And we were talking about Area 77, not exactly the same powerhouse that they were last year. Still kind of have a few growing pains when it comes to a lot of these engagements. And right now the problem is when it comes to a lot of these, I feel like we're just kind of trading blows, and we're trying to keep up with Empire when it
what
comes
do I think
to a lot
about
of this damage, when
BTK?
it comes to a lot of these kills.
I still
But in
think
the
they're
end,
S tier.
when we're going back and forth. I mean, that's basically a coin flip when you're just trading kills.
They
for
lost to the
kills
team
and
that I
not
put them that I
exactly-
put higher than them on my tier list, so
when it comes to these drafts
it's not
and-
too surprising.
Right, it seemed like kind of a bar brawl.
If they start
Everybody's
losing,
swinging,
if they
but we're
lose
not
to
really sure
Empire
why we're
next
fighting
week,
right now.
we can
And then
start
Empire
getting.
kinda cleans
I
up.
think
They
the
start playing
BTK
objective.
fans can
They
start
get a
getting
kill,
worried.
an objective. They get the Lord, they clean the outer.
If they lose to Empire,
push 'em back
and
into
then
the
they
team,
like
and they close the
lose
game,
to
plus
who do they play? They play Empire next week,
clean.
and they play Ackerman. If they lose like the next 3 days in a row, there might be a problem. They might not get to playoffs. But like, you know, they come in next week and they sweep Empire, and then they 2-1 Ackerman or something like.
So I guess we're gonna be looking
It's a league, guys.
Fredrin and Valentina pickups here for the early game.
Teams
here.
are gonna
Just waiting to
lose.
see who, which one's gonna get which one here? Even having Fredrin, I mean,
I don't think anyone. Yeah, like
wasn't enough to kind of
all I'm saying is in my tier list, I put Ohio Brothers above, right above BTK. They put them both as S tiers. So literally all of us casters were talking about how we didn't know how to guess that game. When they asked us what our prediction on it was, we were like, one day we would say BTK, the next day we were like, no, the Ohio Brothers. Like, everyone was fucking... Every day, I wanted to change my guess.
Kind of concern when an Akai is
I was going
picked up
back
is
and
that,
forth on it.
A lot of times, you just need to have an insurmountable amount of skill on that Akai to make sure that you're not just out there upsetting the sets by your team by pushing everybody out of the way with your heavy spin, but when you're that surgical that you can get in there and find the pin.
We also can't say that TOB is the echo of NACT right now. We'll see.
Your damage dealers to be able to finish the job. That's when you really get the value out of that pick.
If they go this weekend and next weekend undefeated, then yeah, they're the echo of NACT. But again, it's day 1, guys.
Away from the Edith pick here. it's not something they like banned, and they were really specific about this earlier, but now they drop the Edith and they go straight into the Lapu, allowing the YZ, allowing a Glue's ban, but allowing the YZ counter if they want it. But it looks like Empire really comfortable on this Diggy and played so well around it. Do we have a little Venus building in Reckles there? It looked really good from him. He was a silent hero for that whole game, had a great kill participation.
Yeah, that Diggy's...
I love this Diggy play last game.
That Diggy's clutch,
yeah,
yo.
I mean, and that's the thing, especially I'm glad you noticed and you said something about it too, because I was going to say, like, a great Diggy player.
They keep giving over the Fredrin too, bro.
His big job,
you can't give up the Freddy.
On top of Kakami, make sure that once they started getting a little too close, boom, come in with that time journey, make sure that you can create the space for them to come in with that speedy light wheel and dish out the damage. And now you're already too deep into the enemy lines because you kind of narrowed in, you got the tunnel vision on that marksman, but now they've got a shield, you can't see them down, and they're just kind of continually putting on those auto attacks on you and shredding you down there. We're going to be moving on into the second phase of this, and again, Yuzong being taken off the board. No respect for Yuzong right now in these in this last series here, and Melissa for the side of Empire.
I think it displays the power of YZ in these really cohesive, high communication tournament lobbies. You won't see YZ banned in a ranked game.
Bro, they picked the grand finals as Mother's Day.
But here, the Black
you guys know that?
too much of a
the grand finals is on Mother's Day.
That can be brought into the team, and even when you already,
I'm gonna get yelled at this year.
You don't want to worry about that. What he can do in a team.
I'm gonna get yelled at this year, guys.
Really strong mid game right here.
Aiko's casting, no.
Will both spike.
I think Aiko's cameraman, bro.
They want one item, Hunter Strike for
Aiko's behind the scenes. He's doing a lot of stuff behind the scenes.
They kind of want to fight right after that point.
Yeah, they're the worst. I know, Ritz. That's terrible, isn't it?
It's up to Empire to break that apart.
Yeah, we're gonna see here as we do get. We're gonna go ahead, toss out the Cho here, and Carry getting taken off there. So definitely wanting to make sure that we don't see a repeat of what happened last game, and definitely, I guess, Area 77 identifying that as a weakness when we had the like we were just explaining, the Diggy and the Carry in there, allowing Carry to kind of. Just issue out that amazing amount of damage toward the mid game. But we're going to see
a lot of gamers getting yelled at by their mamas this year.
As a reply to this Brody pickup.
Yeah, just like you're talking about, the carry was a little bit too comfortable for the side of Empire. They seem to have a really good knowledge of that and how to play that with
what is
the front line and the speed of Diggy.
Grand finals. It's on Mother's Day.
I'm glad they removed it. But now Area 77 doubles down in the mid game power spike and goes for Brody. They don't want this game to go past 15 minutes. They want to end it at the 15-minute mark or before.
Chris Dave, you know it's one piece at a time, bro.
Yeah, it's gonna be.
It's one piece at a time.
Here. We do have the.
We got
we've been seeing here too. The
Grok, there it is.
That they provide.
We got you know, we got it. First we had tournaments. Finally we got a league. We got some decent teams. Next, you know, we'll continue to get more and more of these things.
You have the wild charge. You can use that time journey. You're going to be able to close the distance very quickly and kind of turn the tides of this fight. It just kind of depends on how we get these team fights to happen. And I mean, you can force them out when it comes to objectives. So I do like this draft right now from the side of Empire.
Ooh, Estes really seals the deal for these fighters. Fighters are so good with Estes, especially the spell vamp variety, the skill variety.
They really brought in the Estes.
Nigh on unkillable.
They're going full Ube.
And then you've got the Martis in there.
Full Ube.
Facilitating things. I can't see Area 77.
I got boogies in my nose, guys.
Massively outplay a team fight. They need to get it done early. And we've talked about the susceptibility of Empire in their early game. In Area 77, it looks like they pinned that and they want to play towards that.
I got boogies in my nose. Oh, whoa.
The 12, 15-minute mark and really employ their late game tools.
We literally, yeah we don't need coaches. We don't need analysis. We just need better MS. Give us 5 MS, and you'll see good games.
To make sure that Estes never really takes off. However, on the side of Area 77, you have the Martis, who is just a renowned early game.
Give us good MS. That's all we want, bro.
Kind of prop up the Estes, and once Martis starts having
give us a year of good MS, bro.
To kind of lay back from the damage, you're going to have the Estes there finally starting to take off and keeping his team topped up. So it's going to be amazing to see if Empire can.
It's never going to happen. That's the problem.
Our third and final game of the night, Empire taking on Area 77.
And we started with a bang, and we're going to end with a bang.
Yeah, it's never gonna get fixed, guys.
Showing up big, standing tall, proving their
Just
namesake
the
why they
reality.
deserve to be in the top 8 in this whole
Unless we do it unless we divide it
exactly what you
into
meant there.
East
Like,
Coast,
in the
West
top 8,
Coast.
they're basically showing why.
Unless
they
we
are
did
here, and they are
a
not
league
to be
that was just one
underestimated
coast.
here. If anything, no matter what the results,
That's the only way to fix it.
They have already proven that they deserve a spot up here.
Poggy getting aggressive early, and there's
We pick a
flicker down
coast,
on the side of Lunox.
and we
They
say
went early
sorry
for
to all
level
the
2
players
game.
in the
I love
other
that
coast.
Area
That's
77.
life.
I love level
And we just
1,
do a
level
league
2
on one
plays coming
coast.
out of teams. I think it asserts dominance.
That
and
would
it
literally be the
gives you a lot
only
of momentum in
solution
the game as you
to
put
the
teams on
MS
the
problem
back
in
foot.
America.
Yeah, we're
It's
seeing a lot
sad
of
to say,
pressure
but it's
here
true.
on the marksman
And
lane
like,
here, but still
I'm not
pushing
saying
in
that's
is
actually an
Marky
option that we
having
could
a
live
decent
by,
amount of
but
trouble because they don't really have the damage, especially even with that sniper. We're basically waiting for a BOD on her to actually really kind of become a threat. Oh, a nice little activation there. Alex does catch KQ to trying to find a little sneaky bush here to kind of get into them from the back line.
It seems like no longer mid lane is where supports go to help push in, but these supportive roams have played in the marksman lane. All 3 of these games, they've been on here and babysit to make sure their marksman has a good game.
I don't know if they could do 2 leagues. It was hard enough to get 1.
That bush as well, so they're not actually able to find a kill there. And now 11 seconds left.
You could like divide the league and do like 4 teams on one coast and 4 teams on the other, or do 8 teams and 8 teams.
And now he's going to have to try to go down.
And then the grand finals would just be the top 2 teams from each one. I don't know.
Valentina will walk through. They'll clear out with the S's to get level 4 on Valentina. They'll head straight to the turtle. Looks like Martis.
Or like, what is Cambodia or is it Malaysia? Which one has 10 teams? One of the leagues has 10 teams and they do groups.
While they're mids, their roams are pulling out this objective.
Would Texas be West Coast still? It's a great question.
Doing a great job pulling it out there. Reckless is at the side lane.
Central could maybe choose. Central players could choose whichever server they play better on, East or West. I don't know. Malaysia has 10.
Here, but now we are pulling in. Jay's Cutie does get pulled back here. A lot of damage coming on there. Oh no, Alex, not locked for this world, gets taken down as well. Jordan down as well. You get the turtle, but you pay for it with 2 deaths on your team.
I think that's a situation where, unfortunately, you just gotta let your brother die on that one. He's dead. He's done. Got him. We got the turtle. You traded for your life. Easy. Now we give over another kill, and that's another 200 gold gone
the
over
Cutie
to
Ube
the
strat
side of Area 77, and they want that gold. They need it to increase this, and Martis is going to focus the turret here.
I'm not saying any of it's actually probable or possible or something that should actually happen. I'm just saying it is the only way that you could fix the MS issue. I don't think any amount of money that's invested into, like, the distance is too big.
Yeah,
the distance is too big.
Really interesting. It looks like Lunox is getting a little bullied.
You have to remember, like,
early, but we know that Lunox
literally, it's the size of 50 Indonesias, or 48 Indonesias. You know,
it's a little different, but same effect.
We got 48 states, and each state is almost the size of Indonesia or Philippines. Like,
Cutie lying in wait in this bush. We're gonna see how well this goes. We're gonna go ahead, force our way onto it. I'm not sure.
Ultimate bonding experience, unlimited bonded experience.
For the defense of this. Oh, Demon gonna come here. Not sure.
Unlimited Blade Works.
So patient, about to go
Fate Stay Night. Unlimited Blade Works.
Sitting in there for so long right now, waiting.
Yeah, he's been off the map for too long, though, and Empire's a little bit wise to this. They haven't seen the mage in a long time. They know he's waiting in some kind of bush. They're playing very safe on these turrets, and Lunox takes a really long path through her own jungle back around, and Area 77 is wasting so much time in this bush now.
Yeah,
they're okay with it. It's not a waste.
He knew what was up. He took a journey to get back to that mid lane, making sure that he did not get himself into any of these.
They're waiting for turtle.
Great read by them, but now you have 2 members kind of coming in here. Alex in a bad way here, trying between.
Oh, that's a lot of damage.
What a beautiful snipe there landed by Kakami here to go ahead and set.
Same time tomorrow? Yes, start same time tomorrow.
Reckless putting on a little damage of his own, but this is 4 members of Area 77. Oh, almost from Kakami. Does not find the mark just yet.
Let's go for it. Poggy's like, let's go for it, bro.
They're doing a much better job in this early game of the macro for these objectives.
I think both teams are playing in their win condition area.
Bro, if you include the waters,
and it's up to Empire to give away.
No, bro. Even then,
what you can, not give away too much this early game, and to their effect.
Yeah, you guys. There's your perfect example. You guys have one time zone. We have 3.
Reckless coming in with that time journey to go ahead and protect his marks. But Kakami finds a kill onto Gal's Cutie. What a beautiful play there, and great protection from the side of Empire as they.
We're a whole corner of the world.
Diggy, I really feel
we're a whole corner of Earth.
He's too good at it. He started.
If you look at a globe, we're like a whole corner.
Initiated it, and then Beatrix gets the mobility.
Because we're and let's break it down even more. NACT is technically Canada and USA. We're 2 countries, 2 of the largest countries in the world. The only country that's bigger than us is Russia. It goes Russia, America, Canada, I'm pretty sure, or maybe Russia, Canada, America.
Only a little under about a 2K lead for Area 77. Nothing to write home to mom about just yet, especially at the 6-minute mark. So they're still in this game, still very even, and still kind of waiting for those power spikes. But you do see already Beatrix starting to get kills on.
I've got to give credit to this team of Empire playing without a support, but we may have an engage here.
Yeah, we do kind of come in there with that mortal coil from Pogi, but does not find.
But even then, like what's I think the perfect way to explain it is actually that we are 3 separate time zones.
You're starting to see teams group up.
That's.
Yeah, I was going to talk about how the rest of the Empire
I think China stands 4th. Yeah.
In this gold lane the entire time.
We could Google it.
6 minutes straight. He hasn't left, and they're ahead of a rotation right here.
Yeah, we do see them. Oh, lying in wait there. Beautiful snipe does set up that kill onto Gal's Cutie. Now the rest of the team kind of coming in.
Nice pick.
Journey does come up to kind of keep the
Alex goes down though.
Bunch of shield there. Alex gets taken out by Mark Cutie as well. We do find the snipe from Kakami onto Pogi. Right now we are still kind of laying in wait here. A 1-for-1 trade from both teams. There.
Yeah,
2-3.
I mean it's two offline venues.
Kind of getting ahead with that engagement.
I'm still super happy. I'm used to MS issues, and I think most of the players are too. It is what it is. It just sucks sometimes, you know.
Fredrin dies for it, but nobody else goes and tries to buddy with him and save him or die with him or anything like
that. Oh, nice pick.
What a beautiful wild charge. Pops up Jay's Cutie, and then the snipe from Kakami. I'd be mad too. Jordan goes down there, and from the side there, Jay's Cutie is going to have to use his flicker to get out of the way.
They find one in return, though.
Poetry in motion, man. But on
2K gold lead.
There, Area 77 does go ahead and I guess they're going to go ahead and pass up on this.
Who was it? LaFell? LaFell said something really interesting at M4.
Every time they do that, yes, one of them
LaFell's like, yo, I think I figured out the secret. I think I know. Because who else was it? Incendio Supremacy did really good, right? They made it to like number 8 spot. He was like, all these teams like Incendio and America and all of them, they're always playing at like 50, 60 MS in their home country in these tournaments. Then they come here and they're at 4 or 5 MS. It's like, you haven't even seen my final form. Like they're just they're taking off the leg weights like freaking it's like taking off the leg weights like you're Rock Lee, you know what I'm saying?
We're narrowly giving it to Area 77 as they do have the zonage here for this first Lord.
I find the Empire's playing so intelligently here, giving up Lord and not contesting it, because honestly Area 77 would have turned on a team fight in a heartbeat. It's so smart of them to understand their win condition is not right now. Their win condition isn't for another 6-7 minutes, and they're playing really well towards that. Beatrix is getting the gold. They're playing so smart and defensively in this game, and only a 2K, 3K gold lead is so good for Empire right here.
Yeah, and they're doing such a great job right now, able to pick up that Lord. It's gonna go ahead and kind of give them a little bit of breathing room. Wall comes out from Jordan there, trying to stave off this push. And right now, I feel like Area 77 is really kind of I don't want to say
they don't play on school days though.
They're trying to be as
I think they should also consider the school days so that students can play in the tournament without thinking their homework or exam. They don't play on school days though. They play on Saturday, Sunday.
As we've seen, Kakami with this sniper rifle is just a menace.
I think that's a great.
Bro, I'm a fucking weeb. What are you guys talking about, bro?
From Empire here, they don't have to get.
I'm all caught up on One Piece. Yeah, I read it. I didn't watch it. I got into One Piece a little late. I was more of a Naruto fan back in the day than One Piece. That was the long-term anime that I watched. I started reading One Piece finally like last year. I'm all caught up now on the manga.
beautiful hit there too as well. Jordan goes down though as well. Alex gonna go.
What the fuck was that, Pogi? What are you doing, bro?
Still fighting here, trying to put the damage onto this next inhibitor tower. I mean, they have
NACT is only Saturday and Sunday.
Lane. That's kind of without even really kind of looking towards the other lanes just right now.
This is absolute poetry from both these teams. And we talked about it earlier, playing to their win condition. Now they're pushing into fight 1-it.
Yes, Ace dies. I've already read it all.
They think that this is kind of turned off into their fashion.
I'm on.
Spider comes out from Jay's Cutie, who's kind of laughing down Reckless in a little bit of trouble. They do miss that stun right there. Oh,
they're on what's it called Island with our boy Vegapunk.
For Beatrix, Kakami, bro, calm down.
I was a Bleach fan too, Bleach and Naruto.
And they're gonna go ahead and clean up.
I feel like Bleach is underrated. A lot of people Bleach gets like a really bad rep as one of the big three.
3-0. I have to say, Empire, even if you do lose this game, I've never seen a team so beautifully peel back during such an aggressive dive comp. They peel back so well into this, and they're getting kills as they fall back, and honestly kind of baiting Area 77, who know they have to close, walking in closer and closer and trading kills back and back. It's 5-5, tied up, only a 3K gold lead for a team that will be falling off in the next few minutes, falling off hard.
Yeah, we're going to see what we have in place for this Estes. And right now, I mean, surgical is Kakami with the sniper.
I think Naruto, for me, I'm a little biased. It will always hold a special place in my heart. Naruto has better villains, I think, and backstories, kind of, maybe. I think One Piece, though, depending on how it ends, has the better... One Piece might have better world building. And One Piece has a lot of potential still. It's not over yet, so it kind of depends on how One Piece starts. Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood is underrated? No, it's not, bro. It's literally the #1 anime on like My Anime, on like Vizzo and stuff. Like, it's the #1 in so many lists. It's got a like. GG's. Area 77 takes it.
And Matt, a beautiful series by both teams.
Area 77 knows their win condition is quickly exiting, and they punch through and they win the game. What a beautiful finish from Area 77.
I think One Piece has the opportunity. Naruto kind of had a rough ending too, with Kaguya and all that shit. A lot of people didn't like it.
Huge plays.
I wasn't completely against it.
It almost seemed like a little bit of desperation. They knew that they were at that point where they're going to start falling off, so they need to make something happen now. Lapu dives deep into the back line to allow Brody to go ahead and get some of those auto attacks and let the torn apart memories do the job for him without him having to dive too deep into the back line.
Big plays, and I thought honestly that team fight could
gone
have
either way. The alien ending.
Torn apart memories. I have to give it to Kakami, peeling back, doing so much damage there. And I think Empire left the Beatrix alone.
I think that kind of was like they threw the ball with that one.
Maybe it turns out differently. Anyway,
they could have easily just made it like, you know, some sort of creature or something that wasn't an alien from space.
Yeah, you can take a look here right now. I mean, Mark Cutie on that Brody 6-0-2. While a lot of the flashy plays going over to Kakami, I mean, the real deal here, Mark Cutie really kind of putting in the work, especially in that early game, to kind of hoist his team up and finish the job towards the late. Not to be underdone, though. I mean, even on
I feel like they could have never made Boruto and just continued Naruto as a Hokage or something. Naruto and Sasuke.
And Lunox didn't get to that point, but really wanted to lay down the DPS. I think, honestly, a fantastic game out of Mark Cutie himself. It seemed like he was.
They could have just made Madara the final enemy, though.
Torn apart memories to finish up the fight when the range was so far. Yes, Beatrix has the sniper range, but we often overlook Brody's range.
That's it, guys. Day one over. Day one's over.
As you get caught by that auto attack, there just is not far enough for you to run to miss that torn apart memories. But a great job here done by Area 77, especially the second game. They finally kind of took control of that early game, knowing that they cannot allow that to go back to the Empire because it was basically their game to lose. Here we can go ahead and take a look at the fight here, kind of slowed down for us as well. You see Poggy kind of hanging out in here, a beautiful pop-up. They do find and secure secure a kill onto him. The brilliance kind of comes out as well. But as we move on with the fight, it was just a great job as we move down into the lane. And this is where we saw it, where you kind of latched on in deep into the back line to allow that kill onto the Beatrix. You see him going on here. Jay's Cutie coming in here, but we're going to see Mark Cutie kind of come in here from the top bush here.
Barto should be dismissed as non-canon. No.
The addition of that
the read, the manga's actually not that bad.
Well executed.
The read is not bad.
Hit and then torn apart memories time. That was just a beautiful play by Area 77 and a great executed plan.
The only problem,
he sidesteps the snipe. Marketing walks up, sidesteps it one time. You ain't hitting me, and gets the turn apart.
The only problem with Baruto really is the power scaling. It's so whiffed.
Absolutely, and as you guys mentioned,
it moved way
this
too fast.
Series, we've really seen an epic comeback, as well as knowing your late game win conditions. Area 77 in the first on the Empire's overextension, and it kind of shows you that when you have a threatening new Empire, you really need to take control and be careful of every step, because your opponent will be just as strong. And with Area 77, of course, the MVP player goes to Gau's Cutie, even though Mark Cutie made a lot of amazing plays, but ultimately Gau's Cutie created the most impact overall through the 3 games. What do you guys think?
I mean, definitely deserving. This entire night has been a spectacle here and a real treat.
What do you guys think of day 1?
A pleasure to be here. The first day of
7 out of 10.
We have a lot to talk about as we go through the rest of this series.
7.5 out of 10.
I mean, the match is
decent day.
That went in the way a lot of people thought. Maybe Ohio Brothers was an upset not many people predicted, but the rest of the games go kind of similar.
Have you seen Xena yet? I'm more of a Xena fan, John Dela Cruz.
Off of both these teams. Which
have you seen Xena yet? 8 out of 10. Okay, 6 out of 10. 7 out of 10.
To conclude our first day of matches, let's take a look at the tournament for today.
8 out of 10.
We are looking at the Ohio Brothers versus BTK.
Oh, just wait, John.
That went to a 2-0
just wait.
Clean sweep, and then we got 3
Xena Lily.
creative matchups between the
John, we're friends on Instagram, aren't we?
2-1. The Lemmy Top versus Wasians at 1-2, and Area 770 ultimately
Xena Lily is the other host.
The Empire at 2-1. And for tomorrow's matchups, we are looking at more intense schedules with the same teams as, remember,
she's
guys,
got more e-girl vibes.
The double round robin format where every team will have the chance to match up against each other twice. So tomorrow we're looking at Wasians versus Area 77 and Empire versus BTK in the first round of the
XINA
Team Gosu versus
LILI,
as well as the Ohio Brothers versus the Ackerman. Now, with that, And with that being said, that concludes our intensive and thrilling first day of the NACT. We've seen some crazy matchups, some surprise picks, as well as
Xena Lily. We hung out with her in Vegas. She was the Wan cosplayer in Vegas for NACT Grand Finals last year.
And
she was the cosplayer for
as well as our incredible casters. We've seen
for 1-1. Me and Private did a live stream with her and Luna. We were hanging out and had Korean barbecue with them and stuff.
And with that being said, tomorrow we will have a full slate of jam-packed action ready for you today. And with the casters, is there anything else you want to say to our fans who have stayed so long until the last minute here?
For those of you who kind of maintained with us here, congratulations. A long night, but an exciting one nonetheless, and it was a proud cast for me.
Yeah, I've had a pleasure being here, and these games have been so fun to watch. I think a lot of upsets for people. The landscape has changed around. We'll see what day 2 holds, and I think a lot of people have different views of people. If you didn't know some of these players' names, I bet you do now.
For sure, guys. And remember, first of all, thank everyone for staying tuned with us today. It has been a long but intensive but thrilling matchup today. And remember to not be so critical on all these players. They have 13 more matches to go in just this next 7 weeks. So there's plenty of chance for improvements as long as they go back to take a recap and learn from their mistakes. All right, guys, that is it for our first day of the NACT. We are so ready to see you tomorrow. As
Someone said Liz can tore apart my memories.
Take a few rests, take a few breathers, and get ready for tomorrow's matches.
Sheesh. Long day. What'd they go? How many hours did they go, guys? Oh, not too bad. They ended up making good time. 7.5 hours? 7.5 hours? 5:30 to 1?
We have Calhoun that might be taken out there very quickly.
Big!
Tempest the blades down, landing on.
Oof. All right, guys. I don't know if I'm going to be hanging out with y'all. We might end stream. At least the in-between games is not 1 hour. Like, that's true. You gotta give us a big win for that. Big W for NA for that. No hour-long waiting screens ever. We keep it moving in NA, you know? We keep it moving in America. Whew. Well, guys, I think I'm going to call it. I got a cast tomorrow. It's going to be like 7 hours just like this. So I should probably get some rest tonight. Yo. We've been streaming for almost 4 hours. I think that's enough. The last 2 minutes. It was first match. Okay, so here's a pause.
Definitely want to make sure that these games are parallel. Everything.
Integrity.
It's a 6K gold lead, bro.
Sure, I haven't.
Or is it a 4K?
So talking late game where you have the split pushing possibilities.
4K gold lead.
How much more Masha can do? But we're gonna go ahead and jump right back into it. We do that Numenor blast coming
Not a
down
whole
onto
lot
the
of deaths though. Just 3 turtles.
Damage now. Mobazane actually able to get out of that as well. Joybosh comes in. A beautiful way.
Nice
the
kick.
does land on the best player, but does not take him out. Joybosh is gonna find a quick escape there. No, right back onto it.
But he was not ready for that engage. The Hard Brothers of not only
5K gold lead.
Any different from the very pinnacle of North America here. 3 members rotating for BTK. Joybosh in a little bit of trouble. Is Shark with the Numenor blast does catch the Ohio brothers. Mobazane actually is able to go ahead and little corridor. Lord's gonna be going over to the in comes a heavy spin, able to go ahead and
disengage and not getting up. Just literally sets up but at least control and
explanation damage, and you're exact with that new trying towards health.
How far does it go?
These Higher Brothers are 8K gold ahead, 11 minutes. This is an enormous gold league, and that affects itself in itemization. That means more items, more damage, more items, more tankiness. And right now, it's just such a gold advantage coming out from Higher Brothers. BTK are fighting back from
Bro, it's almost a 10,000 gold lead. It doesn't matter by this point, you know.
Trying to get Joybosh to try to losing someone that back line to try to get out of putting on there. Heavy spin.
But it does mean Joybosh was maybe having issues the whole game.
On the damage, we are
like that is possible, right?
Hoon in the left for BTK. Joybosh goes down. Here, this is one inhibitor that had worked from Shark. Hoon in the back line, putting on the damage with that feathered air. You see that again, coming in with that bulwark from Shark. Hoon in the back line, putting on the damage with that feathered airstrike, and this is one inhibitor that has gone down. There's only one left for BTK. Joybosh goes down. Here comes a flicker with that Numenor blast inhibitor left.
Give him some time.
BTK.
That for 20 more seconds.
Yeah, you're actually doing half health. Zane out without damage. Who? BTK.
It's going to be near on one inhibitor left.
And that's the problem here right now. A mistake. You can see barreling down to try to focus their efforts here up at the
this is where Joybosh
lane. Lord is coming in here right now. You do see the focus coming in. top and mid lane for BTK right now, so they can focus their effort tower, which is the only, I want to say, saving grace for BTK.
He had already
right now, so
AFK.
they can focus their top tower.
He AFK right here.
I want to say saving grace for BTK right now, so they can focus their efforts here up at the top and mid lane. Lord is coming in here right now. You do see the focus coming in.
Here we go.
The Ohio Bears come in, conceal play. That is short.
That's
work
rough.
For that. Hoon laying down the arsenal.
That is kind of rough, yo.
The rest of the Ohio brothers, and Lord, he gets us crunched down as a heavy spin. Might be it.
They should have asked for the pause before that.
Going over the Ohio brothers. Chapter 1 of this mega engagement goes to who?
That is kind of bad, bro.
Arsenal for the rest of the Ohio brothers, and Lord, he gets us crunched down as a heavy arsenal for the rest of the Ohio. Short work for that. Right now, you do see the focus coming in at the top. Say saving grace
for a solid what?
Like it to try to
all right, so you can see he's about to move to the left, and then he just moves. That's the DC. 1355.
Focus their efforts here up at the top and mid lane. Lord,
they should ask for the pause way before this.
Here we go.
The Ohio Bears come in, conceal play. That is short work for that. Hoon laying down
10 seconds
for the rest of the Ohio brothers, and Lord,
he's DC'd this whole time, huh?
Might be it. This
yeah.
might be the first game going over the Ohio brothers. Chapter.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, it's in the rules, so that's life, right? It is kind of sad, but it would be the same thing for TOB if one of their players disconnected twice. They would only get 2 pauses, and it sucks, right? Like it's a rule that, but we kind of have to have it. Just because maybe like just because we don't need pauses to be taken advantage of, and we're not in person, so we don't. There's no way to know if like this is a real technical difficulty. Is it your mom coming in and yelling at you? Is it because you forgot to charge your phone? You know, there's no way to really for not us, but for the mods and the production team to know if it's actually what it is. So it's another downfall of having an online event, right? And that's why you can only give 2 pauses, or else you could have a team just pause 10 times, and next thing you know, a game that's only supposed to be 15 to 30 minutes could take an hour because of a bunch of pauses. So I mean, so we'll see. You know, it is what it is. I think the 2 pause rule has to be there. Yeah, exactly. Or you're just trolling and want to annoy the opponents. It's sad when you see something like this, but it's the same rule for everybody. You're wearing the same beanie, bro? Hell yeah, Max. Next time. They got a whole season, so. I mean, it's not like they lost to like. It's not like, I hate to say it, but it's not like they lost to like Lamy Top or one of the lower tier teams in the top 8. They lost to literally what all of us consider as the best team in the season right now. So it's not really a bad loss, right? It's not really a bad loss. I think that's probably the more sad thing for me is Yato. Everyone's saying Yato didn't perform very well. It could be several things. It could be nerves. It could be whatever. It could just be him having a bad day, because Yato's not a bad mage. Yato's not a bad mage at all. So that's kind of depressing to see him, like, because we know, a lot of us that have followed the NACT scene know that Yato's a good mage. So we know the potential's there. I think it was like watching Shark play Cho in M4, like we know he plays a good Cho, but for some reason he was throwing hard. So sometimes it happens with everybody, right? Yureshi's diffing T, so we'll see what happens. It's day one. TOB could dominate. Other teams to highlight, Area 77 played well. I think the most exciting thing about day one is that there were so many full 3 games. So that's kind of hype. It wasn't all sweeps, which we've been used to in the past. Even in top 8, there'll be a lot of sweeps. So I think it's very cool that that we had a lot of full rounds. And I think it just goes to show as the league continues, there will be a lot more full rounds and even more intense games. So I think we got a really nice 6 weeks ahead of us. I think it's going to be dope. I think it's going to be great. I'm hype, and I will see you guys tomorrow on ShoutCaster. It's going to be me and Deku tomorrow. I'll be running play-by-play with Deku on analysis, so make sure you guys join. Make sure you drop them dinos in the chat. Dinosaurs in the chat, yo. I need the fan base to come out and support me. That's how we get to MSC. That's how we get to M5. We got to have the Trek supporters in the chat, yo. Trek supporters in the chat. All right, guys. Hopefully I see you tomorrow. Much love. And until then, have a great time, guys. Enjoy life.